not a Team Flash.
Alright.
You get to see Lorian, Annette, or Florentino here. So maybe those are their trump cards coming in for this lower bracket.
Now that you mentioned Florentino right over here, Florentino yesterday with Pay were the most banned heroes in the whole game, man. Like out of 14 games that we had yesterday, 11 times Pay and Florentino were banned. And Florentino appeared only once, and the one time that it showed up, it was a loss. So is this really a hero that we need to be banning that much?
I would say yes.
I say yes.
Yeah,
It has
you
to
think
be.
so? Go ahead.
Florentino
Explain
is
why.
one of those heroes that has anti-CC properties, right? Especially when he lands that first strike where the flowers and petals start falling on the floor. 3 of them, you have 3 chances. And, third time's the charm. Once you get all 3 petals down for Florentino, I think he will end up
Welcome,
in a very
welcome.
long
What is up,
streak.
YouTube?
So I
It's your
think,
boy
yes,
Fission, and I'm
why
back at it
Florentino
with another
was
stream
allowed
for
to
another
get
new
because
day.
they had all the
Hey,
answers
what is
right.
up,
Everyone
YouTube,
was
boys
going
and
to
girls,
give
ladies
Florentino.
and gentlemen, bro? We
Well,
back.
actually, Redford was the one that allowed that Florentino coming out.
Wait, let me
It
open
seems like
chat.
as they had that first game already decided, they said to themselves, let's give ourselves a little bit of a
My
chance to
fault.
experimenting here. Let's see
Itchy nose.
if the answer that we have against Florentino can work. And so that they got a completely 100%.
I think they definitely played well with the specific matchup. Like they used the Vara to try to equalize out the lane, make sure that there was no room for Florentino.
They
to
got
go
play
for that
HOK
one-on-one
now
combo.
written. Damn,
When we
bro, who
talk about
playing
Pay and
it?
Florentino, they are very similar in playstyle, where Florentino wants to dominate the 1v1, convert that minion wave advantage to the push, and then allowing the jungle or the mid to find those rotations to move faster here. And then for Pay, similar as well, insane early game power with the double point spells, which allows the Pay to actually get a lot of control. So that's why yesterday we see more bans on these hyper aggressive early game picks.
Yes, and if you're new to the MOBA genre, let me just give you one line where I think it will help you understand. Just don't bite off ball in two, right? Nongshin, they made sure that, look, if Florentino is going to be a problem, Florentino is going to be the only problem.
That's correct. So we are going to head to the drop in a bit here. So if we were to look into the specific tier list that we have built for ourselves here.
Oh,
I
the
do
tier
think-
list, let's go.
I mean, hero
I like
tier list,
that.
right? Hero tier list.
I'm a data person, man. Go show me.
For me specifically, right, I think this current patch of EWC for Honor of Kings, Lung, Channel, Chicha, Flowborn, these are definitely first phase farm lanes that you have to pick in the first 3 phase. In the first 3 phase, right? If you don't pick these 4 heroes and it goes to the second phase, you start having to use subpar picks that might not be the best of the best in this specific patch.
Okay, so you
But
do
let's see what
believe
happens,
that
bro.
this
I'm excited
patch,
to see. Hopefully,
you're coming
Soul
in
wins.
and they just
Come on,
prioritize
bro.
the
Team
farm
Soul, bro.
laner in the VP set. It's actually the way to go.
I feel so, right? Considering the fact that you have things like Channel, Long, Flowborn, and also Chicha.
What's he
These are
doing?
amazing blind picks in towards this specific
What you
patch.
doing,
can
huh?
see a lot of these teams, their first pick is definitely the Alien coming in on the blue side. And
Let's
then
see,
you
let's see.
start to
Wait, who's
look at
that? Soul
potential
Coach is.
roamers
I don't
like
know who that is.
Lapu as your 1-2, or you start building compositions that we seen yesterday. Didn't
Let
really
me
work
see who that
well
is
with
actually,
the
bro.
Angela that we saw from Nongshin.
Oh, that Quay was a little bit too abstract for my taste.
Yeah.
I do believe that is a good hero. We want to see it
They
again.
have Darkness, but they have Extreme Assist, Kyurem join, Gale, Luffy, and Kong
bench?
I
join.
think this is where the
Luffy has a
second
player
half of
profile
the
now?
VT is very important, right? I like
No,
the
he
fact that
doesn't have a
Nongshin
full
showed us
profile.
how explosive he used, because let's be honest, the Kui play yesterday from Namu actually
He
that
has
was
played a lot of comms,
great,
though.
but it was not good enough because there was no follow-up. Nobody else
Alright.
on Nongshin could finish the job. They had to use a Yao, which was not the
Kong has a
ideal
player
hero.
profile
You
too,
wanted more
Extreme,
damage, you wanted more
etc.
CC coming in. And, the Angela wasn't allowed to play the game, essentially.
You are the initiator, man. Like, if you're going to choose the Quay and you're going to initiate, you need to have that communication.
Welcome to the stream, not caution. Can see, can we see Chelsea? What?
It's like a mid-roam synergy has to be
Wait,
so
what?
one that you're
Can't see
coupled
Chelsea. Shut up,
together,
bro.
where
Fix your goofy ass up,
the
bro.
Quay has a
For
ladder
the first
hook.
years.
I mean, you tell
I
me,
can't
man.
see
The
Barcelona
Quay has a
winning the
ladder
UCL
hook,
either,
and
bro.
then
Don't
the
worry.
Angela has to immediately decide.
What's the point of playing the UCL if you can't win it, bro?
For the full-blown combo, right? So
Yo,
it's
gay,
a good
yo,
enough
gay
combo
clubbing winning
nonetheless,
shit,
but
bro.
if you can play it to perfection, which I think some of the stronger teams in the
We're rooting for SA Duel, brother. Hope they win. Bro, someone in the HOK server said Fission is doofy, bro. How am I doofy? I'm not even a roamer, gang.
Like what Nongshin did yesterday. Then the Guan Yu comes charging in.
I don't even play roam.
To actually stop the horse.
Exactly.
Who's their coach though? I can't see the
wanna
coach
just
name
put it into an
of
over.
SA Duel.
Now, we are in a best of 3, meaning 2 strikes and you're out.
Darkness,
So
Millennium
your
Kong,
VPs
Extreme
are
Assault, Gale,
especially
Kyurem.
important in this game. It's no longer
Kyurem
about
roam?
burning
Wait, Doofy is
zeros
roam
from
too
the
though.
draft.
Doofy roam
It's
as well,
about, can we
Gale,
find
bottom
the
lane,
best
Assault.
formula within the shortest
How
amount of time.
is
Because you only get
Curer?
2
Okay,
chances
Curer is
to
there.
move
But
forward.
who's the
They need
coach?
to just put everything right
Damn, bro.
there. Just whatever that they have. They're
It doesn't
best
even say who
of
their
the
coach
best
is.
because lose and they just go home.
LMO
That's
go
it.
and
There's no
play
tomorrow.
lame
This needs to be
air
the
trophy with
most
Barca fan
important game that they
Estevao,
have
but
played
he ain't no Barca
in,
fan, bro.
in this whole year.
He's a
Starting
Chelsea
right
fan.
now, every single game for these two teams is going to be a grand final.
Now, Isaac, I know that you
Bro,
have
you have like
experience
2-3
in
Chelsea
coaching
players, bro.
and
Shut
also
up, bro.
teaching.
Andres Christensen,
If you
Chelsea
want
player.
to coach for either of these two teams, what would you tell them?
Breathe, man. Like oxygen right now
I
is
think
going to
there
be
were
the
more.
most important thing. In the moment that you start
All La Liga does is steal our
the moment that you
defenders,
are
bro.
right over
Real
there
Madrid
with
and
high
Barcelona.
stakes, you
Christensen,
start forgetting about the
Rudiger,
most
Thibaut,
important things
like
in life,
defense
which
as well.
is
I mean, goalkeeper
they're
as
in
well. Thibaut
and then they're
Courtois,
out.
Aku
Stop,
Correa,
think
bro.
about that.
All you guys do is steal our defenders, bro.
You
Nothing else,
cannot
bro.
just micromanage these
Ashley.
players, man. They're professionals. You cannot just
Residual
tell them
winning.
exactly
Yeah,
what
bro.
they need to
Yesterday
do,
they
but
lost
you can just guide them in the
about
right
nearly 10
direction
minutes
for
or
them to
something.
be able to perform at the level that
I'm
they
hoping they
However,
win though, bro. Because
it's also
I mean,
important
it's
that
hard.
you
They
follow
won't
up
win
with
straight
trust,
100%.
right? Number
But
one, trust your
like
teammates,
ML
trust the
team came
process,
close to
and most
beating
importantly,
Vitality, one of the top
in an
teams. So maybe
international
they have a
stage
chance to
where
winning
the
one
stakes are
series at
extremely
least.
high, you need to have fun.
Having fun is always
Enjoy.
very important, right? If you're enjoying and
Cutter
then
SATL hater, bro.
you start to feel the adrenaline rushing towards you, you start to lose the
Wait, let's see,
or
bro.
the tension that you
I'll
have.
restream.
Not
What's it called?
Like even in, let's say,
MSC
like
as well.
ranking where you
Today
have,
is
like,
SA,
Master, Grandmaster,
Today's
Bouncer,
Team Spirit
Bouncer,
versus Onyx
you
ID,
have that
crazy game.
momentum here. But
Yesterday
talking
Onyx
momentum
ID
here,
versus
let's
Aurora.
look
Last game
at
was
the big
crazy as shit,
match
bro. I
with
can't lie.
Team
Last
SA
game
Esports
yesterday,
on
bro.
the blue
Onyx,
side here.
but
And also,
Kelra, bro.
Team
This
Flash
guy,
coming
I
in
swear,
from the red
too
side.
OP,
On the
bro.
side here,
He did
Lawrence
3
Hero,
item
not
swap
doing it
in
again.
seconds to
Exactly
win
what we talked
last game.
about. So the pain
Bro,
as
3
well
item
as the
swap is
Florentino
crazy.
Ideal and Prime
Wait, who are they
bans on
banning?
both sides
Play
here.
and Haya
Even
ban
the
for
Haya
that's
ban
for
as
Kong.
well as the
Haya,
Mark
there's no
going
point in banning Haya. I don't think Extreme
which
literally plays
means
that much Haya.
Yep, there we go. Lorian might
Kyurem?
be coming into the gorge. Now, who is going to
Huh?
have that? It
Oh,
looks like
Kyurem
he's
is
going
playing
into
mid
the
now.
hands of
Wait, Extreme is not there? Wait, what?
on the side of SA.
I didn't even see Kyurem
Did
though.
you make
Where's
a
Kyurem?
mistake? Because this is
Oh, they changed the name. They changed the name.
ground
It was
of
SATL
Lorian
Kyurem
play.
written earlier, but now
We
it
can
says
actually
Extreme.
blame as a Euro esports, right? Because considering the fact
Okay,
that
so they have
don't really have
picked
much
Ao
fights
Yin
to
for
pick itself.
Kale.
The
But
KO
first pick
is
Ao Yin
here
is
back in
crazy.
March 11th.
Lorian
State
Zhangfei,
because of
really good.
dating today,
CC,
probably like 4 to 5 months
Stun,
of
yeah.
practice that they actually have in the game
Florentino
itself. And
band
then
along with
Lorian
Mai.
also a really, really new pick. This is entirely experience difference that may be in the advantage of Team Flash. And yesterday, we
Damn,
did
bro.
talk about the Kong pick on towards Chicha here. Maybe it's coming back again.
Clash
in this
Lane
specific game
Chicha. No, it
I
will
want to
come
just add
Chicha.
on to that because we had a conversation today about the Lorian pick, and I was asking, right? So what do we do against a Lorian? And remember, you said just hard engage.
Yes.
These two are one of the hardest engages in the game. So the Lapu Lapu with the Raging Sea to set up and allowing the Chicha to go with the ultimate to just be in your face all the time. Sure, you can run, you can flash, you can use the ultimate to try and juke and move. But as a Lorian, if you can't kill Kong in one strike, you're probably 6 feet under.
But there's still a lot of crowd control as well, right? Like, that point is amazing, where you want hard engage, like we talked about, onto the side of Hill that potentially will be piloting this Lorian, but yet again,
But Chano against Aoyin. I mean, Aoyin can still low-key counter him, but would be
it's not
hard.
looking too good for the side of SAUL Esports, where you have very early to mid game centric heroes here, and if you allow
Charlotte and
this
Musashi
Chano to
ban.
scale, why not be the
If he's banning
best
Musashi, I think
side?
he's going Yang Jian. No, wait, he's Chicha already.
It's not going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
For the side of Kilteezy, because in a 1v1 matchup, the channel actually does have a slight advantage over the Loom due to the Soul of the Wolf, right? We know both heroes to be a single target burst kind of synergy. But when you have too many targets, you activate too many traps from the side of channel.
Exactly,
it might get
bro.
a little bit tough for this Aoyan.
Like, you just go into lane, don't take skill 1, as Chano takes skill 2, and when he walks up for the minions, just drop your skill 2 on him, drop your skill 2 on him, and when the 3 wolf bombs just start mauling him, ooh, that's going to be difficult here. And then we yet again see the Ogren being picked up by Julius in towards the jungle. Yesterday, we saw him go for a full damage route. Didn't work the best. You reckon today he's going to
Ogren pick is crazy. And they ban Musashi, I think they need to go Agudo or something. If not Agudo, then maybe
Nasa.
Nasa.
Like a double-edged sword because you have to deal with the potential that.
Wait, no, they already have
maybe
Chicha though.
outfarming
Never
has
mind.
the potential
But
for
Chicha can go
one shot,
Clash as well.
and you
Chicha
might
Clash
have to
lane as
go
well.
tank. So
So
right now, I
unless
think for
Miriam
Team
doesn't play
Flash,
Chicha Clash lane.
do we think we're gonna win the laning phase? If we're gonna win, confident of winning the laning phase, full damage. Ogren, no doubt.
Damage Ogren here. Maybe it really works out because I do feel that if he does go for the full damage Ogren build into
Jing and
Kong's
Luna
Future,
banned, bro. They're
that's actually
just
a very
trying to
strong
ban
solo
this guy
objective
Kong
because
Zero
Future,
Bull.
yes, strong in the mid game after level 4 and
Okay,
some
so
of the
Chicha
target
jungle.
items. But if you get invaded
He
by
just
the
playing
Ogren,
Byron, I swear.
that's really difficult here because Ogren has the built-in execution on his belt in the seer state. So
Yes.
that's going to be a bit of an issue here coming in for some SAUL. And I like the fact he last pick here. Yes, you lose lane against Miriam potentially on that Byron here, but how you scale towards that mid game is exactly what we will be looking on from here on this party.
Yes, Fanny is a great pick here. Now, for a couple of reasons. Number one, he also has decent mobility, and with his activation of his ultimate, he's able to cleanse himself from any CC, which means there's only one thing and one thing on his mind. I want to get to your backline.
If we were to look at a draft here, kid, who would you give the edge to after looking at both SAULs and also Team Flash?
I like Flash a little bit better. Now, SAUL is not that their draft is bad. I just think that they need to win this laning phase with quick succession. And 4 minutes is a very short amount of time. So, if SAUL cannot find that advantage in the first 4 minutes, this game is practically over.
That's right, coming in from the side of SAUL.
Nah, bro,
If
Kong
they can
esports, bro,
actually
come on,
manage
bro.
to find that laning phase that Ken talked about, maybe they can find more of a hope in actually making it to meet up Ruram in that semifinals of our
Bro, just beat Flash though, bro. I don't know if they'll be able to beat Flash, but still, bro. Even one win is okay.
So that's going to be stakes at hand coming in for both of these teams. With the rosters locked up here, they will be soon going to the gorge in just a bit of time.
Yeah, look, life rarely gives you what you want, it gives you what you need. So
Is
right
Scout
now,
even promoting the
does
schedule
the
game?
game need a rematch between Flash and Buriram? Or do we need SAUL coming in against Buriram in the decider match?
And SAUL definitely needs your cheer right now.
These
to
effects are
actually
really
push
cool
them
though
for
in the
that
map.
vote event, because in that bid itself, I see Team Flash votes. They are overpowering SAUL in this specific voting here.
I
But
mean,
this is game one.
no one will vote for
taking on
SAUL
Team
either way,
Flash
but
for that potential slot into that group stage. Here we see a bit of a mid 2v2 with Julius going in for that initial invade against Kong.
I love this. This is exactly what you should do, right? As an Ogren, the first ball camp is actually one of the important markers you need to achieve. If you can get the
bro,
skill
Kong
there,
is fighting.
that
Bro,
already gives
Kong
you a
lures
slight
him. Kong lures him.
advantage.
Kill him, kill him, kill him. Come on, bro.
Oh, he's going a bit too low.
Yo,
Okay,
what
going
is
for
this?
aggressive invade here. He
Hey, what is
does
Extreme
get
playing? Oh,
the
ladies,
smite
eh?
off on that initial wild boar camp here. They are not done yet. They want to go on in, but Kong has the smite. This is a bit of an over-aggression here coming in for side of Team Flash. They do find a knock-up here.
Kill, they can kill.
But
No,
going in
never
from
mind.
the hands of Kong. They are looking to chase.
Oh, Kong is
He's
looking to
now
chase.
on
Let's
time
go,
on
let's go.
Toby
Kong is
here.
level 2
Miriam
now.
already here. Flash don't
Oh,
try
let's
catching on
go,
towards Julius, and
Miriam.
that's
My
first
gold,
blood
bro.
going
Let's
in
go,
for some
Miriam. Let's go,
SAUL esports
Miriam.
here. Miriam
Oh,
finding
Doofy
a
dies.
Doofy
What the hell?
falls towards the soaring
But they can still
sickle
kill. They
coming
can
in
still
from
kill.
Rizzo.
Ah, never
What's
mind.
going down, but that's a
But
hot
Miriam,
start
bro, what a
coming in
play.
from
The
both
guy
these
already
squads.
rotated.
Yes, it definitely is. This is a big moment for them, right? More importantly, I think for the side of Flash, Rin actually gets that kill for himself. So in the laning phase, he already has an advantage. Right now, it's getting even bigger. Now we switch sides over to the side of the Clash lane.
Oh, but
Miriam
what is
actually
scale though?
got
Where's scale?
a
Okay,
return
let's
kill. He gets that 1v1, which is also beneficial for him. So in the side lanes,
Extreme is kind of cooked
opposite.
here.
And
He doesn't
most
have
importantly,
mobility.
right,
He's...
Julius is a jungle.
Oh, let's go,
Topside
let's go, Doofy.
That rotation towards mid, burn the flash, and Doofy with a very smart catch on towards the top side, punishing a flash
The
spot.
thing is, like,
So
I
is
think
the Clash
Zen
lane
against
laning
this,
phase
I mean,
over?
overall in the team fight is
he
good
hit
here,
one kill,
but
and,
might
your
get
guy
cooked by
won.
the Lorien.
So
Lorien
there's
has a lot of range.
EXP and gold differential in the Clash lane.
It's definitely not looking too good, right? We talk about how the Fa team needs to scale into that mid to late game, but suffering from the early game right now with Julius on that Organ and also Fatih with Ye, it's not going to look too good, but at the very least, your safe insurance on that channel is still up and going in that bottom
First
lane.
blood.
Well, at this point, it's not
CDG
Fatih,
first
it's a
blood.
Fa. So we'll see how that is going to change for the side of Team Flash. They have
Let's
to
get
build
these goals
upon the
going.
advantage on the farm lane side instead, right? Rin now has that one kill advantage.
Well, we do see Miriam
Oh!
right onto his
Oh,
Julius.
again. Yo, Doofy. Let's go, Chicha. Let's go, Kong. I think Ye can die as well. The Fatih can die as well. Kill Fatih. Oh, never mind.
Ye has to limp away towards safety here. SAUL once again finding the win
Never
over the
mind, bro.
over-aggression of
But
the
what
Flash.
a play,
Talking
bro.
about Doofy
Making
just now,
Flash
right?
play,
Doofy
let's
was a
go.
little bit
We might win.
over-aggressive
Yo,
there.
kill Kizzy, my gold. Let's go. Solo kill.
Finds the solo kill on towards
India's
the
best
enemy
farm laner, bro.
marksman.
One kill means Team's recovery.
Wait, he died to minion!
Oh, he died to minions? What the
He
hell?
died to the
Oh my
Lupine
days.
Trap. So the Lupine Trap, the soul of the wolves takes her life. So it's a
Bruh,
dead even
it's okay,
once
it's okay though,
again.
it's okay.
Maybe slightly an advantage to Rin. Since he
What
got
a
that
play
kill,
though, bruh.
recovers the goal.
1v1 kill against a Chano.
As a
My goal,
HOK
so
player, but I
KBC,
didn't know he
bro.
was a chess master.
Yeah.
Planning few steps ahead for a specific play here.
But this is exactly what they need. While they have a kill advantage on the side of SAUL, it's just a slight
Oh,
goal
what is
difference,
this?
less than 1,000 at this point.
It's
I thought it
pretty
was
stupid,
first
right?
blood,
Yeah,
no?
yes, less than 1,000, but Julius on an all when we talk about this pick with Holler back in the green room, where this pick, you need to win the early
Wait,
to
what?
mid game, and if you don't, it's just gonna be a punch
thought it was
from
first
the
blood.
early game right now.
One
With Julius on that ball,
STBL.
and also Fatih with Ye.
Oh yeah, it's just
not
one
gonna look
ST
too good, but at
blood.
the very
What?
least, you're safe in
Blame them. At the start, Rin actually had a pretty decent catch there. And with
Wait,
this,
what?
it
It's not
allowed
working, though.
Julius to have the
Oh, it
confidence
worked
to
now.
go for the rotations by Phil. But right now, look, the timing is too
That thing
high
is so
for the
shit,
side of
bruh. Code is not
SAUL.
working on
Flash
that.
will get this.
And that was just an ultimate coming in from Hayduck to find the backline, immediately just chunking out both Kong and also Extreme, making sure that this is a free Tyrant going in from Team Flash, although they are on
Actually,
the
need to
losing side
rotate
here.
though.
But for me personally,
Wait, what happened? Huh?
I like Team Flash composition, where I think that Team Flash has the mid to late game for them.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful one. So let's take a look at the replay here. This is 1v1. Now, why would you go for it on the side of Kaltizi or KLTZ? It looks a bit shaky, right? And Rin was like, okay, I will take out that one-on-one because I've already planned steps ahead, and here you go.
Oh yeah, I don't know why he did that.
That
No,
was a funny one. But I agree, right?
That was
I
a
think
funny
it's
one,
the
it's
damage
crazy.
calculation coming in from KLTZ that actually made it.
I mean, he
make
still got the
sense,
kill
right?
though,
He
bruh.
calculated the very brink of that specific damage, and then he found a solo kill here. But unfortunately, Rim was counting even further with that counter kill.
Yeah, and you are talking about that mid-game, right? We're not really there yet, but Hilda is already doing well, right? Many pokes coming in from this L'Oreal pick. And so far, he's been causing a bit of trouble.
Oh, let's go,
But
let's go, let's go, let's go. No,
Alvarez
do
catches
fear
on to
to
Tofu,
Oh,
being
Kong with the kill
singled out, but
onwards.
in the
Chano
backline,
takes him
Kong
down.
finds
Oh,
a
Kong
very
might get
nice
another kill.
isolates Rin for that
Kong
solo kill. That's
might
an
able to
amazing
get
counter
another kill.
onto
Oh, wait,
his
no, they're
Julius, and
running.
Julius
Fatih
forced to
zoned them
back
out,
up,
bruh.
and
Fatih and
Miriam
Lauren zoned them out.
holding two members by
It's okay, it's
himself.
okay, it's okay.
Overall, a good win coming from SAUL, isolating the farm blader.
It's a brand new team. Goofy, I think he might have to give his life here, but it doesn't really matter. Small sacrifice, right? Look at the benefits of what they've done. 5 to 3 kills, while the goal lead hasn't exactly been the biggest of differences. The result is a free T1 at the bottom. And who does it get taken by? Keltizi. He has recovered in gold.
And it was a 45 as well. And to further go into your question, we got a kill on towards Rin, the channel that we promised off the late game here. And if you make sure that channel doesn't get those 3 item power spikes by 10 to 11 minutes, he starts to be not so strong in actually taking down tanks like Doofy, like Miriam. Those are going to be big issues for Team Flash later on.
Okay, we were reading the comments yesterday about SAUL, and the support has been immense. Right now, they are proving to the fans that they are worth supporting. They should get more support as well.
Let's go,
'Cause if you
bruh.
take a look
Miriam
at
is playing
Kong, he has been playing
OP as well, like
fantastic
really
this
OP.
game. Now, Tofu, very scary position to be in. They're trying to gain ground across the gorge, but it looks like SAUL already knows what's going on.
Paul going in for the isolation on towards Yo here. Does
Go!
track him down the fatal
Oh,
arrows.
let's
finding
go!
the solo kill on towards the Team Flash Clash laner here once again. It's almost
This game, I
looking
think he
like
can
the
Kong can
conjure on
1v5
Ticha.
them.
Exactly, and this is retail therapy because killing spree for the side of Kong. This is exactly what we talked about. If you give him the space, he will shine. And right now, T2 is on the menu on the right-hand side of the map. Now, it's looking like a potential trade for Rin, but Miriam, he does not want to allow that.
He's a tanky boy here. Has the Pure Sky, has everything here. Hilda finds a knockup here, but it's a fire round. You have to shield, you have the shielding. It's just a easy work
Force
for
field
him to
suppression,
actually
brother,
escape
come
to a
on, bro.
safety here. Kong tags on towards
Brrr.
Julius here. About Alvarez beautifully disengaging the 4 members coming in from SAUL Esports here. Hayduck finding Doofy, Tofu, stampeding upwards here, but they back off. They will go towards safety here. There won't be any much of it aggression coming in for either of these teams.
What did he eat for breakfast today? I mean, SAUL completely different today. They have taken a T2. They were pulling Team Flash into unnecessary engagement. It's not even a fight. They did not look for the kills. It's really just a distraction play.
It is. Oh, that's an Azenka skin coming in from Stud Extreme.
And that's one of my favorite skins, by the way. And one of my favorite heroes.
What skin?
Now, it was a live review. That's
What?
why I got the live review. But right now,
Ooh!
Team Flash,
Oh, no,
they're going to
Slayer.
get the second objective.
Wait,
no
they don't
objectives
have-
hang on.
So who has no flash? Kong once
Oh, let's go,
again.
let's go, let's go. Kong, get the kill. Oh, he might die, he died. Chano was low HP though.
Was a bit sus coming in from the
But he's
side
just
of Red
stabilizing
into the
a lot,
back line
though.
here. Julius forcing out the flash coming in from Miriam. At the very least, I take it, sacrificing a mid for a jungle with 4 kills. That's a big win coming in from Flash.
It definitely is. And you know what? Taking the life with a comeback on Rampage on the side of Kong as well. This is exactly what Team Flash needs to do now. Cut your losses, gain back your advantage, stealing away all of the different camps on the blue side, from the side of SAUL. It's a small prize, right? But you take whatever you can get at this point because we're nearing the crux of the match.
Bro, they get Soul can win, let's go, bro.
10 minute mark is always a special place where it's either you make it or you break it. That full blown out team fight between two teams on the Shadow Tyrant that gives you more damage, more wave clear, more movement speed. That is exactly how things will shape around this. Because yes, 7-4, but goalie is still dead even for those teams.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's nothing really separating the two teams at this point financially. And in terms of team fight, I'm feeling like SAUL.
Julius 1v1 against Kong here. We do see Grandmaster Force doing a lot of damage here, but that true damage just takes him down before the Shadow Tyrant spawn.
Yeah, Kong is just once again different today. Julius is still making the same mistakes he did yesterday. And SAUL, they're capitalizing on this. They are inviting Julius to fight.
The lucky part, at the very least, the death timer coming in for Julius, he can still make it back for the 10-minute Shadow objectives here. So that's not the worst, but
Who's Julius, bro?
still
I think
shooting
jungler.
full damage. You're not feeling too good about that.
Well, not just the KDA difference.
But they're
there's a
cooking
1,000
the order,
goals
100%.
going in the
1 to
side
0.
of Kong.
Rin using the soaring signals here, finding Kong in towards the top side here. Does find a bit of a damage here before the objective here. We do see both teams hovering towards the Shadow Overlord.
Okay, I'm just curious. Does Team Flash want to fight here? Or do they want to try and sneak?
Okay, there you go. Find a bit of a poke, but still very safe here. In towards the mid lane here. KLTZ forced to use infinite vastness here. So this control entirely goes over to the side of Team Flash for the first objective. Kong has no ultimate.
Oh, no.
KLTZ has no health and no ultimate as well. I think this is a good rotation here, but yo, towards the back line. Getting isolated once again by Kong. Fatal arrow.
Let's go.
finds his mark in towards the
Oh,
back
he can
line.
kill, he can kill, he can kill, he can kill.
So
Oh, let's go,
critically
let's
low.
go. Low
Gets
didn't get
taken down
was
by
taken
the
out.
flowing sight in towards the back line. If you get the Shadow Overlord, I'll take your teammates here with a 2-0 trade plus the Shadow Tyrant.
And we don't even know the repercussions of that decision just yet, right? Yes, they lost a couple of members.
Playing smart,
Hugo
bruh.
as
Let's
well
go.
as Ye
Soul
in
playing
that
smart, bro.
skirmish right in the mid lane. But right now, SAUL has also secured the Shadow Tyrant. So they have extra damage. They are able to wave clear a little bit better. Team Flash, they get map advantage. But right now, they can't even withstand the attacking prowess on the side of SAUL.
I think it was okay when they forced out the ultimate coming in from Kong and some of the HP bars, and Ye also got a good
Oh,
capture
okay.
towards KLTZ. But when it came down to the team fight later on, that they actually lost after taking Shadow Overlord, that was not looking too good for the side of Team Flash.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to take a look at how this fight would turn out. It was a nice bit of control coming in from Hyudak to make sure that Kong wasn't comfortable in that fight. But Kong already has lifesteal, it doesn't matter. And once the stun comes in,
Oh, Kong with the target. Let's go, bro. Kong is good.
Kong is not over yet. It's the
Bro, Kong is
show.
literally
He finds
turret
both
diving
the
and solo
carries
killing
coming
them,
in
bro.
from Team Flash, and it's not over yet. Blood Rage prop, triple kill coming in from the SAUL jungler here. He is looking for blood with an 81% DPS in that team fight.
it's not enough. And yeah, at this point, yeah, he's left alone. Hyudak is gonna come out, but I don't think it's enough.
He's going in again. He's going for the unofficial panic kill here, but they are all running away. Yo,
Go, let's go, let's go. You might die.
C tags on Torres, and yo, you're still going in. You're a mad doofy.
Oh.
Charges away. He's safe.
I mean, dude,
Decent.
this is a complete turn. He was not playing like that yesterday. The review, the training, and you know the calmness that he has today is just on a different tier. And Team Flash, this is not what they wanted, but this is what they're getting. It's a 3,000 goalie.
They
going to
pissed
the
off
side of
SAUL, bro. Let's
SAUL.
go.
You know when you're put in the corner, survival instincts kick in. And SAUL, they have the better ones.
And that 3,000 goalie you talked about, most of it is going into the pockets of Kong. But there is still a winning chance for Team Flash coming in from AOG, but look at that damage here, kid, onto his call.
6 figures. I mean, we want that bank account for a start, right? This guy has it in the damage department already, and the map is not looking any better as well. Team Flash gonna proceed to lose another tier 2, this time on the top side of the map. So now your sides are completely dark, and SAUL, they see the advantage here.
They are smelling blood in this game, number one. They want to take down Team Flash and find the first official win for Kings of Rise India in the tournament stage.
Let's go, bruh. Let's go.
Gets tagged by the multiple levels of CC. Here pumps the flourish, but gets executed by Julius here stage here. That was a beautiful
Oh, wait, what?
coming in from Team Flash, and it's not over yet. Stampede coming in from Tofu following the frigid charge, but there will be no more follow-up here. The next objective will be the Shadow Overlord coming in for 20 seconds.
Exactly what they needed to do, right? So get rid of Kong. That is the answer here, right? As long as Kong is taken out, Team Flash has a chance to turn this whole game on his head and take away whatever benefits that SAUL has acquired for themselves in the first 14 minutes of the game. If we take a look at the goal difference, this is not supposed to happen. 13,000 in the bank for the side of Kong, but once again, they will give it a try.
Yeah, Julius coming
Let's
in
go,
with
bro.
the
Kong, my goal.
tagging onto his doofy here, but it's still a 4v5. Positional advantage.
Hey, how is Flash losing with this draft? Bruh, Kong diff, bro. You don't know Kong, bruh? David, bro, come on, bruh. Kong like one of the top global junglers from KPL, ex-KPL player.
First kill onto his extreme. Kill TZ, no flash, no ultimate. Gets taken down.
Oh,
Beautiful
shit.
Knockup to stop Kong in his tracks. There will be the Umbrella outburst. He's still escaping here. Tagging onto his suit. Julius goes in. Doofy executed for his mistakes.
Bro,
Kong
what
has
the
no
hell?
ultimate, but Chicha has
Bro,
no
what are
ultimate.
these guys
He
doing,
had
bruh?
no
Throwing
damage
for
against
Kong.
the semi-tag Ogren.
Kong literally carried
They
all the
don't have to
game,
fight,
and
but they
these
have to
they're
stop them
getting
from
good
taking
now.
the neutral objectives. Team Flash, they're in a much better position than they were just now. And right now, Kong, the cooldown is here. Blood Rage is available. He can go for it, but he needs to get the stacks of his passive available first. And it feels like, okay, Miriam, he is seeing this.
I think the
aggression. They need to
MM
stop. It
of
looks like they want Julius.
Flash is like a bit scared as well. He's putting too much respect onto KLTZ, bro. The 91v1 to IOL early.
Unable to even pop the
Bro, choking, bro.
Miriam,
Nah.
has no flash, no pure sky, goes over the
Nah,
wall,
bro. They choked. SAUL choked. SAUL is choking. What is this?
For the side of SAUL. Objectives galore. Open up for T-Flash.
The recovery
Even
is
Doofy
in
here.
Flash,
Oh,
but
yeah,
the
yeah, that's
goal
why,
difference
bro.
right now,
Doofy
there
from
is
Nepal.
nothing that stands in between the two teams. And this change now, they were looking for a completely different person. They wanted to go for Hilda here. But if you take a look, the way that they split
My
the
team
fight,
had
Team
my
Flash
team for
is
Open
so
Series had
smart.
Plucky
They burned out
Leon, bro. His
every
teammate,
single
Doofy's
option
teammate in
available
Nepal.
for the low. Kilteezy had
I
nothing
mean,
to offer.
my team
Kong
for
still had
other tournament.
cooldown timers
It
on
was
his
me,
blood rage.
Plucky
They
Leon,
couldn't afford the risk.
Singaporean
And
Pro,
for the entire
and two
game,
randoms,
for
bro.
whatever prowess
Because we
that
couldn't fill the
Doofy
team
had,
in time.
it seems to be missing at this point of the game.
The
This is
randoms were a bit
critical
shit, though.
time. You can't do that.
It's a sinking ship, right? We talk about how Kong needs to be the consistent stepping stone for SAUL, and now
Bro, they're literally, bro.
suffering with
If they
mistakes
target
after
Kong, I think we
mistakes in
lose,
crucial
bro.
moments
That's
here, and this
ridiculous.
has been punishing for the side of SAUL. Now, with
The only reason I'm
objectives
supporting
secured by Team
SAUL is
Flash,
because I
this
played
is
for them in
time
Asian
to
games.
turn over for a AOG win.
So
But it's okay.
with the advantage, they couldn't find
We
an
lost
opening
the fucking
with the
RNTX.
Team Flash, though,
Because
I feel
no
like they're a little bit
practice.
more clinical,
We had no
and we might
synergy.
see surgery being performed at this point.
The waves are coming in from all three lanes here. Finding a bit of a poke. 3-man knockup onto his head.
And I was playing farm
To
lane
the
instead of
Umbrella
jungle or mid.
outburst, but the mission has been accomplished here. Mid tower taken down, but those are two critical ultimates used coming in from Team Flash.
Right in the heart of the base. Right now, it's
Bro,
looking
they
a bit
choked,
bad.
bro.
They go.
Doofy charges in, destructive deluge catches on multiple targets here. We do see multiple knockups here. Kilteezy forces you to infinite fast chase towards the back like your Kong. Kilteezy tagging in, but Kong is taken down with a safe sector. But the base
Oh my days,
gets
they
taken
choked.
down by Yo
They
with that
choked.
backdoor with the help of the shadow.
Bro, early
Overlord
game
to
domination
take
and they
game
lose
one.
late game, bro.
What
What
a
the hell?
comeback from this side of Team Flash. Exactly what we asked for. Like we said, we don't give
If
you
I was
what you want.
Kong,
We
I'd
give
be
you
pissed
what
off,
you
bro.
need, and we need
Carried
that
them the whole game
excitement.
to lose. What the hell?
And excitement is entirely trilling in my body right now. How many backdoor wins did we have in the last 2 days? It's the third one so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a difficult one to really take in your stride for the side of SAUL. Because if you take a look at the start of the game, they were doing so well. They managed to fight back, find that advantage in the laning phase, put Flash on their butt for at least 10 minutes of the game.
Bro, what
and
was
all
I
of a
don't know,
sudden,
bro.
when it mattered
Early
the
game,
most,
bro, watch the
they
early game, bro. So
lost.
crazy. Late game, they
Alright,
just choked,
it's
bro. What the hell is
really
this, bro?
heart
Turned into
crushing.
Aurora,
You are outside
turned into
SAUL esports
what's
here.
it called?
Kong doing
Prime
behind
BTR,
amazing
bro.
game from the early to mid game, setting up picks, setting up the goal
Turned
lead
into Prime
for the side
BTR
of Team
from
Flash. But
MLB.
pressure becomes a
Bigger
problem
Tron
for
Jokers,
the
bro.
side of Kong
Yeah.
in this case.
No, the problem here is that you don't know how to finish a game.
Yeah.
That
I
is the
mean,
issue. Like the
That's
problem
it's
here,
not
let's just be
finishing. I
very
mean, yeah, it
direct
is kind
what
of
needs to
finishing
be
the game. I
improved.
think they just threw
We
though.
need to be able just to be decisive in the right moments. It comes to minute 13. They're almost 5,000 goal advantage. Right over there, we have a Chicha that has already 9 kills in that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
A huge,
Chicha had
huge
9
lead
kills, bro. I mean,
opportunity
Kong.
just for the slam dunk, and then they
11-3-2 and they still
you
lose.
cannot just
Bro,
take the
Extreme is
advantage and not
1-1-3.
be able just to capitalize out of that.
This is what I was talking about, bro. I was telling the Singaporean pro player, he was asking me, he was telling me about Seoul losing and why they're losing. I was telling them Extreme has a small hero pool as well. Plus, I think like it's the nerves as well. It's not even his fault. Bruh, going 1-1-3 though, bruh. As a mage, he needs to rotate more, but I mean, his clear is slower than Lorient, and he can easily get zoned out because of Lady Zen's mobility and slow because she's slow. But still, bruh, like he should have just team fought, left
It's
the
on
lane.
television,
He's just
man.
protecting mid lane instead, I
You
think.
keep seeing like the signs of Kong finding such good plays in towards the backline, but the problem is if you keep deep diving here and then you don't find the actual pickoff and you waste your altar, which is the forage coming in from Teacher, you can't play the following team fights against consistent DPS from Fati, from Haydock on that Lauren, and also, most importantly, let me talk about Rin on that channel.
I feel like there's one more issue to talk about. I feel like Extreme needed
Oh my
to
days.
sacrifice the plan. There's no need to protect this lady Chen. Let her give her life for the cause, right? I feel like Miriam should have been in the other segments of the fight. You needed a CC to stop this party from getting a life steal. You needed a CC to get Hyuduck away from getting those big outbreaks.
I'm playing HOK off cam as well. And this Levi tried doing his combo on me. I ulted him and he ran into my teammates, bro. Nice.
This was the biggest outplay of this entire
It's
series.
just
When
mentality
you
with soul
hide
lags.
the
Bro,
ball on
I
the
mean,
backside
I
here,
think they're
sending
scared,
in
but
with
like
the
they were doing
comeback
really
at
well
full
early
and
game,
then
bro.
tagging
Like
along
Kong
with
was fully
Torres
carrying them,
that
but I
was
think
just
it's
beautiful,
if you
and
watch
it was
Extreme as
team
well,
fights
he's
here.
not
Once
rotating
Chicha
much,
uses his
like
ultimate
as
in
not as
these
much as
CC
he should.
levels, you
Like
use
he
them.
needs to
Look at this.
rotate a lot more as a
0
mid
damage,
laner.
that's sufficient to actually take down tanks.
Like look, where is in
Yes.
this? Wait, where is it?
To me,
He's
there's
already
just a
there
difference
here,
of
but he
target
doesn't rotate
priors,
much.
right?
I think Kyurem would be
Flash,
better in
the
mid, maybe because
experience
Kyurem is
from the
already good.
many years of AOV is showing in this game number 1. Now, when we go into game number 2,
But I
the
think they
biggest
Soul
question
did
we have
good
to ask
research against
ourselves
them.
on
Welcome
the
to the
side of
stream, Mark,
SAUL is,
Jason,
okay,
Basierto.
you trip
Hello,
Lisa,
Paul. Do subscribe to the
how
channel
fast
if you're new. Do
can
let me know where you're
stand
watching
back
the
up
stream
now?
from.
Alright,
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in.
let's just imagine this.
But like I'm
Imagine the
saying,
beginning
but
of
I
the game,
think
how
the
everything
reason
was
the
working
Soul
really
is losing
well
is that,
for
bro.
SA.
Like he needs to rotate a lot more. I think
Chicha
Kyurem would be better
and
because
got
Kyurem can
through
play
the
like
60
multiple
minutes already
roles.
3-0
Kyurem is
to
actually
1.
better though.
Compared to the jungler in front of them, just 0-2 in an Ogre.
Yeah.
So you're already on the Ogre on the
They cooked the
battlefield.
Ogre.
They need to start thinking about like how are we going to really turn these little advantages.
I mean, Lady Zen
into
literally
turrets
counters the
into
Ogre, so
high ground entrances. But well, ladies and gentlemen, right now Team Flash has an advantage over SAUL Esports. Let's wait and see what's going to happen in game number 2. Let's go to a short break, and as we come back, this is going to be game 2 of today's match.
But either way, big opportunity for all these players not going live playing EWC. Crazy. Crunchyroll, bro. This is like a shit choice though for skins, bro. I hate this shit. That skin. They gave Lam another skin, bro. Come on, bro. Pack it up, bro. Lam getting more skins. Daji got it. I mean, the Daji skin is still okay. Daji barely gets. I mean, Daji has skins too, but like, still like, okay. But Lam. But they couldn't give a skin to like other heroes, bro. Come on, bro. There's much better heroes that deserve a skin.
in our DNA.
Let's go,
Whenever
go!
we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by play.
This ain't no regular thing. Keep for the weed, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights. Better get ready, champion.
The only thing good about this is, bro, EWC is even like I can't get copyrighted for all this music. Usually I'd get copyright strike immediately. I was going to do a face cam stream instead, but then I was like, nah. Bro, this team is like, my team in rank is so shit. I'm trying to, we zoned them out and now I'm trying to take Slayer. My team is not even helping, bro. They're just fighting.
Shortlist in just 60 seconds based on your profile, budget, and career goals. And that's just the start. From admissions to IELTS, visas, education loan, Deep Scholar helps you through the entire study abroad journey. Try it for free today.
I can't wait for Steam Spirit versus what's it called? Onyx ID, bro. Crazy match. That's the ML game that I'm looking forward to watching.
Welcome back. This is the Honor of Kings KWC 2026 Day 2 of the
Hopefully
play-ins.
they win second
In our
game at least.
match one game
Was close
one,
though, but
Team
second
Flash
game, let's go.
turned things around.
I actually thought
They
we're
what
winning the first game.
SKUL already had in the pocket, and they just picked it and they just ran away with the victory. I'm really sorry to say this, but my mom just sent me a message saying that I'm just being very harsh on SAQL, so sorry, mom, about that. But
Yeah,
you
better, bro.
something. We need to teach
Be a good boy.
people in here. Everyone at home is watching this just to come and learn. So I've asked Sagi and Kin just to help us understand when you have an opportunity, when you have already an advantage, how do you finish the game? Because that seems to be the right thing for us to put right over there as a piece of information.
Wait, before you start the actual lesson, I also put a disclaimer. So I don't see myself as a teacher. I see myself more as a guy. So don't take my word for it because I'm gonna give you some funny stuff. But you want to learn from teacher Sagi? Go ahead. This guy, facts. Go.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you can see my little tablet over here, but okay, we're on players first. But Tyrant, Overlord, Minion Waves, Tree Waves, Endgame GG.
That's it.
Just learn that, you'll win the game.
Yeah,
Alright.
true.
And then we talk about team fight formations, right? So if
Yes.
you're looking to be aggressive, your tanks should be in front so that you're able to push
True, bro.
the defense back a little bit. You don't have the
Unlike
gaze
ML,
and
this
fight
this
what
matters
you're
way
looking
too
for
much. Like you have to
Don't
actually
start
pay
the fight
attention to
because we have
everything
a
here.
wall in front of us, right? And if you overcommit, our backline is going to start firing at you. This is where the loop comes to play. This is where call on that check comes to play. We need the shield first to take the damage, soak the skills, and then if you make a mistake, the doors will be wide open. Your turrets are going to be, free food for us, and the crystal is going to be pillaged.
So if we shine a light on what Team Flash did correctly to turn things around in here, what did they do that was able to turn the tables around?
Like, we talk about objective.
Bro, I want to watch the new
Yes,
Spider-Man.
there's a
Bro.
lot
Where's
of
my brother?
takedowns coming in from the side, especially onto Kong. But the problem is, you're not doing it to convert into objective takes.
Yes, and one of the things that really matters the most is it's not just about the kills. KDA is important to a certain extent, but what you do after you get it, you get the numbers advantage. That is what matters more. And right off the bat, we're gonna see what is going to come into play in this BP. Same bands as game number one. No Florentino, no Pay, no Haya, no Mai. This time, SA Duel, you know for a fact they want to get first pick. They will go on the blue side, and they're looking at the floorboard.
Again, blue side.
I like it, right?
Bro,
Considering
same
the
bands
Flora
though, bro.
marksman, the only strong counter against this pick is the channel that has been used by Rin in the previous game. So that's going to be a proper pickup for SAUL if you want to play the mid to late game insurance that we talked about.
So, if you were on the side, well, okay, too late for the question. I was slow. It is going to be the Dolia and Loom combination. Now, the big question is, now as
OG or OG or Blacklist? I don't know, bro. I'm not watching HOK much, bro. I think it's gloomy.
There's also
I think
things like
Blacklist. Oh wait, no, Blacklist.
the Youngjin
I'm gonna go for Blacklist. I think Blacklist.
But that's the flaw of this specific combination.
But I'm not going to watch that though. I'm going to go to ML because this obviously won't get me views. But even on their official Bilibili thing, they're getting like 7K viewers. On YouTube, they're getting like 100 to 500. But MLBB, 30K, bruh. That's the game to stream.
Dolia has something that we love to call.
We not streaming this shit.
Yes, sir.
And it refreshes any skill you want. But prior given to number one, either the person you linked to or the longest cooldown skill available.
That's correct, right? Especially when you are pairing with a Yang Jian here, the Twilight, that you can just use a double ultimate to actually battle in these team fights here. This is going to be a very interesting pickup here. If you are Coach Bear, you must ban a Luna as your last pick because you won't have enough crowd control coming from mid or your Clash Lane to potentially.
Oh, now they pick Aoyan from him. Dolia, Aoyan. Oh, Dolia and Yang Jian combo. Oh shit.
That's one of the potential
Wait, but here the comp is good though. Lorian, Flowborn Marksman. Flowborn Marksman is good against him. Zhang Fei, really good pick. She-Ban. Bro, they're just banning mid laners. I think they're just banning mid laners that Extreme can't play. She, Duva, this ban.
Pretty hard to get if you're not going to be engaging.
But we did see last game the exact same mid setup coming in from Hayduk and also Tony.
But at least this time jungler is not picked early. I think he needs something like an Agudo, but there's not enough. Yeah, Onyx was hell of a show. Bro, Onyx Aurora, I can't even say much, bro. Onyx Aurora, bro, if you saw Kelara's 3 item swap at the last minute, oh hell nah, bro. My bad, Kelra, bro. My bad for touching MLBB or gold lane at least even once, bro. This guy, bro, too OP, bro. I swear, I was like, I couldn't believe that shit, bro. This guy, I saw like replays and like clips of it as well. After, I still could not believe this shit, bro. How did this guy swap 3 items, bro? Like, usually, okay, you go for like what? Immortality with the ground. Okay, that's it. Or like Immortality Rose Gold or something. That's okay. This guy swapped 3 items, bro. Back to back to back. Oh my god, man. Someone stop this, brother, bro. Nah, bro. Too much, bro. I swear. Way too OP, bro.
We do see the final pickup here coming in from
literally Kelra and Kyrie Esports. And they gave Kyrie Fanny. Kyrie is an assassin god. They gave him Fanny. 805.
Wasn't the greatest here, so this is the redemption arc. And finally, for the red side, Guan Yu. No CC in sight.
My biggest question now is, okay, even though there is not much CC on the side of Team Flash, for the side of SA, well, if they are under farm, you have no damage. Yes, you are very tanky. Yes, you are very survivable. Yes, you have anti-heal capabilities against the likes of Team Flash. But can
I don't know what they're thinking first pick twice though, bruh.
In another part where look at SAUL. You have fantastic picks, mid to late game.
I think they, but this time better picks, so maybe they will.
Who's gonna mark? You have no crowd control. Your only crowd control is Zhang Fei.
Oh yeah, they have no crowd control. They have wait, Lorian's ultimate is crowd control too, I think.
Your backline in the full DeLorean.
Oh wait, it's not a crowd control. It's like a flicker. Yeah, maybe he can do it.
I mean, if you really want to.
Wait, Neza? Let's go. Neza is good. Neza is good against Yang Jian. But Musashi would have been better. Musashi or someone like. I mean, Agudo would have been a bit good there.
Exactly the case, right?
Because of Guan Yu. But if he could avoid the Guan Yu.
Quite a couple of nice hits in.
Bro, actually already getting zoned out. What is it gonna do with, bro? Come on, bro.
I think so, yeah. Because considering the fact that we had a discussion, yes, extreme on the low end, amazing damage, amazing crowd control, but vulnerable to ganks, vulnerable to flanks, and also longer range, and he doesn't really have wave clear.
So this is what we mean by little details matter, right? That first tanks
Let's see
and
what
push
happens
by
this
here
game, bro.
already damage Extreme to
I won my
counter
first
a
game as well of the
significant
day.
lower piece
Oh,
of
2
health.
stars.
And that means they actually get to be a little bit more aggressive with the help of Julius and Hilda coming into the lane. So that initial clear means they have the faster rotation, they have the quicker pressure.
And we can already see like Hilda in towards the top side, just helping you get so much of these farms in hand and then getting this space bright for a better rotation later on.
Yeah, but Primal Portal is so important, especially for both teams, right? This increases your rotational speed. You get free EXP, free gold as well, and you also have the chance to let your team know, hey, we have the Clash and on lockdown. He's gonna take some time to clear the wave. Let's see what kind of play we want to make in that time.
Yeah, and especially every time that minion waves are available in like a mid-segment.
They know they have to share a lot of
game,
gold with
start to
Kong.
see
He's going to snowball him, yeah.
rotations, and these rotations.
But Dolly
are
and
something
Yang
on the
Jian
map,
combo
which is
kinda OP,
information
right?
from the side laners on both sides.
It is. And information is the name of the game. Regardless of what genre you play, knowing more than your opponents is always going to be prior. It's going to be beneficial to you as well.
Peak MOBA? Okay, buddy, this is not peak MOBA, bruh.
Coming in, it's not going to be a good start. Quite a bit of damage, but Kyotizi
Nice
is a
code though,
4-1.
bro.
He does not have an escape. He's not 4.
And
That's just 4 different angles here, and a 4-kill TZ here. He didn't even find an angle to use his double spell to in towards the flash. Poor boy, that's just a sad way to die.
Yeah, but the most painful part is not just about giving away the first blood, right? In most cases, you might be looking for a return. If you're on the side of SAUL, you're kind of figuring, okay, look, someone's getting ganked. Can we find a response? Can we gank someone else? But Ye was away from danger in that point, and the rotations have started becoming quick for Team Flash.
It's a little horsey, right, on the side of Guan Yu. And we talk about, you have no crowd control, so how do you break the charge bar? Because that's the Guan Yu's main mobility spell on his passive. Can't break it, he's just like ankle breaking you with his bite.
Yep, and Soaring Green Dragon, second skill, that is a free cleanse as well. So if it was difficult before, this might seem a little impossible at times.
And the goalie mentioned, look at this, only 1 kill for that Team Flash, and they're already pulling 1,000. Yes, you need a lot of gold coming in from SAUL, but
I like this graphic though.
Here. We look towards these picks, very mid to late game, and if you are unable to really safely scale to those item breakpoints, you will see moments like this.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to refresh something for Julius. On the back line, though, they want to go on to shoot Duck, but it looks like he's perfectly fine. Now, Julius, though, might not be in the same situation, but this is curious. Doofy's a bit low. I don't think they want to over-aggress for just a roam live here.
But for that Team Flash is a very good trade, right? Doofy, Lone Rider Outburst, extremely long cooldown on that long-range ultimate. I think early game is about like, what, 40 or 50 seconds if you do hit it. So, critical cooldowns unavailable, and you see the initial rotation coming in from Ye without clearing the way. So that could be a potential breakpoint for SAUL to capitalize on that top turret.
It is, but it's all about the timing here. Team Flash says, you know what? We'll give you the free damage. You won't be able to take the turret just yet. We want the tyrant first, and we can punish you even more. But SAUL, I like the response. Immediate trade with the Overlord as well.
Very smart, right? You can see the map has been segregated to 2 different sides. Red side, Team Flash on towards the bottom side, and you see blue side, SAUL, covering the top side. This is what we call half-man movement coming in from both teams. Yo, back line.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. They wanted to get him there, and it is Extreme. He tried his best, but still taken down. Hilda here with a big kill for Team Flash. 2 kills. Clean slate so far.
And this is going to be a very big issue for Team Flash. No crowd control, no wave clear. Rin gets tagged on.
Yep, that's a huge jump. I don't think they will be able to get him. He does have the infinite fastness. Takes his first flight as a Dragon. Tofu also has the refresh available if needed.
And you can start to see that, yes, you commit 4 people in towards the bottom side. There's still the wave. But take a look at the top side here. Minion with 200 gold. Sacrifice into the turret here with no one picking it up. And you can start to see rotations coming in from the side of SAUL towards this bottom side that's being matched by Team Flash to remove any potential of the turret phase.
They don't even get it. The calls are being called. They want to go for the fight instead. Frozen for the side. Flash from Hilduck as well. Everything expended. No lives taken. But the biggest deficit,
they haven't taken a T1. It's good engage, but like we said, your composition is mid to late game here, even if you find a perfect one. Yeah, Miriam getting pushed back. Does he have his ultimate? No, he does not. Has to use a flash. They've already done the damage. No more common spell. Oh, there's a big bait. Extreme though. There's a nice knockup.
Oh,
Here we go.
shit.
What is going to happen? They're going to try and take the life
Ah,
of
bro, this time they're just getting
They
cooked.
take Kong down as well. Your jungler, the tanks, they're gone. Miriam is too low to do anything at
I
this
don't know if
point.
they'll be able
And
to
Team
win
Flash,
this game,
they just
bro.
went
They're already
over
throwing
and over
early.
again. Better trades. That's the problem. Kong went in towards the backline, and if no one tags the healing reduction, everyone's goodness! It's Tofu! Dolia gets a kill as well!
I told you,
And with
I
that, the
said
T1
Dolia
takes
Yang
a
Jian combo
fall.
kinda OP,
Team
bro. Too
Flash,
OP.
they've gotten a lot stronger here. They are on fire right now, kid. Tofu getting the Celestial Melody on towards Julius here. We were talking about like how Isaac mentioned here. Julius didn't have the best of the best games, but right now he's 2-0-2, highest goal, highest net worth in the game, and he is having an amazing game on this Yang Jian pick here. Start the fight. We see the nerds are charging on towards here, but yes, no healing reduction tag on towards the Yang Jian here, having free damage galore on towards the side here.
Bro,
And then
crazy,
you see
bro.
the Wings of Judgment poking down Miriam and then executed by the Hound with a bit of a damage coming in from Tofu for that clean wipe and the mid tower. Okay, that is not a kill steal. It's a kill secure, yeah. Right? And the Roman Zadonia, I secure the kills for my team a lot of the times. It's all about teamwork here. And I'm not joking. But I'm still against the idea of just going to execute my buddy. Yo, I want safety. I want guarantee here. That's what I'm doing. So don't execute. Dolia's fine. Okay, I'm joking. Don't do that. But you know, if you want to have fun. And right now, fun it is. It is
Who
going to
said
be
Dolia
coming around for the
execute
side of
Dolia's
Kong.
point, bro?
Trying
Holy
to get
shit.
with the flash. Does have it. But what about the lives of the other members? What a catch from the side of here. One more attempt of defense coming in. They're going to force out the bridal alphas. Doofy still does have the redemption. But for all the exchanges they've had, Team Flash walks away as the winner still. Crazy play from both the junglers, right? You can see Kong 1v3 the backline and Julius just holding 4-man down by his own self. So the junglers play a very big part, like we mentioned just now in the pre-game discussion here. Who are our key matchups? Kong currently on that Nutsa, and Julius currently on that Yang Jian. But jungle is just free flow, buffet for the side of Team Flash, especially SAUL. There's just no answers. It's a very difficult position to be in, right? Because on side of SAUL, the moment you burn the big ultimates, there's no more refresh, right? You want to make the trouble a little bit more difficult for the side of Team Flash, but you don't have the cooldowns to do it. You want to play, you know, with the cooldown timers on the side of Team Flash, but because they're trailing, it's not looking too good. And with the damage coming in, look at this. Julius, he jumps in again. Doofy, he is gone! Killing spree for the side of Julius, and this means Team Flash, another turret in the bag. T2 in the mid gone, and maybe Kong might be caught out once again. He's looking for it. You can try to fly, you can take to the skies, but we will have your life 4-on-1. Right now, Kong jumps away.
First game was still like, okay, bro, they might win. Now it's just RNDX remaining that we need to see if they can do anything. I think RNDX might have a better chance to win. One game at least.
Get any single objective here.
Depending on who their enemy is in opposition.
Upcoming fight will be really crucial here. The Shadow Tyrant or Shadow Overlord. If SAUL can stall the game, manage to trade off the specific objective, then maybe he can stall until KOTC and Extreme's item power spike later on. It's going to be a bit difficult, right? Because if you take a look at Julius, did he have a lot of damage just now? Not really, but right at this point of the game, he just got Dragon Rage. That's going to amplify the damage you deal towards your opponent's based on your health goals. And Julius already has close to, I think, almost 10,000 hit points at this point. And here comes, they want to get Extreme. Maybe just push them away at this point, because 20 seconds more, we have the enhanced version, the shadow variant of our neutral objectives. It's a bit of a tap, right? Just forcing out the play, but go on. Yang Jian goes in, gets CC locked. What are you doing, Julius? It's 10 minutes. That's a big troll coming in from Team Flash Jungle. Yeah, the greed is real for this one, and the punishment comes through. SAUL, maybe this is the chance to find something across the gorge. Shadow Tyrant,
With a better draft, they're still losing.
16 seconds is not a lot of time for them to work with. SAUL, the members are already flying over. But with the Wings of Judgment, they're poking them down. Miriam tries to push them away, but there's too much damage. As we look at the fight, it's going to be split. Goofy falling low, catches two with the Unbridled Alphas. They go in! What a knockup there! Can they get the
finishing blow. Tofu is the first one to fall, but it's just a donut, just a support. They need more from the side of Flash. And I say, this might be a huge risk. They've already burnt most of their ultimates here.
The damage is done and the health bars are blinking low. Julius goes in.
Kong, he's so low. They got Extreme as well. This is a disaster for the side of SAUL. Team Flash, they have made it back in time. They want to take the Tyrant at this point. This is a Shadow Tyrant. But Rin, Julius, and Huda, they're all low as well. Maybe they can steal this away. Kong does have the smite. They're pushing them away. Hang on, reset. This is a different fight right now. The freeze comes through, and here comes the pain. Huda with the Wings of Judgment. He wants to push Kaltizi away. Successful in doing so, and it is here all alone 1v4.
Skyfall comes in, tags on towards Yo. Yo will slowly burn down. That's gonna be a kill going over here, and Kong is still indestructible in towards the backline here, kid.
Yup, and here comes
the Kong, bro. Come on, carry these guys.
Unable to find a target.
Zero
Kong
speed.
actually uses the Universal Ring to find his targets. They know the position of Team Flash right now. It is a 4v5, but Kong is so low. It might as well be a 4v4 at this point in time. The reset comes in. Oh, hang on. This might be a mistake. They've gotten it. And Julius, he needs to win this fight 50-50, but he's getting pushed back. Hang on. Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Let's go.
Easy. He gets the first right.
Oh, no. Julius got it.
Falls once again. SAUL, they found an opening. If Julius falls here, that's going to be disaster for Flash. But they won't be able to do so. And SAUL, they're going to be happy with the prize. The key one in the mid for now.
Minimal take, at the very least, Team Flash secures that Shadow Tyrant here, but that fight went on for almost 3 minutes in that Tyrant pit just now, kid.
I mean, okay, I talk a lot in class, so this is fine, but Extreme is falling a lot, really low at this point. Yo wants to get some value at this point from their charge, but unable to find any Flash. They have 50 seconds of this Primal Bond, but also means 50 seconds of the Tyrant. But what can they do?
They can do aggressive plays. Remove that final tier 3 in towards the top side.
Bruh.
Jungle control.
Who said I'm due for this guy, bro?
Won over the votes coming in from
He said, this guy said I'm due.
Tagging in for that 1v1. Getting that wave in control. 30 seconds right now. We will see one more final push before we have another Shadow Overlord tussle between the two teams.
The fans are really dictating the pacing of this game, right? All the Team Flash fans have voted. This pit is owned by Team Flash, and right now the game is also owned by Team Flash. All they have to do is just slowly poke them out. Yuda opens up the Wings of Judgment. They want to get the poke damage in. This is actually before the real fight begins, but Julius says, no, I want it to end now. They want to force out the big important skills from the side of SAUL. If you're not going to oblige, I'm going to take the turrets. T2 taken down. It is just the tier 3s left. SAUL maybe on their last legs.
Patiently play coming in for side of Team Flash, pushing the final tier 2. Going for the Shadow Overlord here. Take a look at the position coming in from Yug here. It's a very deep flanking angle, but has been popped up by the Ring of Fire to find the specific position here. But take a look at the position here. They're coming for Kong.
We have found him. His form one. He does not have the defenses for this. Everyone on him. You can run. You can hide. But Kong, you will not survive. And Team Flash, they find the target, even though they were not looking for him. And here's the kicker. It's Tofu that gets the kill.
It's fine. Taking down the enemy jungle for the next 30 seconds here without burning your crucial spells. This means you can find a potential flank when all 3 minion waves crash simultaneously in towards the high ground here. You need to defend Seoul Esports. This is 15 seconds on the line.
This is going to be a slow push. They want to push them away from the T3s. It's all about pushing away. It's not about the fight. Rin, you managed to get the T3 in the mid. That's a nice position to be in for the side of Team Flash. Doesn't matter if they lose lives here. It's about taking the T3s. One done. Second done. Third one all the way at the bottom. SAUL, they haven't found a response. Julius, he wants to go in. The backline is exposed. And Julius might have to give his life, but they don't mind.
Yes, let's go.
Get the kill, that's fine. Team Flash, they've already done the damage with the Wings of Judgment. Yudak as well pushes them back. And Team Flash, job is done.
But it reminds me what Nora mentioned yesterday on the broadcast, where the Yangjin scales off in towards the late game here, similar to Ogre, where early to mid game, you're like a battle lord, a warlord looking for blood, hungry in damage. But in the late game, you start to be less tanky and less efficient in these team buffs, as you can see. Kill TV, item power spikes, easy enough, double ultimate chunking down that Yangjin here. And without the Yangjin here, this Shadow Turner should be going in freely into the hands of SAUL. It should be the case. That should be the case for the side of SAUL.
Let's go. Take this turret, bro. Take this turret. Let's go.
Going in on the backline, shooter falling low, does not take a fall, but Kong is the one being called out. Somehow Ye has found an angle. They want to get the first life on the side of SAUL. They will get it. Maybe this is the one that breaks the entire roster of SAUL, and it is Team Flash. My goodness, they are so strong. Both teams are so aggressive at it. Every single chance that they find in the numbers advantage, they will always go for the fight. But unfortunately,
Split rank push. What?
DPS coming in from KLTZ.
What? What is it? What did you say? Bro, if you're watch party, then who? Bro, अगर आप watch party कर रहे हो तो HOK में कौन है अभी online fast split rank push? Bro, मैं ही कर रहा हूँ bro. Watch party में ही कर रहा हूँ, खेल में रहा हूँ bro. वो साथ ही खेल रहा हूँ bro. हारने वाला हूँ team जैसे. इतना दिमाग खराब slayer सब चोरी कर रहा हूँ. अकेला वो लोग fight ही करे जा रहे, fight करके मारे जा रहे हैं. क्या करूँ? सारी team मर गई, मैं बचा अकेला. मैं slayer लेके मार
hit points, they will come back, they can be healed.
इतनी पागल टीम है भाई, कहाँ से गवा रहा है? दोबारा कितनी बार मार करूँ? सिग्नल 10 बार दे दिया कि मत लड़ो, स्ले रहा, आ ही नहीं रहा कोई, अकेला पागल हो गया. लेकिन उनके पास कोई टावर तो बचा नहीं है.
All they have to do now is to back off and play safe with the deterrence play by the side of Uduk as well. Team Flash, they just have the answers.
That was such a heroic play coming in from Uduk. He was like, oh no, that is a perfect flank coming in from the Nuta. He sacrificed himself. He pushed everyone away from that play itself.
Luffy, no, you can't do that. You don't have your ultimate. Miriam as well. He's falling low. They're pushing back. Here comes Uduk with more pain. Judgment, the feathers, they are made of steel. And it's going to be a heartbreak because Team Flash, they have started working on the Shadow Overlord. This might be the last one needed.
3 minion waves with mega minions. No more high ground turrets here. The Overlord will be an epic finisher for Team Flash in advancing for that AOE around United Esports here. But the game is not done. SAUL, they are still in it to work comeback.
I mean, Team Flash, right now, you can see it on their calendar. This is a date with destiny. And SAUL is in the way.
Goal lead is practically 50-50 as of this point here. Good ring of fire here. Pops Julius, Heaven and Earth form on the Yang Jin. The waves are marching through.
Damn, bro. 18-minute game.
He's looking for you.
Yeah, they want to get this Shangri. Unable to find a Miriam.
Oh, that one you kid is like hella cool though.
Singular target for now. This is not the biggest play just yet. They want the backline. This is a distraction. They can get the rampage with the life of Miriam, and the base is exposed. One more round. This is where the Shadow Overlord comes in.
How do they hold for the next 35 seconds? Because this is a 4v5 angle with a big dragon going in.
This jumps in. This is a big moment. Big stance. Ye is on the back line. They want to get the damage in. Kill Teasy gets a life of Ye. But your turret, that is the big one. Right now, the save comes in from Doofy. Hang on. There is enough damage. Doofy will give his life for the call. But they just need to hit the crystal. He gets it. Do it. Team Flash finds that game with Buriram later. And SAUL, this was a great lesson, but it's a painful one.
Keys are crushed. Hearts are crushed, and we bid goodbye to SAUL Esports from our KWC 2026 play-ins here. And Team Flash, they fight for survival and they advance further to face Buriram for that final slot.
Team Flash right now, with the soul of sportsmanship, are gonna go and say goodbye to SAUL Esports. Boys coming in all the way from the Kings Arise, India, second place. This is gonna be the end of the road for them. This KWC 2026. We're very happy to have had them here. It was amazing to that. But at this moment, let us congratulate the winners. Team Flash is gonna move forward to the final of the lower bracket.
I mean, kid, that final finisher still got me very excited. My adrenaline was pumping. Like, the moment was 3 overlords marching in towards the enemy base, and then he was like infinite fastest up. Like, do I want to go in? Do I want to take the risk? Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was the moment, right? And Team Flash, this is a lesson you must learn from them. They know how to close games. That's the most important part.
Okay.
But out of this entire experience in our best of 3, the most important part I feel for both teams is they must be proud because both teams have improved. This game, what is the game changer here? I feel like it's Silver.
I feel like it's
Garuda.
Initially, we were talking about like Julius and also Tofu for that double. Oh, we have a Team Flash jersey over there. Bro, can I borrow that? Can I borrow that? Wait.
Oh my gosh, ladies
Okay,
and gentlemen, I know that you cannot see
I
it
will show you
right
on the
now.
screen.
But the fans for Team Flash are just going crazy around on the stage. They're really happy about what's going on. This is actually nice. We love
Okay,
to
we
see
have the
people
Team
just
Flash
enjoying. Look at
jersey
that.
here.
The trip.
Team Flash coming in from AOG Vietnam, and they are marching it through to face Buriram in that lower bracket finals. Yeah, congratulations, Team Flash.
hell no,
Good luck
bro,
in the
get
next
out of
one,
here.
man. My guy.
So this one is
My guy.
a big experience because they get
He said
Thank
my
you.
guy, bro.
bench, and this is what they've been looking for since yesterday, right? And to finally get that, how satisfying is that? I am very happy to see that Team Flash and SAQL Esports were actually so good and so commended into just providing us a good match, right? Like that was the main idea. These 2 games were so entertaining. Yeah.
It's not just entertaining, but it's intense. Back and forth team. But you remember, kid, you almost passed out because you were losing your breath. 10 minutes to 13 minutes, they were just fight. Tofu's up, fight again.
Yes.
Kong has no HP. Back to the fountain, we fly in again.
Do you know why I survived? Because Tofu and Dolia got so many kills as a role. Like that was insane. Okay, but the jokes, of course, we will leave that for later. I want to see what else we have to offer for the rest of the day. I actually really like the fact that these games had a lot of kills. They had a lot of fights. It was really interesting for us to be able just to be entertained by that. So what about if we just move right now on stage? Mara is ready to show us a little bit, to share with us the thoughts of the players with the interviews.
And here we are with Julius. Congratulations from Team Flash. That was a great fight, great 2-0. But we also noticed that you guys were so disciplined and so patient, especially in game 1, where you guys were behind in gold, in towers, and kills, but you were able to wait for that right moment. Is patience and trusting the late game composition part of your team's identity? How did you stay so patient with that?
Hiện tại bây giờ á là ở cái trận hồi nãy á, mình đã thua về cả tiền, cả trụ và cả mạng hạ gục, nhưng mà tôi thấy là cái đội của mình rất là kiên nhẫn, mình chờ để nắm bắt cơ hội đúng lúc để mình có thể lật kèo. Thì cái đó có phải là cái xu hướng của mình thường hay đi hay không, hay là cái tư duy của mình như thế nào để mình có thể lật kèo lại được cái trận đấu vừa rồi?
Tự win á thì em chả biết, đánh một hồi tự win luôn.
We actually don't know what just happened, but we just believe in it and then we won.
Oh, well, congratulations. Now, yesterday, you were defeated by Buriram. And later on, in today's matchup, you're going to go up against them once again. It's going to be a rematch. What would you guys be doing differently? And any predictions on that match later on?
Thì ngày hôm qua mình đã đấu với lại Buriram rồi và mình đã bị
Buriram.
Thì ngày hôm nay mình sẽ quay lại và mình
Never mind. Now that SAQL is out, we'll watch MLB.
mình sẽ thắng họ hay không?
Hôm qua thua rồi thì nay thua tiếp với chị.
Because we already lost to them yesterday, so we expect to lose them today as well. Because they lost yesterday, you expect to lose again today?
What the hell is this guy?
Oh, that's very surprising. Now, how about let's invite the audience to support
Bro, what is this guy, bro? He said we lost to them, so we'll I expect to lose to them again.
mình nghĩ là mình sẽ thua thì bây giờ
Is this guy stupid?
muốn có một cái năng lượng từ bên các fan hâm mộ, các bạn khán giả cổ vũ mình.
What is this guy on, bro?
Ngày hôm nay không?
Có rồi.
Yes, please.
What is this, brother, bruh? That's the oddest interview I've heard. Brother just goes, we lost to them already yesterday, so we expect to lose to them today as well. What the hell?
We lost yesterday, so we're expecting to lose again today. Like, I know what game you're playing right over there. Come on.
They ain't playing no games, brother. That guy's stupid as shit.
Just winning the next best of 3 will push Team Flash into the group stages with the top 16 players, man. With the top 16 teams out there. Now, let's break down a little bit the action of this game number 2.
This one was so beautiful. From inside SAUL, esports, the Alberta Alberts catching onto the street, they're charging in. But these are the moments where you can see that, guys, it's enough fighting, let's stop and focus on something as a shadow objective. But at the end of the day, it boiled down to this specific fight that was so close coming in from both teams. You see, Young gets taken down, he goes dangerously low, Kong survives against this specific play, and then actually comes on towards this was so dark close. Look at the HP of the shadow timing here. It was like what? 420, 420! I thought that extreme actually brought the game for SAUL at that point, right? Because he actually got like 3 different members on the side.
That was low-key a stupid move. Like, what? Just hit the turret once. That was a good play by Gale, though.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I sincerely believe that in that moment, like, the fight did not feel like Team Flash was gonna be able to still destroy the Courage Stones. In some sort of way, like, just my gut feeling was telling me, ain't no way that this is happening again.
Yeah, I mean, tough for teams, right? This was really intense for a couple of reasons because we really couldn't tell at times. Like the last one, I thought SAUL got the defense, but only because I didn't notice the gun was in the sky. That's what made the team down. It was completely. These are the moments where I'm talking to so many people. You're in the sky, you're thinking like, do I respect Cold Career and my social media status? I failed that play, and then everyone's just saying, why do you go for it? Why do you go for it? But now you went for it. Everyone's been praising you for a risky play.
Big risks and big wins. And right now, Team Flash is gonna go a little bit for a break, and they're gonna wait to play against Boomerang Esports one more time. One big thing. Ladies and gentlemen, match number 1 is done. Match number 2 is getting ready. What about to go for a break as well? And when we come back, we're gonna begin the action of our match number 2.
Hey, yo, what? There's more videos? No, I'll switch to ML as soon as they have their intros and everything done. I don't want to get bored watching the intros and shit.
Is in our DNA.
Bruh, what did I do?
It becomes our superpower.
Let me see if ML started.
Now imagine
Let me see. ML. So there's 20 minutes. Every ML channel, whether it be US or whatever, it's got PH Indo people. What the hell? Bro, 24, I thought they started it, bro. Burrito. Hey, bro, 22 quite a big, bro. Hold on. Maybe this has some tension. Maybe before that, this has something.
He can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing but go! Tyler 1, you're done.
Bro said Tyler 1, you're done. Let's go. That's my go to dab, bro. Go to dab. Uncle dab, bro.
Ready to go. Match number 2 is going to be right over here. OG Esports is going to go against Blacklist International. Saki and Kin, after that amazing performance over there, just breaking down the games and everything, needed to go and have a breather. They need some water. They need to have a break. So I went on the green room and then I got myself Holler and Nora. Holler, Nora, how are you doing?
I think we're great. We're definitely excited to be here. Obviously, continuing on with the momentum of day 1. Yes. A lot of good games here.
Where's Sagi, bro?
Been more thrilled to be at the lower bracket because everyone
Who's this, bro? Where's Sagi the cutie, bro?
It's like a one-way ticket.
I can see that Nora got all her homework right over there, spread out around the table, so you know that the notes are gonna be on point. OG Esports and Blacklist International, they are 2 amazing teams. Big names that they're gonna come in. Only one of them is gonna stay, and the other one is gonna just going back home, all the way to Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I think going into today, we were kind of like, okay, where would these teams go? Especially in, Group B, right? Yeah. All of these guys are definitely high level, very strong teams, and their ability to proceed is going to be at risk here. It's an elimination game. I'm scared for both of these squads here.
And I feel like these seasons are quite even, because both teams are very experienced, and also they fight such great games yesterday. So I felt like today is going to be a very even match.
Yesterday's performances from both OG Esports and Blacklist International leave some questions out there, because we've seen them for so many years. These are names that they have been around already for a while. And seeing the performances yesterday just leave an afterthought of, is this going to be like a one-day kind of thing? Or is it just like 2 days and they're just going back home?
Yo, welcome to Street Talkers Channel. ये क्या अरे 20 मिनट प्लस है भाई इसमें MSC में, तो इसको देख रहा हूँ.
They were third place for a reason going into this one, and that's kind of where their inconsistencies lie. And you kind of saw what they were trying to do against, Nongshim. Unfortunately, they were not able to kind of overcome. I thought the drafts were okay. They were kind of setting themselves up for success, but in the end, when it came to those team fights and like the actual macro play, they just got outclassed by Nongshim.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I feel like the draft is definitely okay, but it's like the understanding towards the patch. They didn't really prioritize the side lanes, and at the same time, when they face against Nongshim's team four, it feels like it's a little bit vulnerable for them to do all of those outputs.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at things where, Nongshim, when they're playing and they're going in, they're doing it as a team, right? The coordination is on point. Right now, it kind of seems like OG, everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and it's not really paying off in the end.
Well, if you look at the team that they have in front of them, Blacklist International, these guys, they have always, like every single time that I have seen them perform, they're always
Onyx,
been
Rora,
top
MSC
11.
2026,
Right now,
Onyx,
2026
Onyx,
is
Rora,
not
look,
their
bro.
best
I don't think
performances,
I've ever
but
seen
I
anyone
know
do
that they
that.
have it in them.
Kelra
And
3
I'm
item
really
swap
looking
in like
forward just
seconds,
to see
bro.
the old
Holy
Blacklist
crazy, bro.
International from 9 months ago when they were just like at their top,
Yeah.
just to kind of like come in and show up today.
I feel like that was like a 1-2 right yesterday. 1-2 yesterday, and I still remember the first game.
Never
that
seen anyone do a
won
3 item swap that fast, bro.
DCG.
That was
That
too OP,
was
bro.
a game closed out within 13 minutes. It's such a fast tempo now,
Yes.
so do you believe in their capabilities about doing this?
Definitely very strong. I mean, if we're looking at the OG side, this is again, we have high expectations. There was a bit of a surprise in terms of just making it to the EWC as they slid into that third slot, but still, now potentially
What happened? What the hell?
everything at risk. Again,
Who the hell
incredibly
is this
scary
guy,
for
bro?
OG. They need to shore up all those weaknesses, and they need to do it quickly.
I mean, they need to just spotlight someone who's got to be Dao Dao, man. Like, you cannot just come in here, 12 MVPs in the 2026 IKL spring season, and then you cannot just go out after 2 days of competition. You want to keep claiming those MVPs, man, so you please just stay here with us for a little longer.
I mean, that's the whole expectation, right? And I think that if you're a fan of IKL, this is that squad. You're thinking that with Dao Dao at the helm in terms of this jungle, you have that huge expectation, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like we mentioned a lot about how important Dao is to this team, and we mentioned about their jungler core team playstyle.
Right.
But the problem is that in this patch, this little hero can let you to lead the whole pace, right? That's a problem. A lot of tanks that you can see, a lot of warriors that you can see, and how you're gonna use heroes like Agudo, heroes like Kaiser to lead the whole team pace. It's kind of a bit difficult for core like a
But
jungler
Onyx
core
versus
team
Echo
player
2023 MSC 40-minute game. Onyx beat 3-0 the 2023 final. What's hell now, bro?
This patch
We don't give a
right
shit,
now,
bro.
it's just a lot more even. You cannot just have like the one player that
You have to
going
remember,
carry
teams are way
everything
stronger now. Every
around.
team is stronger
OG
now.
Esports
And
Blacklist
like, their
International,
mechanics,
they have a
everything is like
very
really high level now,
similar
bro.
game style.
Compared
They
to back
are
then.
aggressive. They like fighting. They like going around. OG might just go around just thinking about like what are the objectives that we can get for Blacklist International. Where Joshi goes, destruction is gonna follow.
Yeah, but you kind of saw that in the series with DCG. Joshi had an amazing game one. That's why they won, right? Game two, they're like, okay, let's focus in on Joshi. Let's make sure that he doesn't have a good game, and that's why they were able to overcome. So while he's an all-star player, if you limit him, that's how you kind of take down Blacklist.
And I feel like we can put the top duels together because it's not only Joshi but also the top laners. You definitely need to put Champion 1 with Josh together because we know that Champion 1 once he
Blacklist still alive, but only it's okay. Yeah, man. Blacklist still
he's trying to find a lot of places which he can jump right in and initiate. Then I feel like the winning rate will higher up on the side of Blacklist. On the other hand, if he just plays some tank heroes like Alta or like it's kind of a little difficult for them to find out of opportunities or open the doors for them.
I'm telling you, the stakes are extremely, extremely high. Their dreams could be crushed right over here, and the dreams of S8 were crushed as well as their key. The key goes in, it's being handed, and then all the hard work in just 1 second. Crushed and pulverized right over there.
Yeah, I mean, crushed and destroyed everything, and I mean, yeah, you're gonna start celebrating now, and I think that they will be very.
But this Flash player like the most dumbest guy I've seen, bro. They said Buriram beat you yesterday to send you to the lower bracket. What do you think will happen today? What are you expecting to do today? He says we lost today, so we are expecting to lose today as well. What the hell is this, bro?
In about 1 hour time, one of these
Bro just wants a little bit of money and lose, bro. That's it.
Right over there on stage, their keys are going to disappear as well. Their dreams in the KWC 2026 are going to vanish. And we're really looking forward to an amazing game. It doesn't matter who's going to win, who's going to lose. As long as this is going to be an amazing performance for
Wait, let me see what's going on with MSC.
I think it matters.
Bro, 30 minutes left, bro.
PKL and IKL,
Too long left.
rivalry is absolutely real.
Who you
That's why they're
think?
going to be focused in on this one. To be able to send the other team from the other region
Who you
home,
think? Who we
it's
can
gonna be
consider the
huge in
faker of
terms of bragging
MLBV?
rights here.
I feel like that says
Bro, no one, bro. Faker was unkillable back then.
Edge of the game, right?
I mean, Kelra is up there, bro. Gold status.
Mistake, you might just flip.
And that's why things are very scary, right? Elimination game,
you have to go all in. It's a best of 3. You got to cheese your way into any sort of victory to catch them off guard. There's a lot of familiarity between the two teams, so the draft is key.
Exactly, the draft is key. So, if they are going to put all their monies on the junglers, I think it's gonna be a Jing play today, maybe, or you kill today, or a play.
We're talking about just like big junglers, big assassin cores right over there, the pace, the Jinx. We have not yet seen a Luna, and I really want to see the Luna just flying around. I sincerely just want to see top assassins just going around, taking the kills, and really just showing the aggression that these two teams are really qualified for.
Yeah, I kind of want that as well. I mean, not only is it more entertaining to watch, but I think that you're also kind of putting, Dao Dao and Joshi in a prime position to carry the game, right? If there are those assassin-style heroes, obviously it needs to fit in terms of draft synergy and all of that, but let your all-star players shine.
That's why the BPA is just like a chess match.
Agreed.
It is just a chess match because you cannot just ban everything. It is a trade-off, right? Like, you need to understand which areas you are going to prepare just to give out to your opponent.
Did India already? Yeah, bro. But RNTH is left. SC Duel already got gapped.
That might be the most fun part for today, because since we're doing in the lower bracket, some team, when they're facing like stress of might get eliminated, they might go for the late game. That's the point. Even though we mentioned about these teams are known for their aggressiveness, but they pivot a little bit because you might hold back a little bit more, right? Because you need to make sure that you can win against the game. So maybe Nuwa might show its appearance in this game, I guess.
So I think that it comes to the draft, definitely a way to go. But for me, I'm always looking at game 1, setting the tone, right? I want to go early aggression, because then you put pressure on them to have to come back into the series somehow, and if you're able to take game number 1, again, just way more pressure on the others.
Exactly, and we are doing like a quick best of 3, so yeah, 1 game match point, so definitely game 1 is very important. So if they want to keep the momentum, then aggressiveness it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now we are getting ready to jump into this match 2. We're gonna have OG Esports. OG Esports came in here as the IKL Spring 2026 3rd place. In front of them, Blacklist International, the PKL Spring 2026 3rd place as well. One of them is going to go back home. The other one is going to stay here for a little bit longer. We're trying to just jump into the game, so stay here with us for a little longer. Just have some patience, and we're going to try to just break into this a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Blacklist lineup right now, and you see that Golden Kite is back into the farm lane. I mean, Ismora had previously subbed in terms of the game 3 yesterday. There were some questions, like, why would you sub in such an important game? Like, losing that one might have been due to the sub. I'm not entirely sure, but you probably want to put your best foot forward and have the twins on stage together.
All right, let me jump into that one just real quick, because from a coach point of view, we need to understand something. Let's just imagine, I have Golden Kite right over there. He's been performing really well always in PKL. People respect him a lot. When you know that you have Golden Kite in front of you, you know that you need to have your best performances always. You come to a game after a little bit of a setback. You sub him out. You bring in Ismora, who's a very young, very new player. What is the message that the coach is sending right over there? Because psychologically for Golden Kite, how does that even feel, just to be...
What the fuck is that name? Golden Kite, bro.
Such a critical moment.
Yeah, I've always talked about Blacklist International as being a family, and they literally are, as they have twins in terms of Dragon and Golden Kite. And to kind of separate them, again, I don't know how Dragon would feel, like knowing that your brother, your twin brother at that, is getting subbed out at this pivotal game. I would be very, flustered at the end of it.
I mean, like, emotionally, definitely frustration it will be, but to me, like, strategically speaking, I would say it might be good to rotate, because once you're sitting in the audience mode, you might hold a clearer mind to see the game, right? Because you can see the whole picture. You're not in game, right? You're not playing it. So definitely it's going to be a good opportunity for him to clear up his mind again, because the marksman matters a lot in this patch, especially during the laning. So I do believe after this rotation happened, he might just, keep his composure again and try to, analyze more about his laning details.
I think that's the beauty about team sports, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a coach that makes the decisions.
how those decisions are communicated is very important as well. So if you're so comfortable with it, I think game 2, I will sub out for Ismora. Okay, he's gonna come on to the casting desk and let's see how this one all plays out in terms of synergy.
Let's wait and see, right? Like maybe he's gonna come right over here, and then we're just gonna find like, okay, this was exactly what we were missing. Or maybe the fans at home, they're just gonna say like, please bring me Holder back because I cannot live without my Holder.
I think just backfired at the end of the day. I was like, oh, it's gonna be worse, but actually Isaac wants it to happen. I mean, if it's more, if you have to be there, let's get on right now. But all right, a little bit more of a pause in terms of just kind of getting the thing started here. Again, I'm looking at this as more of like the chess match in terms of Chorus,
ML needs to start quick, bro.
I know that he's next level. You see TG, also very a formidable coach as well. I mean, both of these guys have a lot of intel in terms of just like what sort of heroes they need to bring here.
Exactly. I mean, heroes definitely matters a lot, especially in this patch. I would say Zhang Fei will be the most big hero. Love, we always love will play against Zhang Fei, but there's one hero that I want to highlight a lot. It's Haya. You know, Haya, yes, I mean, like, the skill set is quite simple, and you can easily understand, like, he's an ulti, drag one person in, but it's all about the timing.
Yes.
Because, like, limit time, you're gonna restrict one of your enemies, so which is with your target, and will you successfully just get attached to these people, and how and when the timing will be it.
So let's just imagine like the highlights just a communication and synergy pick. It is more about like when I do pull someone right over here into the mirage, like what is going to happen? What is everyone going to be doing on the outside while waiting? If I can get the kill, amazing. But that's not what happens every single time.
Yeah.
Like if you do not get the kill and then you come out, like you need to have the support of your teammates just waiting in there with a clear action to follow.
Yeah, you force basically a team fight, right? When that Moonscape Mirage, I mean, a best case scenario, you do get the kill inside of it, but if not, you know 8 seconds later where the fight is going to be. You're dictating the pace of, again, that game because of that one step.
Yeah. And you definitely need to have a communication with your support because you're always going to see a Zhang Fei with Haya or Love with Haya. That's the thing, because you need to save the ulti from your support, helping you to create a really nice setting around your ulti.
Yeah, so I think that going in, you're going to see set sorts of drafts, right? Composition is going to be key. I know that, again, like I speak very highly about Chorus because I like what I've seen throughout the time that,
Come on, bruh. Started already, bro.
He really comes in with, like, set drafts, and that really throws off the other teams because his preparation is on point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, as you can see on your screens, we are on a technical pause. This technical pause just allows us just to be able to be completely sure that everyone has
the technical pause already
to have a fair and an interesting game. So thank you very much, everyone at home watching the stream right now, for your patience. We appreciate that a lot. We have professionals just working on that. And as we finish with it, we're going to jump into our game 1 of match number 2. Stay here with me because Holler and Nora, they have a lot of things that they want to talk about. And what about we just keep just breaking down a little bit more of the action that happened yesterday? I know that hero-wise, after you go back and then you look at the stats, of course, you have the Zhang Fei. It was the most picked hero from yesterday. But the meta pick for me yesterday was the Pei. For me, the Pei was the meta pick, 100% VP participation. If it was out there 3 times, 2 wins, 1 loss. But in every single VP, if it was allowed, it was taken, and if it not, it was just completely banned.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and a lot of team on the blue side will go for the Pei for the first choice. But the thing is, if you want to counterattack Pei, right? Because we already know that Pei definitely will appear frequently this time.
So technical pause is crazy this early.
A lot of time, Yukio is going to be a counterattack towards this Pei, but the problem is that how you're gonna use Yukio to attack this Pei is that you need to make sure that in the mid game you can do the spam push better than the Pei, and that's the point how Yukio is going to play against Pei.
Yeah, it's known to be a bit of a counter in that sense. I think that the Pei has been, like, if we're talking about overall picks, I think it's only been picked 3 times. It's 2-1, 66% win rate. Not the highest, but again, I think it's more of like teams are kind of prepared for it.
Yes.
I do like it in best of 3s because of, again, you're talking about tempo and pace. It does all of those good things.
Yes, the tempo matters a lot, and also mention about the tempo. feel like another hero that I
Hey,
want to
bro, how
try
long
is
will this shit
Chicha.
take, bro?
Because I'm still
Wait. This technical pause might be as long as this, bro. Hey, bro, what's going on here? Bro, where's the countdown? Huh? Bro, the people know, that's why, like, there's barely anyone watching this right now. Like, ML. But where's the countdown, though, bruh? I'm so confused, bro. I don't even know when this will start. Never mind, bro. We'll go back to this one.
Draft because of the fact that it can be in multiple lanes,
Yeah.
multiple roles, if you will. But for me, the Chicha is great if you have more, again, early aggression because you kind of get that snowball going. It's a bit of a mid-game hero or mid-range hero. It doesn't have the longest.
Yeah.
So sometimes when that late game, when the like the Loons and the
What
Chanos, those
is
kind of
going
things can get
on?
the better of it.
And also
What is
that a
this,
really
bro?
important part is that once you flex this Chicha, usually means that you're gonna have 2 warriors or even 3 warriors in your composition, and which make the pushing the biggest question about your team.
All right, I'm gonna toss one more hero right over there because I saw it yesterday coming out and I was not ready for it because I did not do any homework on that because I did not even imagine that it could be an option, and it was the Alessio.
Ah,
The Alessio, as it came
Alessio.
yesterday, I was like, what was this? Like, that was like the biggest surprise of the whole day one. And I was like, okay, is this for real, for real?
Alessio,
for
yeah,
real, for
actually,
real?
I was very surprised. Is that very frequent to see?
No, definitely not. I think it was more of like a niche pick to the counter to kind of deal with it. I mean, Son is also very good in terms of just like his hero playstyle and like the pool that he has. But I do think that it was more of like a surprise pick more than anything. It caught everyone off guard.
Okay. It's more like a secret hero for like typical teams and players.
Yeah.
I mean, like Alessio, yes, I do like the way that how he's gonna jump up into the sky and dodge a lot of skills. But the thing is that it's kind of late game. But some of the players might like to take out Alessio as a counter attack to his own.
Yeah, that's kind of like the main idea. Shifting gears a little bit here. I mean, we kind of talked about the rise or the excellent Zhang Fei Lapu Lapu, top 2 picks thus far. I think that they've had a lot of impact, especially in these best of 3s where they've been almost first phase pick almost all the time.
Yeah.
I think that those are the type of heroes that, again, will continue on at least in the early part of the play-ins and the groups, probably.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And since we're doing best of 3, we might see these heroes coming out again and again. But I feel like one of the hero is kind of underestimated is Garuda. I think Garuda is very powerful in this patch, or the tempo that we mentioned again and again, right? If you go for first tempo.
I just think that when you think about Garuda, right, like you have like the reach, you have the damage. Like it is like as the time passes, the damage is just so strong. And the reach is like untouchable.
Yeah.
And if you have that option right over there in mid lane, then you can just clean wave, and then the rotations are so much faster. One of the heroes that I really look forward to see a lot more as the tournament just progresses.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I kind of feel like it's a bit underestimated.
Bruh,
Maybe
can
it's
this
because
bullshit stop,
we
bro?
didn't see it goes
Like,
really
bro,
well
how
for the
long,
pushing
brother?
at the bottom in the early game, because you can see like for the 4 minutes mark, there's a protection of the towers. They can just guard it well, so it's kind of like stopped for the Garuda to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, and I think that Garuda has kind of just taken over the Gan and Mo style, right? Which is, again, just be very far away, get the point man, get that damage in. The Garuda is, I think it does it a little bit better, and that's why you've seen the Garuda way more than like the Gan and Mo, which I don't think it's even been picked thus far.
I feel like it's very potential to see more Garudas coming out in the coming up matchup.
Yeah, but now, I mean, if we're also looking at the other piece, I think that we were kind of expecting like the AOV heroes to have some sort of impact.
Okay.
The Florentino's been picked once; it's lost that one game. We've seen the Lorien pick quite a bit.
Actually, I'm not that sure about Florentino because, as you said, it's very OP, it's very mechanical. But the thing is that you need time to practice for Florentino.
Yeah. Again, I think that it was Chammy one that I believe played it. Did not have too much success with it. So I do understand why. I mean, like, it's destroyed my rank games, but again, playing it to this level, when you need it on this international stage. Very difficult to do in this, especially in this short time.
Because we know that Florentino can be a great like solo hero, right?
Sure.
A laning hero, but the thing is, as you mentioned, it's a teamwork. We won't really see a lot of solo happen in the battlefield, right? Usually we see like, okay, the mid goes up or the jungler rotates up. So it's always going to be a 3-2 or 2-2 battle happen on the top side of the map. So it's kind of just restrict the strength of Florentino during the league.
Yeah, and actually, I think it's also because, you know, some of the rise of the traditional Clash laners.
Uh-huh.
Guan Yu's had quite a lot of success.
Love
It's
it.
3-1. You're looking at the Dharma, which is 3-0. Like, these are more to the traditional style. It's about that team fight.
Yeah.
And as I'm sure you're seeing with the global stage teams, is that they like to fight, right? And
Yeah.
they want to get those team fights in, and those team fight ults are actually pretty huge.
Yeah, I
No
do
shit,
like the
bro.
team fight, you know. Yesterday I was like shouting all the time, I feel like. I feel like, okay, keep doing those team fight. And also, you know, not only about the play style or the hero picks, and also I'm very amazed about the team stories, you know.
True.
Because once I get to know more about the teams overseas, I was amazed by their resilience and also their background stories. For example, like right today, this game is going to be OG play against Blacklist International, and for OG, they only got the third place.
Yo,
in
streamer
IPL
went talk,
spring
yeah?
season. But the thing is
Streamer,
that
streamer.
they almost like they
Oi,
almost
brother.
fell
Good-
to make it to the
Oi,
playoffs.
brother.
Because
Good morning,
they only
innit?
got, I guess, maybe
Oi, love.
this
Good
place
morning,
in
innit?
the regular
Yeah.
season.
Wagwan.
But then
Wagwan,
they just showed their
walaikum,
resilience
brother.
and went back
You better
from
watch your tone in
the
there, fam.
lower bracket.
You've been talking a
and
bit
make
too
it
much
to the
shit, yeah?
brackets final, and
You've been
then
talking a
won their
bit.
title
You've been
after
talking a
third place.
bit too much shit, yeah?
I kind of look at that, like, not a bit of a, I mean, it was a huge surprise going into the playoffs because
I'm
the
gonna shank you on a
expectation
G.
for, you know, OG in this case was very not really making
I
it
take,
top
but
three.
I
We're
don't
looking
know.
at Visaka,
Bro, this is
Kagenda,
like way
both,
too.
you know,
This is taking
both-
way too long. Low-key, way too long. Yo, okay, we're watching this. Brigida, let's go. We watched this instead. Better game overall. Oh wait, muted.
All right, before we do the introductions, let's introduce you to what happened yesterday to catch up
Bring
with
it
our
up, bring it
SDC
up on
Rewind,
cocaine or something.
which gave us a glimpse of what this story would ultimately become. We had so many twists and turns in the
Bagu.
beginning. It was kind of like Game of Thrones. We had no
Siggy
idea
Bum
who was
low-key
going to die,
weird
who
though.
was gonna
Wait,
live,
though, was
who
it
would be the
Lunar?
king. And at this point, Aurora yesterday
I'm gonna
came
say
in
it
as
was
maybe
Lunar or
the
Siggy Bum, one of them.
front-runner. And it was
One of
Ike
them
on
is
the
weird
back
as shit.
foot
Whoever is
who
in
were
that server,
trying
bro.
to prove themselves yet again after having a disappointing loss their initial outset to Aurora. 4 upper bracket rematches, Brig, but we had very different results on the other side.
I think it's really only been
Just one.
one similar result
Yeah.
to what happened in the group stage out of all the matches that we've seen here in the knockout so far. And that just goes to show that adaptability is really something you cannot question when it comes to the teams, especially those who already made it this far and made it through that lower bracket run.
Yeah, we've talked about adaptability a lot this MSC. I think yesterday was just a continuation of a new trend in our storyline, which is growth and evolution. The teams who had
Oh,
questions
by the way,
on
thanks for the loot in that big
underbacks heading into
crate.
the knockouts of can they get better, can they improve? The
Uh-huh.
teams who went through a harder
Oh, by the way,
route
thanks for that. The
actually
loot
got
in
to
that
show
big
up
crate.
and
Mine
show
now.
that they got to
Hashtag
grow
let
and
him
evolve.
know.
And team spirit is prime example of that.
You touch
with
it and
the
you're
sweep.
dead, buddy.
Not only swept, dominated.
You
Team
touch
battles.
it, and
Yeah,
the
I
next
agree,
time I
'cause
log
think
in,
it's
I'll
a trend
butcher
that's
every
been
single pally route.
observed even way back in MWI.
I'll
or even
make
wild
sure
card to our
I
finalists,
feed
to one
you
of
the food of your
finalists,
made from your
especially in
pals,
MWI,
buddy.
which
That's
was
what
again
I'll do.
Navi, had a very shaky start, but then eventually
Oh,
proved
by the way,
themselves to be
thanks for
deserving of
that.
a grand final spot. And I
Mine
think
now.
Team Spirit
Hashtag
and a
let
lot of
them
the
know
lower
it's
bracket
crazy,
teams
by
or
the way.
teams who we're seeing in the top 4 actually
By
have
the
a very
way, little
similar
girl,
run.
are you in
So who knows,
stream?
they
You're
might
watching
be
the stream,
next,
right?
and they might just
So
follow
you
those same
know
footsteps.
how
It's been a
there's a
while. This
movie
could
that's
be
got
the
that's
best
released
finish
today.
for a
It's
Mega
called
Mark team in
Spider-Man
a
Brand
long
New Day,
time.
and
Also, when
basically,
you look at EECA
Ned
and
basically
Team
remembers
Spirit,
who Peter
they have
is,
not reached the
and
grand final. This would
also,
be the first time
yeah,
a non-SCA
Punisher is going to
team
save him in this
would
one,
reach a grand
and yeah.
final.
What else do you want to know?
If you can do that in either the
Should I
MSC
DM
or,
you
of course,
the
the M
sponsors?
series, you're making history, and that is what is on the line here.
Hashtag let him know. Hashtag let him know, buddy.
Teams
Thanks for unlimited
were
that big
crushed,
girl.
but that also has
Mine now.
implications not just for our tournament today.
But yeah,
but for
your
the overall
Jet Dragon
tournament
catch
that
was
our
not
lovely
nothing
club
crazy.
championship
I got it
reporters
too.
have been
I
keeping
was
us
like
up to date
defeating
with
some
what's happening as a
bosses,
bigger part of
and
the
then I thought, you know
EWC
what? Let me go
ecosystem, which is
there,
why we need
and
to show
yeah,
you
I
the
just got
Aramco
myself a
Club
Jet Dragon too.
Championship rankings. Not Sphere still at the
Hashtag
top,
let
but
him
with
know.
every single game, there are new
Stupid.
implications, especially for Team Falcons here, as Aurora Gaming are now out, and Vitality are out as well in
The
that third
vicious
position.
esports satellite.
Team Falcons are the only team in the top 10 in MLBB, so the potential to grab even more points, to go for the potential back-to-back club championship title break, that is on the line here for Team Falcons.
Yeah, because you even saw Team Vitality drop yesterday.
Yeah.
And Team Falcons, it's been a challenge for them too. They've been one of the teams who had a much shakier starts, and they also had to go up against their sister org team just to make it here to the knockouts. So there's just so much more pressure, and there's so much more expectations on the line for Team Falcons this time.
Yeah, I mean, Flap even shouted out the bossness behind the scenes for Team Falcons. So I think it's not just the weight of the Philippines and the expectations of making it to the grand
Falcons
final
bosses
on their shoulders.
Yeah, they're like,
they're right there.
Hey, man.
And guys, I mean, if you look at the club championship rankings, if you just make it to the grand finals, and maybe even if you win, we could end this week in a very comfortable spot. No pressure, but we're looking at you.
So one of the interesting things too is that there's also $1 million on the line for the finalists, but there's many millions of dollars for the finalists of the club championship. So that pressure is real. We had an update with, I believe, Chris letting us know what's going on.
We're here at the tournament once again for a small club championship update. I say small, there's a lot been going on. As you know, at the MSC, it has been about Falcons trying to go through, as far as we're talking club championship at least anyway. But let's see how they're going to go on and do today in their semi-final. But otherwise, plenty going on. Of course, Alliance Vault is where, of course, SF6 is going down. Our back-to-back champion in Zhao here, Falcons representation, he is out of the tournament. Over, though, of course, when we talked about the other games over on Overwatch, a couple of teams dropping out as well. Team Liquid out. A torrid time continues for them. AJAL out. And then you're talking of Falcons again, they're down into the lower bracket.
AJAL is
As far
doing
as
the
it's going
interview
down
though,
over on
which
the
is
Kadir City
100%
Battlegrounds, though, for Warzone, that is, well, just starting to rumble away. You have Falcons in an okay position, but maybe not looking as hot as they would have liked. But Twisted Minds finally find themselves coming to the party. Other good representation still ongoing there in Warzone, but plenty more to update you on that throughout the rest of the week. There's your small little club championship update. I'll update you throughout the rest of the day.
Thank you so much, Chris. And of course, on the other side of that, it does mean that there were dreams dashed, dreams crushed, and I mean literally crushed. The teams that could not make it, Renmar, Greg, we know it. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing to see it, but it has to be done at EWC. You come in with a physical representation of all the hopes, of all the dreams, not just of you, of your region, but of your club. And Renmar, sometimes seeing it physically get crushed, it just adds that extra weight emotionally.
Yeah, this is my third straight year at EWC. It doesn't get old. Just seeing it, there's a new vibe to it every time, and it's because the stories evolve, the players evolve. You get new connections to them. That every time a key gets crushed, it hurts more and more.
And sometimes you like to actually kind of give yourself mental outs, like, you know, it's not that bad. We do it, but when you see your key crushed, it's like there's no out. You have to address the fact that you weren't enough, and that is okay. That's okay, Brig. As we take a look at today's, these teams were enough.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thankful of, at least maybe, is that they don't have to personally hand over the kings anymore. So you don't see their faces and how maybe frustrated they are after losing a match, because the keys are just right there, ready to be crushed right after their losses. But today's schedule, we'll see more and more keys getting crushed. I don't know how to feel about this right now.
I think a stage manager just heard you, and now they're going to implement that into the next EWC. They're like, we got to bring that back. That was really emotional. Brig, thanks for the idea. Team Falcons PH obviously coming up to begin today's action on the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet here at MSC. And we already mentioned the original implications there, but when you look at who they're facing in Yangon Galacticos, we have to preview the team that is now still undefeated. This team has not been able to be measured against. And whether they are the best team in the planet, whether they're the best team in France, whether they're the best team in the galaxy, Yangon Galacticos just have not been dealt with. And I wonder if we'll see the same today.
Yeah, but I think they have a chip on their shoulder that isn't something that they put on themselves, but what the community put on themselves, the asterisk of the competition that they went up against. So a lot of people are arguing they went up against GK and Pro twice. They haven't really met their real test just yet, which, yes, coming from the perspective of from the region of the Philippines,
I was gonna say,
with Team Falcons PH, I have to put respect on Yangon Galacticos' name.
Yo, what's the stream legit, Joe? Idol looking delicious. I thought I'd see Vision Mommy in this stream. Vision Joe goofy ass up, bruh.
If your argument is, yes, they're going up against quote-unquote easier teams, they dominated them really well. They had big comeback wins, and they were deadly and precise with it.
Yeah. And these are teams who had very different play styles in themselves too. And Yangon had a way to deal with every single one of them. They too have shown their versatility despite them having such clean runs. So it's like them having an answer to whatever kind of team they will be put up against.
Exactly. Well, make sure if you are watching live that you get your pick'ems in, because that means you can decide whether you think it's going to be Yangon or if it's going to be Team Falcons PH who is going to win. And if you can,
bro,
you
that's
might be able to earn your share of $300,000.
That's everyone's
Make sure to
Binny.
check it
That's
out. There's only
Brigida.
2 games today. It's
What
really,
are her
really
shoes
fun. They'll
though,
have
bro?
this for all the
Dancing
tournaments
shoes?
going on at EWC. And also, the only thing on this stage
Bro,
that
I
we need to
see the
remind you of is, of
tournament
course,
when you can
Rhino
go and smash
Day.
the enemy there,
I'm
bro. I'm
Rain
gonna
Day,
smash
I'm
you
not
instead,
Rhino
bro.
Day. I know I say Rhino Day every day, but I'm Rain Day.
But they're
And
just
Rhino
laughing.
Day is now in the shop. Make sure to grab those emotes. And I know Renmar has all of them. I know Brig, you probably have all of them too if you ever stop streaming.
Yeah, it's fun to have these emotes, you know.
Yeah.
Anything that has very funny noises or sound effects alongside it, you can like taunt your enemies a lot.
I just realized something in the Filipino accent. I am technically Rain Day. I'm Ren Day.
Whoa, we're brother. All right.
We are.
I like it. Both old, both
Bro,
lose
what
our
is this?
memory, and then now we, I guess, have an easy way to remember each other's names.
Yeah.
Okay, I
All right,
like
guys,
it.
again.
This is working, guys. Heading into today, the storyline to begin is our first grand finalist. I mean, what a moment. You can earn a seat. You can wait. You can relax. Watch the second series. Get all the info you need, Brig. One team trying to go there from the Philippines.
Wait, what?
The Hope
Is
Bringer.
next
I think
month's
this is still
Starlight
really the
a
Hope Bringer
good
outside of course, Onyx on the other side, but
skin
Yangon.
finally or what? I heard
What
it's
a
a
story that
Hanzo
would be
skin,
if
so
they're sitting in the
100%.
finals representing
100%, buddy.
I agree.
Don't even
if I
ask
was
this
a
shit, brother.
Filipino,
100%.
I would probably be really looking to root for Yangon, but this is, as you saw earlier, yes, Flap, who will have to go up against them. He already has had experience winning international championships and specifically going up against teams from this particular region. So I think he's well aware of what he could potentially experience and go through now that he's going up against Yangon. But against Ying, I think that's where a lot of attention is going to be put into. Because based on the games that they played, they've been very different in terms of approach.
Yeah, you talked about Ying. 21.4 KDA.
Say that was what?
21.4 KDA heading into this day. For an EXP laner to have that many kills and that less amounts of deaths is insane.
So everyone who knows, that's 20 kills for every time you die. So that is the most ridiculous. A good KDA is like 2. That is a pretty good KDA in most games. So pretty insane. He's 10 times above a good job. That's why I'm saying in the galaxy. The other thing we need to look at, of course, is Team Falcons PH. We're going to have to shut down Ying. And that goes to, as you mentioned, Brig, one of those international champions who is now back on his surge.
What the hell did you say?
Of course, Kyle, Ogwin, and Bullet.
Who's that big shot on the mid? Making me. What the hell, bro?
Representing the
That's
Philippines.
Brigida, everyone's winning, bro.
Out
bro, we do not want Ganzo skin. Shut up. None of Hanzo's all the Starlight skin. Okay, then it's a shit skin. We need the Hanzo Starlight only. We need it.
It's Turner here, and now we are with Coach Moody. Welcome.
Thank you.
Coach, this is an intense match. We're gonna get straight into it. Up against Vitality yesterday, and now you're up against Yangon Galacticos. Is there a preparation difference that you had to do?
I would say nothing much, like just the usual things that we do on a regular preparation. we're the type of team that like to focus on our mistakes and fix those instead of like focusing on what the team can do. But it's different with this.
What
With
damn
Yama,
red color?
just because
What
we
the
know that
hell, bro?
they like
What?
to do cheese strats and
Bro,
with,
chill, bro.
cheese picks. Yeah.
Now that's really what we wanted to ask you. Yangon and their cheese picks. Has that been like a challenge to prepare for? Are you expecting even more surprises, maybe?
Welcome to the Street Talk with Hanzo's Black Scene. You shut your ass up, bro.
Before flying to Paris, and I believe they're one of the teams to beat ever since, like before starting the tournament.
So they've been strong in scrims. But then you know their picks then.
Depends. Maybe they'll show us something new.
But you're prepared for that.
Of course.
Okay. But after your win against Vitality yesterday, did the team manage to get like a confidence boost? Like, did you regard Vitality as a strong team?
Personally, for me, as long as the job is not done, it's just a slight boost. But for the players, for sure, they were confident that, we want to reach grand finals.
Were they really happy about it?
Yes.
Oh, it looked like it. They were celebrating quite a bit on stage.
Of course, because Vitality is also one of the teams that we really wanted to beat before entering the tournament.
For sure, and you're up against YG now. But we do want to ask you, when it comes down to drafting phase, side selection, how
Stop
important is
playing
that in
this shit and
tournament?
get a real job. Shut your ass up, bro. We need a Nana and Lela kid for real. Nana is okay, Lela has not.
I don't want to say too much,
We
but
don't
it
need
depends
that.
on which side you are, and you have to really prepare, like on what's coming. Because, I just want to say that one side has an upper hand.
One side has an upper hand. Okay, I'm not going to ask which side. I'll let the panel break that down. But that's really good insight because we're seeing like a difference in win rates among different teams as well between blue side and red side selection.
Like, what's the
Do I keep it secret too, Chad? I think I'll keep it secret too. But of course, up against YG, you are now against a fellow Filipino coach. We have Coach Marvs on the other side. Do you perhaps have a message for him in this upcoming battle?
Coach Marvs, can I speak in Tagalog?
Of course.
Para sa Pilipinas, ibigay mo na to. And good luck.
I hope that was a good message.
That was a good message.
I trust you. I know we just met, but I trust you. Thank you so much, Coach, for this interview. Best of luck as well for your next match.
Thank you.
And now we're going to throw it over back to you guys.
Speaking of that, we can reveal that blue side has actually won 53% of the time in this tournament, 47% for red. But let me tell you something else. It was a lot higher in group stages, which I think means that teams like Onic, who were winning sometimes from the red side, have pushed it more even. Will we see more dominance from blue heading into this? All of that's being found out as well. But thank you for the information, Moody. We'll let him get back to the teams. Now turning our attention to
Russia back home for real, bro.
which have,
She
like
said,
we mentioned, one of the best.
What? He said what?
The best performing.
He said what?
With a KDA that is.
What is that word that you hid?
Real, of course, with Han, Kaizi, Blink, and Sanji. This team is prepared to win it all. But do people still doubt them? I'd say there are a few. But their road to EWC, if it ends with a grand finalist journey, will be anything but doubtful.
We start Young Galacticos on MSL Season 1. After we lose in M7, all of us, including the player and the coaching staff, decided to do better. I think we can win this one because of the mindset we adjust and the maturity of all the members of Young Galacticos. They are expecting to be a champion. If we achieve top 4, it's mean a lot in terms of the pride of Myanmar because back then on M2, Myanmar is one of the top teams.
He's lying, bro.
Have they done it? They have done the unthinkable, and now they make history. The first Myanmar team to make it and towards the grand finals of
What did you say, little bro?
World Championship.
Bringing the Myanmar back on the top 4, it's mean a lot to the people. As a foreigner, what makes me decide to stay on Young Galacticos is because of the dreams of the players. After losing on M7, I think I am accountable for their dreams. I really want to show them that esport can change lives.
Well,
He said Myanmar is the first champion gonna deceive it for
only
it.
undefeated team still left in this tournament, and a lot of it leans on to Ying. How important is he going to be? Because we were talking with Maui, who helps us get set up. I still think he's like the boss of everything behind the scenes. He's doing undercover boss.
Well, this girl, by the way, this girl, Emily threatened me and said, I said, easy jet dragon cat. She goes, it's mine, by the way. Emmy tax, Emmy terrorist, who no one has, by the way.
You solve that problem if you're Team Falcons Philippines, Greg.
I think that's what I really wanted to point out earlier too, because I felt like Flap and Ying had very different approaches into playing this game. Like they have very different ways of dictating the pace and tempo of the
Both
team
things,
fights.
I'll give it to
If
her, bro.
it's Ying, it's
And she
really
also
more on
threatened me
these
by saying, what did she say earlier?
tankier type of setup
She said,
XP lanes that we see.
oh,
And
by the
these
way, thanks for the
flashy
loot in
entries
the
with the
big
Barretts
trade.
specifically, which
Mine
is why I
now.
think a lot of our
Hashtag
FYPs are
let
already
him
filled with the
know.
Barretts highlights.
By the way,
But
I
Flap
literally
also has the
used all.
tendency to go damage and just really all out on zoning, where it's
Stupid
more
ass.
one-time, big-time setups that you really expect from Ying, which I feel is a must shutdown if you are Falcons.
Yeah, he is undefeated 4-0 on the Barretts, if I'm not mistaken. I think a good amount of his great KDA comes from his play with that hero. And then you mentioned the keyword there for Flap, which is zoning. They've always utilized the Esmeralda and Uranus for Flap, even back in MPL Philippines, as a means to take control of the part of the map that Flap is in. He will cut behind the first turret, go into the jungle of the opposing team, get vision, delay, go back to lane, rinse and repeat. And you usually don't think of Uranus and
Bro,
Esmeralda
start
as
the
a
game
split-pushing,
already, bro.
macro hero. That's how Falcons love to
Brother,
play the
you
Uranus
is
and Esmeralda.
starting, bro.
Flap, he's a
This is
Philippine
why I get
champion.
sleepy,
He's a
brother.
world champion back in M2, I believe. And then, of course, you have the chance to see that they are up against a team that has so much support as, I don't know if you can really call them an underdog. We still are waiting to see how these results fold against Team Falcons PH, but we are believing in Yangon Galacticos is what they've done so far. It's hard not to. And speaking of that, their fans back at home are actually celebrating just as much as the fans here in the stadium, maybe even more. We've seen some cool watch parties happen, and we wanted to show you a little bit of an image from that. If we have it up, we'll throw it. Otherwise, we'll stay on my single. I'll keep talking about it. Okay, it's a video. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Hello Paris and hello EWC. This is Adamo reporting live from the
Hey,
Yangon
who is this, bro?
Galactic West Body in Yangon, Myanmar. Behind me are a lot of passionate fans and KOL and creator who have gathered tonight to support YG as they are competing at MSC 2026.
You,
Our
wait, what?
players may be competing at MSC, but the
Yo,
support
the
from
host is
Myanmar
black
very
too,
louder
Heaven.
than
Shut up,
ever.
bro.
Everyone here is ready for cheering to YG from the first minute until the final MVP. Before we send it back to Paris, let's give the team one message. 有 Galacticos အများကြီးကြိုးစားခဲ့ဖို့အတွက်ဒါတို့မျှော်လင့်ပါတယ်အကောင်းဆုံးကိုယ်နဲ့တူတူဒါတို့ပြန်လာခဲ့ဖို့
Hey, what did she say?
Good luck to the YG and back to the Paris.
Back to the Paris.
Wow, that's fun. That's fun, Greg.
Yes, it is. I met Atarmon in M7.
Oh, you did?
She was very bubbly, and at the time, I could already sense how the community in Myanmar was really starting to grow. And especially if you look at the social medias of
I'll be right back, bro.
they have really huge following, considerably huge.
The entire country is behind them, but there was an interesting comment that I read. Going through the comments of how the Filipinos are wary and respectful of this team from Myanmar, so many Burmese comments pointed out just one man. They fear one man, and his name is Flap. Because they say every time they meet him in an international, Flap beats Myanmar.
Well, will Flap begin the wings of Falcons, flapping into the grand finals? Or will it be Myanmar who shut them down and claim that they are one of the top two teams in the galaxy in MLBB? Yangon Galacticos, Team Falcons PH. It's a battle of Myanmar and the Philippines' last hope, and it begins right now.
Today, we witness the Final Four battle it out in their slot in the Grand Finals.
And what a run.
Yes, indeed, Milosh. But one thing is for sure. The question today is who will rise above?
My friends, what a run we've had from 16 teams down to only 4 playing from these very desks. The pressure is on for every single remaining player on these 4 squads. They're here to make MLBB history and change the fate of the world.
Today, one final chapter remains. Will history be rewritten where we crown a new champion at MSC at EWC? Or will Onyx be able to to rise above and get their third trophy. Only time will tell.
There's a lot of stories on the line for today and leading into our finals tomorrow, though. But we have to get our matches.
Yo, what did bro say? She was kind of cute though.
Rivalry.
A
Damn,
rivalry that
8-star
dates back
moon.
all the way to
Oh, you talking
M2.
about the guy
For
where you
our
gay as hell?
first
So, I don't know.
semi-finals match of the day, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Team Falcons Philippines.
Strongest region, let's go. Strongest region, let's go, Falcons,
The
Pilipinas.
Bringer inches one step closer to the grand finals. In 2024, oh boy, they were one game away. Can they successfully try and rewrite their legacy? Can the Falcons soar higher when it mattered the most?
It matters a lot for them individually, as a region, and as a club championship winner 2 years in a row. Every point matters. Yes, the story is told, but they have opponents on the other side. So please join me in welcoming Yangon Galacticos! The Galacticos continue to cheat death in the land of dawn and elimination at MSC 26. Falcons might not be who they expected to face off against today, but their guiding light shines bright. Make history by earning a grand final spot here in the heart of Paris.
This is a match to watch because the winner heads to the grand finals tomorrow, and the loser will unfortunately have to play in the third placer match.
And at that point in time, you're playing for extra points. The real thing is the crown. It's the final dash for that. So please, gentlemen, Yangon, please, Team Falcons, place your keys, take your seats, and captains, don't forget a little bit of a handshake.
Oh, hell no, who's this, bro?
Reminder, this was not the expected result. It was vitality on Yangon's mind. But it's going to happen as this. Our game is set, and we have a lot to talk about before we head into Land of Dawn for our first semifinal.
And they do clear the Lord, but there's still a wave coming in through mid. And just like that, Yangon Galacticos remain undefeated. Vicious win, a sweep in the quarters.
If we're going to win, we're going to clinch it. I'm aiming for our 3-0-2.
You guys are the hope bringer of the Philippines.
Hey, let me fix something. Let me change the title. Never mind, I'll do it later, I guess.
And knocking down that praise spot. This is our first top 4. Going up against Young Galacticos, I think it's going to be a tougher match than Vitality. They will come prepared for us, and I'm sure we will also be ready for them. It's going to be an even matchup, I think. They are more on the discipline side, so we're going to go the unusual way. We're going to fight non-starts, so that's our plan. We will play our own game against them, regardless of what we discussed in our strategy.
Yangon Galacticos is now officially a team to watch out for.
Falcon BH, I think they're really strong. Our mindset is like we're like underdogs, so
let's go.
We don't get pressured, and we
Slap
just play our
easy.
game. We will prepare really hard again. We need to make some sacrifices. We know most of their hero, so we just prepare our hero that can beat them. The greatest strength I see in Young Galacticos is they play very aggressively. We're both on the same level, and
Why did he name himself Flappy? Does he like his what?
I call that. Let's see who's a
Bro, his name is Flap now, bro, not Flap Easy.
Across the galaxy and in the Philippines, from the heart of Paris, in the land of dawn, the bells toll to signal the start of this semifinal. It is Team Falcons PH versus Yangon Galacticos, still undefeated.
You weird, bro.
And his squad on the jungle, looking to do something special here in Paris.
It's crazy the amount of respect you hear from both sides before heading into this matchup. that's when you know, even Coach Friend thinks it's going to be more difficult to go up against YG compared to how they went up against Team Vitality.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to point out as well. That keyword you mentioned, respect. RESPECT. Respect on their name, respect on their comfort heroes.
And
Both
we're the
teams
same.
have
Bro,
a
shit
lot to
from
watch
UTS
out
out,
for.
bro.
Yangon has a
Nice
balance you need
flap
to
now,
respect.
bro.
A very
Ain't no
flexible
TZ in the name.
jungle pool option that if you decide to overcommit, you might just be playing Fanny for Kyle into heroes such as Fred, Guinevere, even if you've taken out the other jungle heroes available for Han, who, by the way, has been able to make a Suyo work really well against a Ling. But for Yangon Galacticos, if there's one pick that they really need to respect here, it's H-God himself and his Selena. That is something you cannot give to Haji anymore.
Yeah, because I think it's only the mid which they've shown the least amount of flexibility. Kaiser has only ever used 3 heroes here so far in MSC. And yes, there's been a very deep hero pool that we saw from Han, but I think they struggled the most with the Fredrin. I think that was the longest game we've ever seen in, or if I'm not mistaken, back in the group stage when they decided to use it. So now there are multiple questions on the board with regards to what will they let through, because it's also not just the Barretts. I think the Ruby potential flex into the Assassins
Super Marco better
Kyle
carry
may
them, bro.
or may not decide to pick up, but more likely to pick up considering this matchup.
Okay. And Falcons have been playing a much more tighter formation in their team fights and have been excelling with it.
Yeah.
There's one pick that Yangon showed that absolutely destroys that in the Carmilla Rome that they got to play for Bling. So Yangon has shown a lot of versatility, a lot of creativity. Falcons has done that, but I think they
Hey,
need
bro,
to go
little
a
kids
little
are
bit
going
more
to watch
extra
us, bro.
mile here in making sure that
Best
they can
MOBA
keep
in the world
Yangon
for a
on
reason,
their
bro.
toes in the draft.
Yeah, because I can't help but think about what Coach or analyst M God said. They know what heroes Falcons use. They just have to prepare their own responses to these heroes. And the way that they've been drafting just really shows that they don't overthink about what the opponents pick up. It's just really more of complementing each other's heroes and pulling off the strategy that they want.
Yeah, and you touched on that earlier when you mentioned the mid lane hero pool for Kaiser. Just 3, Eudora, Gord, Jushin. And their flexibility comes from the other 4 positions.
Yeah.
Meaning that Yangon, they're putting action into what they're saying. They are definitely a team that have a clear identity and just go for compliments after.
Eudora started out this tournament, which we are calling the MSC
Better than HOK for real, bro.
as the #1 focus on the mid lane, but since then has fallen off a little bit. Gord certainly not banned often, but banned occasionally, and the Zushin a big role from start to finish of the bans or being picked up to play. Yangon Galacticos representing Myanmar. Here's the drums bang in the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet.
Oh,
The potential for the highest finish ever. They've already tied it with a 4th place here.
Yeah, they at least will get 4 though. That's a lot of money for Myanmar, bro. They will be millionaires in Myanmar.
Fate, poetic, I don't know what you want to call it, but they are tying the record of Falcon Esports back in MSC 2022. Just one. 4th place, and it was a Filipino team in green that stopped them back then. Will a Filipino team in green stop them again today?
Our picks and bans begin on your screen. Dangerous Grass will be the map that they play. The Freya coming out immediately from Team Falcons. The Fanny and the Belleric banned out from Yangon Galacticos.
yeah. So the Barrett's potential for Yangon
Bro, I took a
is
16
still on
yesterday,
the
bro.
board,
Kelra crazy,
especially
bro. I
considering
tagged
now
your
that
ass
they're
too, bro.
in blue side.
Kelra way too
But the
crazy, bro.
question
This
is,
brother's
does
too OP.
Falcons really allow that to get through? Because
We're just
if they
Kelra
do, I think
Glazers
there
here,
are a lot
bro.
of trades that will still be on the board if they actually open.
Yeah, if Yangon decides to rush the Barretts, I mean, Falcons have gotten used to going up against a team on the blue side. First picking Barretts.
Yep.
I don't know if Yangon wants to lean in on that unless they saw something in how Team Vitality drafted against Falcons that they can adjust. It's going to be telling here because with the Phobius gone, Freya's open. But Marcel is available. Oh, wait, no, Freya was banned by Falcons. Excuse me. Marcel is still open, and
Yes,
that's
he
something
is.
you have to consider. Now, with the Atlas gone, if you're going to ban the Belleric, then it's going to be a clear Marcel pickup for Yangon Galacticos, which means Falcons can pick up the Valentina for Haji so that they can get the Golden Hour.
Well, there's usually that Marcel picked up as kind of the let's not play him, let's not deal with him. Someone has to take the, L for that because it's not exactly a target ban. It's more of just a meta ban. But neither team so far wanting to do it. And we've seen Marcel lose, not often, Greg, but we have seen that.
Yep. I guess it's really just Falcons not wanting to play into it though, because we already pointed out their typical play style of really grouping up together and finding very tight formations across the map when it comes to the team fights. So a lot of the XP lane options, mid lane options are still going to be open. Even jungle, which includes the Hirara first pick of YG this time.
Yeah, it's a pick that you really can't go wrong with in this current metagame. And if ever Falcons wants to rush something like the Uranus, would it be great? I think they would probably rather pick up the Esmeralda and the Eudora as their first two picks and to just build around that with their red 3 or red 4 jungle pick. But I think they also need to make sure that Haji gets a good one. Let's see if they're really going to lean in on Eudora right away, or if they're just going to get the Selena and Esmeralda right off the bat.
That's what I was thinking, because I think if it's about comfortability and just keeping the aggressive tempo of the game, then might as well just go for what has been working in terms of Falcons and their playstyle so far. So that includes the Selena, maybe even a bit of the Valentina if they also want to put a bit of more restriction towards the options later on. But they do lock in the Selena and reveal Kyle's hero matchup in the jungle early too.
Yeah, and what I like here is without picking the Esmeralda or the Uranus, they're not making
Damn,
the
those Selena would be
EXP
crazy though.
trading obvious. They just locked their cores. They didn't need to pick up the Nolan here. They could have picked it red 3, but it's good because now they can play a little bit more into the matchups that if ever Yangon decides to show something like the Roamer or the EXP laner, they can get something a little bit more favorable. Because for Falcons, it's clear. Their Roamer needs to be someone with concussive blast that can help clear the wave fast. I'm thinking maybe I got the Kacha a little bit later on if Yangon are too early with showing a artillery backline style mage.
There you go. I think just because of the fact that we're expecting a concussive blast or even a revitalized roamer from Falcons to come through, then it's all the more reason for you to just pick up the juice in. And knowing that you're up against a Selena and a Nolan, this will be the safest pick to go for with the Crimson Beacon and potentially even a Purify to come through. But the Arlott gets revealed. This is different for Ying. It's a change in terms of playstyle compared to the first few heroes that we got to really see from him. The Barrett's, Ruby, Yura, and the Frame.
New hero here for Ying, going to be the first time he's going to be playing Arlott this MSC. And there have been many drafts where I remember us discussing with a lot of the dives, with a lot of that aggro trading, people would be saying that, hey, the Arlott would have been a great pick, but it was either banned out or overlooked. Now Yangon are picking up early, which has to be somewhat alarm bells for Falcons, and acknowledging that Yangon are not messing around. They're really here.
Hey, what's this guy doing, man?
Yeah, and it's Falcons this time to get a hold of the Barretts, which at this point, if you're really looking to lock down certain heroes, specifically even if it's the Hirara, it's looking to be a bit tricky, so there will be potential different targets. If you're looking at really just shutting down or taking out one member during the objectives, might as well be a blink hero later on, since I think that's been a trend in the previous games too. Whenever you see a Barrett's on your team and you just really want to take out the rover or the front lines, which at this point they're really narrowing down because they even took out the Carmilla.
A really good ban there by Falcons, considering that they're all very dive heavy, close range. We discussed it earlier. Got the Kacha as expected, gets banned out by Yangon. Would have been a great pick for Falcons regardless. Peloric has already been banned out, so in terms of the roamers, we might be seeing some unique ones pop out here. Let's see if Mathilda might make a showing, or maybe Glue or a Cho.
Yeah, because Mathilda, I think, is just the wave clear that will be a bit more difficult.
Yeah, one thing I remembered, there might be a
Come on, bro, fix, bro, let's play.
Yangon might need to respect, and that's the Akai roam for Ogwin. Arlott not really a fan of going up against the Akai roam.
And they take out the Glue here as well. So we're maybe expecting some roamer to really complement the Barretts in terms of just really going full engage and up front against the composition that YG has shown us. Because again, they have so much ways to punish. They have the final slash. They even have a juice in. So they have to
but what is this guy doing,
less
bro?
problems now with the board being taken out. But the Minotaur, but that will lead to less AoE setup for Falcons, I feel.
And what might be tough is they might have to settle with something with either like a Kali or maybe even a high loss to really help fast clear the mid.
Bro, actually crazy
a
combo.
little bit
But
better
our
so the
TXP lane
Selena
with
doesn't
that.
put herself in danger.
Okay.
Hylos comes up there, and a great pick. A lot of roam bands, counting at least 6 with the Glue, the Marcel, the Atlas, the Gatakancha, the Minotaur, and the Bellaric. So getting deep into the pool for Ogwin and Blink.
You know what? I was really expecting Blink to be one of the more unorthodox players, but so far he's been playing very meta. I think the most is the Carmilla.
Yeah.
That's been unorthodox for him. But the other options that are still there,
they still have the Cho.
Mathilda, but I don't think it really works out well. They need a front.
Bro, come on,
They
bro,
need
lock
someone
it.
to really tank the damage.
Yeah, there's not a lot of synergy if you play the Mathilda. Okay, with
Start the game,
with
bro.
a lot of close range dive, you can pick up the Vedant. It's a tempo breaker and always has been. It's a great pickup, and this is going to be the first time we're going to be seeing Blink pick up the Vedant.
Still need the gold lane here for Super Marco. There's Melissa available. There is, which we've seen a lot. I mean, coming up, we've seen Carrie shown as well. We've seen all these variety type picks.
I think even the Moskov might work.
Moskov.
Because you have more range, you can just push back the enemies.
I mean, Hylos and Harith is a great combo.
Yeah.
If they really want to go with all in.
Oh,
So
I like
there they go.
Harith picked up to close out Super Marco's pick. It was a gold lane and a roam standoff, and it ends up going relatively deep into the roam pool. Badong's seen quite a bit, high-low seen when things like that aren't open, and now, guys, we've got our first matchup of our first semifinal.
The draft in game number 1 has been really fun to watch. I feel like YG have switched up a bit in terms of their sequence, and that just goes to show the preparation they've had against Falcons.
Yeah, if Yangon Galacticos wins this game number 1, then definitely that is going to be a shock to the system of Falcons, because Yangon went for high mechanic, really tough to execute, and they want to take it to Falcons.
Well, MSC semifinals are underway. It's the Philippines versus Myanmar. A spot the grand finals on the line. Let's send it over to our casters, Leo and Trex, to start us off.
I like this intro, not gonna lie. Baxia chose the shield.
Watching all around the world, and everyone enjoying the Esports World Cup 2026 live from Paris, France. Who gets closer to the grand finals of the mid-season cup? One of these teams get that much closer to at least 500 G's in the bank.
Last night we started things off a little bit slower, but we ended the night with a huge best of 5. I feel like YG and Falcon can deliver the same kind of action to us right now. Falcons started this tournament off a little rusty and so far have showed up and now seem to be one of the possible dominant forces. YG, on the other hand, this could be the big test for them. This could be the possibly first huge challenge for them.
They have been playing as close to a flawless tournament as one could go. Again, as mentioned by our panel, the lowest amount of deaths across the board, stats on stats, all across each role. Now they're facing off against world champions. Players who have gotten this close, Trex, this close, actually taken down a mid-season cup of their own 2 years back. A minute in, and so far, no clear lead just yet. In the EXP lane, Ying is playing a first, at least in this tournament, the Arlet versus his signature, Barats. See Haji throwing out these arrows. Oh, he's having a hard time, I'll tell you now. This is what looks like for the first time in a while, a difficult lane. Ooh, in mid.
A lot of damage on Ogwin. Ogwin might not be able to get away with this. Does pop Revitalize, will be okay. And Kyle with the re-engage. Getting some nice poke off, both teams kind of testing the possibilities right now.
Seeing the master for the price of his Revitalize, forcing out the flicker from Blink. I think that's a good deal.
Definitely a good deal. Cooldown very much shorter on the side of Ogwin. Might even have it, won't have it for first turtle, but still, the possibilities that Blink could have done with that flicker are going to help out a lot more. Falcons knowing this, moving on to the turtle now. Blink decides to back off, YG decides to back off, and the first turtle's bursted down in the name of Falcon.
Whoa, that does well, throw it out, Ying into the wall.
Ying should be able to get away from this, force another flicker out from YG. Falcon getting very aggressive early on.
All right, for the first time in this matchup, we're seeing the gold lane showdown. A Claude versus a Harith. I'd say Sanji's playing this as good as he can. Because the Claude, I mean, the best course of action for him is the double lane, but Marco is applying so much pressure. But I don't know if they know this. Small cap stolen with Behan already.
It's a good thing for YG. They got to make up some ground. And honestly, I don't know if in the minimap, it's been a little back and forth. Sanji has been able to get the push in here and there. Super Marco's been playing it back. Wait a second, a lot of damage onto Han here. Kyle continues to push forward. Falcons continue. You know, they're testing the cracks. They're seeing if there's any weak points that they can capitalize on right now. And this could be it as Falcon drop the glorious pathway, move on to the purple. Oh, was it stolen? Yes. Kyle able to take it away from YG.
Oh, they knew that there was a 10-second window, but they don't pile on Oakland.
Damage on Oakland. Oakland will be okay. The immortal man right now.
Oh, they know that the Master still has his revitalize off of cooldown. Now Falcons looking to equalize, at least in the gold lane. Apply more pressure. No gold shields taken just yet, so neither have a huge lead over the other. Sanji and Super Marco at deadlock.
I mean, the offlanes have been essentially at a stalemate. The game has been essentially at a stalemate. Still 0 deaths. Both teams have been getting little punches off here and there, a little gut shot here and there, but no knockouts quite yet.
I love it. Narratively speaking, Trex, it's like they picked off from when the Filipino-Burmese rivalry was in its peak. Post-pandemic, 2021, before utility jungles, before macro became king, that's when the Philippines and Myanmar were on top of their game, and we're seeing that flourish right now before our eyes here in Paris, France.
So what do you have to look out for as we come into this next turtle?
Yeah,
Falcons
bro, I
once
think
again
Falcons
want to rush
wins
it down.
this.
Blink looking for an angle in. Ying as well.
Oh shit, oh
Trying to get
shit!
the backside. Blink able to take the turtle. And it's a mosh pit in the pit right now.
Bro,
Sanji
kill the
trying to
guy,
get away
straight up.
Slow. And so is Ying. Ying trying to vengeance through, but he already lost a teammate. Blink is down. They get the pull back. Kai's come back in, and Kai's able to get the double.
Oh shit!
Making it
Django Galacticos!
along
Triple
with the
kill!
team, and yes,
Triple kill, bro!
Falcon don't only lose their members, but they lose the second turtle as well. 4 for 1. Now Marco has 2 on him, plus the turtle. Yangon Galacticos have snapped their way into a massive lead again. Relatively speaking, 4 minutes in with nothing happening the first 3, 1,500 is basically light years away, economically speaking, in a macro heavy game like this. Watch it once again as in the pit, walls on walls. This is a I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me moment with Blink. That was a perfectly placed crack.
Crazy,
And that's what Falcon's gonna have to watch out for, right?
bro.
These dogpile fights where everyone is grouped together. The thing is that's what Falcon's gonna want to go for. That Dennis Welcome comes in, they want to jump in, and it's all gonna be about who pulls the trigger first and who can counter better. They broke Falcon in half like my arm. That was as beautiful a start for turtle number 2 as you can for Yangon. They're building up to a 2,000 gold lead. Sure, Sanji and Marco are still relatively at deadlock, but the fact that they stopped Marco from joining that fight, because look, 2 dudes, 3 dudes at a third of their health, that would have been heaven for a Harris, but they made him think twice. And now look at this, even Blink is bullying Marco out of farm's range. Oh, big knockup. Ying dashing in for the vengeance. Nice damage. A nice fist crack lands on Oakland as well. Oakland, Moss revitalized.
Oh, no, no.
This time, Han takes the kill before he can jump on the pathway. All right. So this is something that our panel alluded to. This is the Burmese ube, the purple ube. Well, that's literally what it is, Yangon's colors. They just, at the most early possible moment, clump up and punish you for even thinking twice that you could take this lineup. All of this is off the back of Blake, and I love how they put the Arlen in too, just to make sure that if everyone's not in position for the perfect wall, he can do that for you. Falcon knows this at this point. They decide not to go for that turtle. They know they're on the back foot. It's a 2K gold lead in the hands of YG. And Nolan wasn't even, Kyle's not even gonna try it. Goes down to bot lane. At least they gained some ground down there. Tier 3 on the bot side has been taken in the hands of Falcon. And this is where they will be able to hold on. They don't make those small mistakes of, we're going to try to force this open. No, we're going to let you have that. We're going to find somewhere else to gain ground, or at least keep things even.
And I think that's why
Crazy
even for
Yangon.
Falcons in their losing position right now, almost down 3K, you can't face Yangon face head on like this. You just can't. So fortunately, they have the kit for that. Haji can lay traps. Vision is a little better for them. Yangon have to kind of walk in the brushes, flush them out the old-fashioned way with Kai's lantern. So for now, Falcons, I'd say hunker down. Take the next 3 to 4 minutes to get Marco up to his mid-game power spike. And then, I'm going to even say this. Oakland can't play the way he was in the first 3 minutes. Like, you can't just body block anymore because the damage is real from Yangon.
Yeah, especially at this point. You know, the first round he could get the revitalize off. First 2 turtles. Even second, he was able to get the revitalize off. But by the time that gold lead got past 1.5 into the 2K range, we saw Ogun finally get bursted down before he can even start running. Now, Sanji also will lock into the Golden Staff. We're going to start seeing more damage from him. And with the fact that these tier 3s in the off lanes are down, YG can also fully hit that purple ube.
If there is literally
The yams.
it's a yam on yam.
The Young Gun Yam.
So if there's anything good going for Falcons just yet, because Yangon are putting a chokehold on them, is the fact that the damage profile is at least palpable for Yangon. All you gotta do, get physical armor. That's it. There's really no magic left.
Sanji now testing the distance on there as well. And a big fist drag up to the tower. Paired up with the final slash. Ogwin trying to hang on, but he just can't get his welcome. In response, gets him against the tower. More damage lands on a Han. But down comes Smon Force Blink taken out as Han tries to get away. Sanji with the blazing duet connects onto no one. He looks for the re-engage and Ying's there at his back, keeping Falcon at bay.
2 for 1. That's as good as it gets for Falcons. Yangon still calling the shots.
Another final slash. And Sanji and Kai's are here now. There's no escape for Flap.
Bro goes
Of course, use the flicker as well as Han keeps him away. They're going to move on to the Lord now as Falcon watches it.
All right, so at least Yangon knows that with the kits remaining in Falcons, again, a Zaman Force you see online, the fracture off of Kyle. Ogwin has a glorious pathway once again. They know that they can't just blitz the Lord. Once again, did I not just mention that about a minute ago or so? That after the crack, final slash, or the other way around, it's just so easy. It's a 1-2 combo, even under tier 1.
And it's not, like you said, it's easy. It's not a hard-to-hit combo. As long as you connect down to the Lord, though, Han does burst it down. First pathway comes out. Flop's going to try to connect as well. He doesn't have the stack, so the defense is quite there. But look at the damage on a blink. Kyle still popping off, even at 0, 2, and 1.
That is a bargain. I'd say blink for a Lord like that is a good deal. This puts you at a wash.
Yeah.
Taking that tier 1, so at least the map gets a little bit more breathable for Falcons. They keep the lead at about 3K.
And that's, I mean, that's where Falcons always find something to make up for it, right? It's one of the great things that they can do and always will be able to do. Yes, you lose Lord. Yes, you take a member, but now you bring it at a standstill by taking this tower, and they've been doing it from the beginning of the game. But YG now looking for the engage on the mid side. It's looking similar to last time. They're going to have to watch out for Blink. Blink doesn't have the flicker right now. As Lord comes down the boss side, YG looking to switch up gears, try to gain ground somewhere.
Lord, put down to a third, hit with that retribution, and Falcons get to keep their tier 2. So we're back to where we started about 2 to 3 minutes ago. Blink with the conceal. What are they looking for?
It's a fist crack off too. Blink does it again.
Bruh, Blink actually crazy. Bro, Yangon. Bro, we are not going to win.
As Minions crash on the top side, Ogwin pops revitalized, caught him
Crazy, bro.
Taking out a double kill.
Big upset, bro. What the hell?
Tier 2 falls as well, and YG are going to work their way up the map to take more.
What the hell
Again, the ease of
is
execution,
happening?
the on-demand crowd control that Yangon Galacticos have drafted into their lineup. That's a final slash that could have been, but it doesn't matter. They're able to pop holy shields in mid and top. Bottom lane, don't even get me started. Amazing start. I'm pretty sure that conceal almost counters an ult. When Falcons heard that, all they could do was skedaddle.
They knew it was coming. They were running away like, once you hear it. And so YG now have taken all the tier 2s on the side of Falcon. It's a great start for them. Falcons moving around the map. Not completely conceding just yet.
Nope. And so far, it looks like they might even try to get this purple. There's a glorious pathway sent in and a choke.
Dennis welcome. Might have came too early. A mega kill for Han. Maybe a slight misplay by Flap, thinking they could do something to at least get their purple Oakwin in enemy territory, enemy jungle. As YG closes in on him, he does buy time though, and YG's onto it. They send the rest of their members back to the mid, back to the top to try to defend. I think that was all part of the plan for Falcon.
Little two-step there. Ogwin, I think, was just trying to go for the self-execute. He wanted to die to the turret instead of conceding over more goals, more XP to his opponents, but alas, they just found their number. I'd say if Falcons wasn't so sure that this was a fight they were willing to go, they should have just conceded the purple. I think that was all in the hopes of maybe finding a good shot, but 12 minutes in, maybe after we check Haji's items, we'll know if they're ready, because if yesterday's match, Game 3, between Team Spirit and Vamos, if that was any evidence that a late game Selena is still something to respect, then maybe there's still something left for Falcons. Maybe if they cross that threshold, what, 16, 17 minutes?
13-3 is crazy actually
I mean,
in
it's
this
that
short
open
time.
half. They do still have inhibitors. The fact they were able to slow down Lord number 1, we've seen this happen before, right? It means with their inhibitors, as long as Falcons doesn't make a huge mistake, they can probably survive this push. The Falcons don't just want to survive that push, they might want to fight for the Lord itself. Slap TZ, checks the tri-bush.
Oh, this is a dance. And Young Galacticos' lineup is just much better built for it. Close battle dropped in.
Kai's in a bad spot, will take some damage. Kyle makes his way in, but Blink once again with a concealed play. Falcon knows they have to back off, create space. Han able to get the Lord. A big final slash on a 3. They collapse down and Kyle falls.
Well, no,
Checks
bro.
on the chopping block, taken out. As Ying and the rest of the team move on to Super Marco and Open. Open drops him on sports, but it's just not enough. He tries to dash back. He tries to get away, but a maniac for Han is secured. Haji's got to go back to base. Haji's got to try to stop them all alone.
We're not making it to 15 or 16, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it ends here. Young Galacticos are in the base.
You thought it would be even, but YG take game number 1 with a 9K gold lead.
Actually crazy.
Stating their business here. 2 weeks in MSC and Young Galacticos continue their undefeated run. Choose that part. YG.
Falcons left reeling, only 3 kills on the board.
Yeah, that wasn't a game right there. That was a statement of why we're here from YG, showing that, listen, no matter what, we are ready for this. And don't get me wrong, yesterday we saw games like this start and it went back and forth. And if anything we can tell from this game 1, we're definitely in for a series.
As soon as Yangon found the ults on their 2 initiators, the Arlet and the Badang, it was all but over. Haji
Actually crazy first game, bro. What the hell? I never expected this shit. I thought Falcons would cook them after yesterday. Falcons were like locked in yesterday, bro. What happened,
Might
bro?
have been too much. That's expecting Yangon to just lay down and take it, but even against traps, even against the macro play that we know Falcons to be so good at, Yangon just said, no, we're not even starting.
Yeah, well, Young did such a good job. A lot of times, a team like that, where they try to engage too much, they make some mistakes. But YG didn't make any mistakes. I do think we will get a bit more of a breakdown from the panel. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen. Ying continues to not die. Had 3 more kills to bump up that 20-something KDA. As Yangon Galacticos prove yet again,
Crazy
it is
first
not
game,
an
bro. What the
underdog
hell? Who would have
story.
expected
They
that
are
shit, bro?
now by far the favorites. They are undefeated. They remain undefeated.
I thought
It's an
actually
uphill
after
battle
yesterday's
for
performance,
Team
Falcons would win.
Philippines.
But
We
boy,
saw it yesterday where these early games went the way of Aurora Gaming, and Onyx found a way to bounce back by extending those matchups. So what can the draft tell us? Lots of breakdown in game 1. Rain Day here.
but Onyx ID
Rain Day
versus
Fun.
Team
Regina,
Spirit would be even more
what did you
crazier,
see
bro.
there? I know that
Holy
was
shit.
tough for our Philippine fans, but it was great for the Myanmar fan base, especially at that watch party we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Honestly, there are times you could definitely expect comebacks, but in that scenario for Falcons specifically, the fact that they had to play with a Selena from behind, which I think one of the trickiest heroes to play from behind with, on top of the fact that it took a while for Super Marco to really scale up. I think that was already 10 to 11 minutes, and he still had to he still had yet to pick up the Holy Crystal. So there were really very little ways for Falcons to fight back.
Yeah, once Falcons lost Turtle 2 in such a massive way, of course, with a beautiful
She's
combination
Filipino,
of
bro.
Rejuice
She's
and Arnold and
crying,
Badang
bro.
together, up against a lineup that wants to get in your face and dive often. Those 3 heroes have proven time and time again throughout history that they're great with breaking tempo and ruining your focus in team fights. Because in the moments where Ying would start dashing in with the Vengeance second skill with the Arlog, the target acquisition of Falcon starts to dip. You're wondering, okay, who are they actually going for? And without that Harith around, with all of the crowd control that Yangon has, Falcons just did not have the time and the damage to be able to win team fights. This was perfect drafting from Yangon, perfect gameplay, and that's why I'm putting them in such a high pedestal. Why I've complimented them more than I have Falcons heading into this matchup.
Yeah, YG continued to dominate, and again, the stats will show it as well.
What
This
is
a
going
team
on with
that is
Brigida,
not
bro? She's like
faltering. They have been
on
given this
track.
huge focus on this tournament, and they are living up to the expectation, superseding it, to be honest. And you could tell just in this game that it's the real deal.
I mean, we did see a record of only 5.57 average deaths for YG. And look at what
And that
they
goes down this game.
reflected here in this game, all deaths only being on Blink. So even if you think Falcons actually found a trade, quote unquote, I don't think you could really consider it to be on.
Yeah, that's how you know that Yangon are playing on a different level right now. They understand the little nuances of the trading when it comes to the team fights. The moment their health bars go into a point where it could be risky for them to continue fighting, respecting that the Harith would show up or suddenly a burst of damage coming out from the Barracks would be a turnaround focus for Falcons, they back off and then they re-engage.
And don't you think that is the sign of why they have such high KDAs, why Ying's not dying, why so many people aren't dying? They know how to engage just enough, and they're not making any mistakes. That's hard to do.
Exactly. They're tricky when it comes to the team fights. And again, as we mentioned, Falcons definitely felt that, and you could see it with their target acquisition in game, with how Coach Marv's and God as well have been able to draft this and set the game plan for the teams. You really cannot help but give all of the respect and the recognition towards the coaching staff of Yangon Galacticos and the players for executing it. I'm pretty sure that went exactly as how they discussed.
I want to hear more of your thoughts, Brig, about the draft, about the game, whatever you picked up on, because YG take the win. Team Falcons Philippines looking to jump back in. I know you've got some telestrator stuff prepped up for us.
Okay.
And this time, Renmar is going to hold it for you.
Yeah, all
Look
right.
at this. Little role reversal there.
Wow,
How's
it's
it
a
feel?
reverse of roles this time, so this time it feels, yeah. But I think I really want to start with my first clip here around this part, which I feel is a way that we really get to see how
Bro, why am I
Falcons
getting
really
the
made an
worst
effort to
teammates in
establish
rank
their
right now?
early
It's
game
okay,
presence
bro.
across the map. And this is specifically because of the heroes that they had. You really get to see a Selena, a High Loss, which is, yes, there is some sort of AoE to it, but you really expect these two to work in combo to lock down a specific hero. So at least in the early stages of the game, it was really clear they really wanted to target down and just limit the movements of the jungler of Han across the map. You could see it here. There was enough information taken, and this was an engage that they tried to set up to just keep the momentum going, which fairly enough in this scenario really worked out for them. They were really able to block out especially this specific area because Haji prior to this really threw out an arrow, and they were fully aware that Blink was going to come from this area and that it was only Han here. You couldn't really just expect Kaiser to do much either on the Juicid, so they just really went in for this engage. And you would have thought that this is already Falcons just stepping on the gas, just continuing to put the pressure on. But I believe this is what really mattered the most. The moment that you got to see this engage and this perfect layering, because mind you, if we would also pull it a bit back, they weren't really able to take note of the fact that
Wait, let me change the title.
of the fact that Blink was just in this brush, and that the attempt would come from both Blink as well as Ying at the same time. This was something they really weren't able to anticipate, and if you really take a closer, where's the play button?
I know what you're trying to do. If you just at home, if you just move your face closer to the screen, it'll look like she's zooming it in. It's okay, Brig. Guys, this is live. This is what we love about.
How did you lose the play button, Brie?
She's deleted buttons.
Hey,
Wait,
where
let
did
me.
it go? Okay, maybe we just do not click on it anymore and just move on to the next clip. But that was really the point of the play, essentially. If you look at the third clip, this was also something that was highlighted by our talents. It was firstly from the rotation up top, but this is a sequence of events that just reflected that same idea. YG were just playing with that ube quote-unquote similar strategy of them just constantly grouping up and taking advantage of their team fight prowess against a lineup of Falcons who initially really just wanted to go for specific heroes but already failed in the beginning. So there was just very little room for Falcons to find a way back, because even if you, let's say, lay down the glorious pathway, which is I think something that will also pull up here in this last clip. Yes, it was Falcons starting it through the glorious pathway, but the massive and big setup, which really should have came in from Flap, did not really come out. It took a while, and it was enough room for YG to already set up the team fights in their favor. And I think that's really was a bit of contradicting ideas that you get to see from Falcons, because at the same time you would really want them to go in and be proactive with it. but there was just no damage to complement it as well. And it was a tough task to accomplish, considering that they've already pretty much let go of their win conditions in the first few minutes of the game.
Yeah, and with the play that Brigadier showed earlier, it was also another point to add on to just how well they're fighting, because Blink was perfectly marking where Super Marco could have come from through the mid lane bush, just when they thought that Falcons had an angle where they can drop in a Zaman Force, sandwiching the members of Yangon Galacticos. Yangon Galacticos already read it perfectly.
It was a great showcase, I think, of Yangon Galacticos finding their rhythm. And of course, we're going to get that game up to you next in just a moment. We're going to start that draft. But my question that I want to raise to you is, was this really a dominant draft? Because to me, I think there was just one thing that was pressured differently than most other drafts we've seen, which is the roam position.
Yeah.
We got really deep into that roam pool. We saw Atlas, we saw Glue, we saw Marcel, we saw Belleric, we saw Minotaur, we saw so many different options in that spot, banned, that it forced the Hylos. Good pick in general, but against the Badan, the Arlet, the Harara, the Zushin, it just didn't do enough. It wasn't enough peel.
Yeah, Yangon Galacticos knew exactly what they were doing. They picked the R-Lot in blue 2-3. They banned the Gatot Kacha that we expected to come in earlier in the draft and the Minotaur, because they knew that the Gatot Kacha could have been the pick that would have messed up their lineup a little bit more. Hylos' stun is singular. Gatot's stun is for a group. Up against all of the time, especially with an R-Lot around, would have messed them up. That's why we were expecting a Gatot Kacha to come in earlier.
Wait, let me ask, because they went and picked Nolan earlier, and they could have flexed that later because they already knew that Harara was picked, but they wanted to kind of hold their cards to their chest. But that ended up being a mistake because Gadakacha wasn't available then.
Yeah, I think now for
she's
Falcons,
zooming
one thing that
out.
they can be prioritized is, as much as we put a lot of respect on the Selena Faji, I think Yangon are ready for it.
Yeah.
You can change that up to an earlier Eudora, you pick your roam mid earlier, and then you play for the sides. Because the focus of Yangon Galacticos and how good they are is because of their great pickups in the side lanes. They put a lot of stability in the mid lane, yes, but if you match that with
Bruh,
your
start
own
the second
stability
game,
with a
bro. The
little
first
bit
game
more
was too
chances
OP, bro. We need to see the second
area of
one.
effect crowd control, which the Eudora can also bring out if you change up her combo a little bit, then it gets a little bit better for Falcon. So I think that's where they need to
Bro,
start looking
second
at.
game,
Yeah,
bro.
because
First
imagine
game
they
too
already
good.
had like a point click stun in the high loss, but even then they couldn't deal with Blink.
Right.
Blink just was constantly able to find the setups that he wanted, because it's not like he was after Ogwin or anything.
Right.
He was always getting past Ogwin, and
Right.
that proved to be a problem too for Team Falcons here in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a character issue, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, Hylos just can't do it. Belleric can't.
Both said
Exactly. And
character
I think I want to
issue,
double down on
what?
something that we've said a lot in the past. When none of the casters can predict a good amount of the draft, we were able to go 4 out of 5 for the Falcons draft. Then that means
Yo, doesn't Haji think she's really
yeah,
super
exactly. And it really
fringe?
comes that way.
For
Yangon,
that,
I
for
know
real,
I'm
bro,
already
bro
giving
thinks
them
he's
a lot
super
of flowers
fringe,
so
bro.
far for this series, but
He
they deserve
ain't.
it. They are on point.
Well,
Someone remind him,
Falcons
bro. He
Philippines
ain't super
have a
fringe,
long
bro.
set
He's
to go.
super
It's not a
fringe.
best of 3 anymore, so they will have many more chances, at least 2 more games, to figure this out. And if they can do it again in game 2 to tie us up 1-1, well, it
Bro, it's
might
not
be a
super
revisit
fringe,
of
bro. He's
another
super fringe.
best of 5 like yesterday that goes the distance. Let us know what you think. Of course, you can get your pick'ems in. They're already closed for this series, but coming up, they will be available for the next series later on as we see Onic take on Team Spirit. But this one's still history to be made. Yangon Galacticos proving that a grand final trip, that's very, very reasonable to expect. Now, your move, Team Falcons Philippines, as the fans are ready. Let me tell you, if you don't see it now,
I mean,
you
yesterday
can
the same
hear
thing
it
happened,
here.
but it was
They
really
are
close.
alive.
So
So
wait,
even after
it
a
was the
loss,
other game.
they're doing this. Imagine after a win.
I feel like Yangon knows this. That's why they started off that game.
Gotta kill the crowd.
Exactly. We did say that Yangon picked a lineup in game number 1 that would have put a shock to the system of the Falcons boys. It was a little bit harder to execute, more mechanically demanding because of that R-Lot, and they made it look easy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're entering the semifinals
Blink
with
was OP,
Yangon
not gonna
still
lie,
not
on that
dropping a single
Badan
game.
Blink
If
was
this
too
trend
OP, right?
continues, that will be a crazy record for the Myanmar representatives in an MSC run in history.
That's probably never happened, right? I mean,
No,
if at least they're tying somebody, because that can't have happened 3 times. Undefeated getting the grand finals. We're getting ahead of ourselves, though, guys. We know it. We're excited. Like, we feel the energy. I know you guys at home feel the energy. Let us know what you think, because EWC has not disappointed, the MSC of upsets. So anything can happen as we see the bans. Barat's taken away, not going to be on flat this time around. The Valentina as well, and a Fanny Atlas. So Yangon, they didn't have to ban Atlas, and they didn't have to ban Freya, and that, I think, gave them an advantage in isolating some of these picks. Now they have to, and they have to consider, if we don't ban Freya here, we're going to give that to flat. That could be a problem.
Yeah, Falcons, their third ban, if
But
it's
they're
going
about
to
to
be
get
a focus,
oiled up
will
by
be telling,
Falcons,
but
bro.
Yangon's
I
ban
mean,
of the
Young
Atlas is
one.
telling as well, where you know and expect that most likely we're going to be seeing another assassin performance by Han. And at the same time, it's putting a little bit of a dent on the Falcons, who don't ban out the focus, they ban out the Marcel, because now you have Freya open, Hirara open, and that's what Yangon looks like they're going to be playing around. That, okay, go ahead, pick up the Freya, but we're going to get the Hirara. And you already saw us be ready to deal with the lineup that wants to all in and dive. What if we put another extra threat up on top of your head, which is, what if we suddenly show up with a Juice and Hirara again, and then your Freya's suddenly going to be thinking twice about every engagement.
Or maybe even the Bellerin, because I doubt the Freya would like either of that. Just heroes that could stop the potential, engage, and just prolong team fights, which I think the Freya would greatly.
Let's go,
But
bruh.
they ban it out instead, would rather not hand it over to Falcon. So the Hirara option and pickup can be considered here. If you're Falcons, just have to be mindful of the other potential trades. That will include the Bellerin we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it looks like Bellerin is primed and ready to get set up as the
Bro,
first
nice
pick, and
bans,
they do
bro. They're just
lock
banning the
in.
Fanny,
Yangon
the
don't need to
Atlas,
rush that Hirara, but I think they might
Freya.
actually be okay with doing so. Han is brilliant with it, and then let's see if they're gonna rush the Eudora right away, just so that they don't have to worry about it, or they're gonna lean towards some of their old favorites. Again, Eudora, Gord, Juicin. The mid lane for Yangon has played only 3 heroes. Make that number 4. Oh no, still 3. It's still just the Eudora.
I like it. And you get the Harara back. Feels good. So same old stuff. Why would you stop not just a winning formula, but an undefeated formula?
Yeah, there's not much to change up, especially for Yangon here.
Now the decision for Falcons is whether or not they go Uranus or Esmeralda. You don't see enough to warrant an Esmeralda. If you pick up the Uranus, it looks great overall, but then you're up against most likely an Esmeralda in the EXP lane. Unless Falcons take something out of the Yangon playbook and decide to pick up a little bit more of an aggressive EXP lane hero, I think they're going to lean in towards the idea of just prioritizing Roman mid now. Wouldn't be surprised that if they go for pokes as early as now, they decide to go for the Uranus. They save their mid for later, they still pick up the Nolan.
Which is different than the first draft, where they were all basically showing the same lanes. They were just fighting over Rome and gold. So the bans will be different here in this second phase.
Yeah, maybe since they know the matchup, the EXP lane can be an option here, because honestly, I feel like the hero pools for Rome and gold are a bit too deep for Yangon, that they could just really play around it in the second phase of the draft if ever they wanted to.
Yeah. Now the difficult thing here for Yangon decides to show the Claude right away. I feel like there's a little bit more of them trying to manipulate the draft so that Super Marco doesn't really have a lot of picks. Because I was worried for the draft of Falcons, wherein if Yangon stretched this out long enough,
What do you? No, you can still pick the hardest, bro.
they could
Hard
show
would
up
be
with
good.
a Melissa later on, knowing that they're already up against a Beleric and Uranus. No one's going to be able to reach her. But this is, again, just more confidence coming from Yangon to take out the Claude. And let's see if they're going to continue to just focusing on the heroes of Super Marco by either banning both, they take out the Clint, or they ban one gold laner option, and then they just pick up more heroes that can mess them up. Remember, Falcon still has a Brody that they can play with here.
Yeah, and I feel like at least for Yangon, them picking up the Claude here in this part of the draft will already limit the options for Falcons in terms of the mid lane in a sense. Because you really would want to consider a bit of more range as well in order to just reach and get a bit more access to the backlines of Yangon, but knowing that there's a potential dive with a Blazing Duet as well from a Claude, then they might be a bit more iffy to go for the stationary artillery mages that we were previously seeing from them as well, because I believe Falcons was only one of the few teams to also pick up a Farsa.
Does feel like they have an answer potentially to the intense engagement that we saw from YG, the Beleric and Uranus. That should be able to at least slow people down, survive a little bit, maybe catch you off guard with an ultimate, Wrath of the Dryad, make things difficult to get out once you do overcommit. But now what's the other play around it? Because Zushin getting banned, how do they access these characters? How do they get to the Claude when he gets in and gets out? How do they make sure the Eudora doesn't have too much presence in these team fights?
Up with your face surprise stun. They ban out the Esmeralda. I think they can go for a Vexana as a consideration pick later. Then pair it up with something like a Brody, or they dig deep into the bag of Falcons and decide to play the map a little bit more, and they go for Low Yi Brody to close it out. But still, with Yangon not showing their roam and EXP, they will have to show one of those picks now. Picking up the Low Yi and the Brody to close it out. They have one really strong formation breaking EXP as their last pick.
Wait, it is open.
That would have been checkmate for them, and Yangon going 2-0 in the draft.
Ooh. Yeah, at this point, I feel like they're.
Myanmar didn't win a single international title. No, they haven't.
They've already.
But bro, Paquito would be crazy. Paquito goal there, bro.
Is one way to tell.
I don't think Paquito is banned or picked.
Paquito,
bro.
Want to get these melee heroes and fighters in the draft to complete their lineup.
Selena, one
and
trade.
the Selena still gets picked up for the second time.
Bro, pick the Paquito goal lane. It's literally open.
For a little bit more AoE here, but they already do have the Belleric anyway. I still think the
bro, big
fantastic pickup, but
Paquito.
maybe they still have so much faith in this Selena that the constant vision provided and the arrows is gonna be enough for them.
Bro, by the way, how would they even win, bro? You're talking about
because at this point it looks very tight. The formation looks very tight for Falcons. Who knows what Blink would be considering again in the roam, because we've seen a lot of options which I think would work out really well for them here in the scenario. The Carmilla that they previously used is
Moscow reversed the Paquito, bro.
I think that can be a
bro, didn't even pick a meta pick.
What the hell? Just complement it with the layers of crowd control might be an option as well for Yaton.
Got a Kacha available, Cho available as well, but kind of a tight-knit group there.
Nah,
so
bro, what is this, bro?
You're going to pick up if you are the Cho and get that kick on.
Yeah.
It's not even GBP. What are they saving the picks for?
Is for Blink here.
Yeah, because you really don't want to kick back the Belleric.
No.
Uranus is going to back the Purify. They go for the Mathilda.
What? Nah, bro. That is actually a good pick. Like, Paquito goal, but not Roger and shit, bro. Come on, bro.
To take down in the early game. They have some good shields. But there is a realm of possibility where Falcons gets the first two turtles. Turtle 3 will be a decider, and then Lord 1 is where it's going to be at.
Did they do enough?
At least for Falcons right now, they're not very specific in terms of their win cons in the early game. But I feel like execution-wise, I'm just expecting Yaman to still be as fast as we saw them in game number 1.
The Moscow picked up for Bulletproof Super Marco. He is a star for Falcons. They need him to show up big. It's the second game, a second lineup, a draft.
Thought of Moscow W prediction.
Still feeling like Yangon
Nice,
can
bro.
execute.
Bro said thought on, bro.
Drex, Leo, how we feeling?
2 games in a row. I think MGod and Marvs have a trump. Coach Ren and Moody once again. I love that last pick, Matilda. It fits the Burmese play style so perfectly. You see Blink is already crossing over. He's counting 3. He's going on a 1v3 recon mission, Drex.
And that's what they did in game 1 too. Not as deep, but still constantly. They're not scared to get in Falcon's face at all. Yesterday they knocked on the door until it finally, or last game they knocked on the door until it finally broke open. And this time I got a feeling we're gonna see the same exact thing.
So far, it's up to Falcons to adjust their tempo. They found out that in game 1, you cannot take your time. Slowing down Yangon Galacticos is not an option. So good to see that Falcons are finally here, at least when it comes to early game rotations. Marco here, dueling against Sanji, using that gold crab as a point of contention. What's going on? What kind of duel are they getting into now?
Super Marco just likes pain at this point, I think.
But look at the damage on Sanji. That's what they were doing. All right. That's what Miracle would call the walk-up. Just straight up opening a rift from God knows what dimensions. Putting the fear of God into Sanji. Mid lane, though, this is the first time we're actually seeing these trio go toe-to-toe.
And all 3 here comes on as well. We can see the big attack here. Skies goes down. First blood for Falcon.
But he just, guys, I was like, wait, where the hell did the guys come from?
The other half of the stadium acknowledges the fact that finally Falcons are taking to the skies. Han, going for the
the steal. Blink very low. Force the flicker out.
Spark won't work. YG and Matilda. Yeah, YG and Matilda. Bro,
A big flicker from Yang.
he can push camp and shit, bro. Come on, bro.
Finally put a kill into his pocket. Stack that up with the turtle, and it's a beautiful start for Falcon. 2 minutes in and 1,000 gold off. Drex, is this what Falcons was looking for? As a big picture draft, I'm going to die on this hill. I really like what Yangon have brought in, but were Falcons just looking for a tree to perch on? Was it just really the Belleric that changed the way they play?
I honestly think it is. Belleric has the ability to stop YG in their tracks and also respond. Yet last game, Falcons had issues punishing. They had issues finding those moments and biding enough time, and this time, Falcon found the answers to do it.
SOD thrown out, trying to secure. Sanji acknowledges the duel. I'm going to double down on that. I think the fact that the Burmese Ube, the Yang on Yam, is so evident that an ult like the Triad just throws that sideways. And it's not even for Ogwin just using the ult. The whole kit of Belleric answers so much of what Yangon are good at.
Not to mention, when it comes to the big team fights, even Sanji on this Claude is going to have some issues dealing with it. Everyone on the side of YG might have some issues. Han taking a lot of damage from Flap. Flap is in their face non-stop. Big ult comes from Kai's there, but not enough damage quite yet. Flap and Ogwin forced to back off. The Falcons, in general, still staying on their side of the river.
They're going to threaten Han here.
Oh, flicker combo!
Oh,
shit!
That one's gotta hurt. Another pick onto Han. 0, 2, and 0, and we're just getting started.
Bro, flickered.
The 3
Whoa,
kills.
that was prediction, man.
Game 1 long.
I mean, not even prediction. Oh!
Forcing to be my
Oh shit! Bro, this guy's actually stupid, bro.
Members that they're sending over.
Being cornered right now.
Kill him, bro! 4 movements, but didn't even kill him.
Falcons saw him coming. But he said, no, we'll let you have this one. We'll let you have this one for now, but look at Flap. The guy's a menace.
This is one of the few things you actually gain from Uranus. Call him what you will.
Wait, what? Idura using moves on fucking Uranus?
Macro-wise, he's controlling that quarter of the map. The Ruby has very little to do. Ying can only hope to try and stop Flap. That's 2 free turtles.
Ogwin literally aura farming, bro.
This game has taken a full mirror image.
5-game match, this too.
Falcons with a huge lead already. We've already got items stacking in for the side of Falcon, and I'm waiting to see when Ying can actually get involved in these fights, because I think that was supposed to be one of the possible answers to what Falcon brought. It was supposed to be the same kind of response that the Belleric is giving Falcon right now, but the fact that it's stuck in the HP lane, it's not moving as fast as Flap is, they can't capitalize on it until the Yang Gun Yam can actually activate, until all 5 can actually group up.
Young Gun instead of Yang
Gun can happen anytime soon. Lane per lane, roll per roll. Falcons have checkmated Yangon's prior rotation. So one might say game 1 could have been a download. They were checking how much they can get away with, how far, how fast. And Falcons are the ones rotating now. 2-man, 3-man coalitions. The blazing the way by Sanji.
Yeah, but I think he really just wants to get rid of these minions, but he's not quite able to do it. Circling Eagle does come around, but it's more of a defense mechanism for the side of YG. They save the tower. They save Sanji.
Flap continues to just dominate and say, see this part of the map, the upper quarter, that's all mine. And I think that's what's denying Yangon Galacticos their prior aggressive rotations. And they're going to have to find a way to fight for turtle number 3, or else just fight for the late game. I'm looking at what, 14, 15 minutes in, we have the Triad here. Bio forcing a response out of Yangon. There's no lanes that Yangon to go home.
Yeah, this is tough for YG. The constant pressure from Falcon, and the fact they're able to send 3 to 4 members down to this bottom lane is because of what Flap is doing in the top side. At this point, Han isn't getting orange buffs. He's being permission to get it, but wait a second, a lot of damage on Ogwin. Ogwin with silver health. Falcons don't want to let him go down, but YG doesn't want to let him get away. Ying finally able to put a kill on the board.
Bloodthirsty and bulletproof. Ying across the board prior to the series starting has
Why did you try to come back though?
KDA, least deaths among all players, but now he wants some kills as well. Forcing that flicker. Turtle number 3, Yangon on the board. Let's kind of something to say.
Kyle does not have something to say this time at least. He tried, he went for it, but YG were able to secure a position. It's going to help a little bit in terms of gold, but still Falcons holding not only a gold lead, but a map lead with 2 tier 3s down on the side of YG.
Long-term trade. That's worth it. The price of Ogwin and a turtle for tier 1
top and bottom, that is what Falcons wants. Nothing ever comes for free, and they're able to maintain a stranglehold on Yangon's economy. Han not on the board just yet. He's struggling. Every little small camp. Hey, for the first time in what? 2 spawns, the orange buff is actually open for him. Han is able to get it, so that's a good thing. Falcons now changing their pace a bit. There's no more off lanes to gank exactly. Both the damage on the flap does pop the concentration. Will be safe to get away. Still has a Purify in the kit. Super Marco shredding down on the top side. YG getting a bit more grouped up now. And Falcon has noticed. All right, we see a little bit of the bulb, a little bit of some growth in the Yangon Yam. But approaching the 4,000 gold lead, and the fact that there's no one threatening Marco. 8 minutes in, no one threatening Marco. Now no throw down. Right, the try does come out. Circling in, will get the big knockup, and in comes Han. Getting a lot of damage. Sanji with the blazing duet. Ogwin on the back position. Haji as well. YG don't want to let it go. They want to fight back. They're looking for the next target. Here comes Sanji from the side. A nice flank on Ogwin. Ogwin tries to get out of the
Bro,
first
damn,
but
YG!
there's no safety.
Bro, YG got a
Against
clean
Yangon
sweep.
right now. No shelter will stop you from the Yangon Yam as they Uber their way into a flank, converting into a turret, trading. Actually, 1 for 4 was it? That was an amazing response out of Yangon Galacticos. A certain eagle that knocks up 3, takes out 2 of their core members.
Crazy, bro, crazy.
And I don't think even the coaching staff, the folks in the Yangon Galacticos holding area, were expecting that fight to go as well as it did.
Bro, crazy team, bro.
3-man knock up sets everything up. And at first it looked like YG were split up. But what Falcons didn't know is they were actually pinstering. I don't think it was playing like that. YG found the moment and capitalized on it. In a matter of about 20 seconds, the gold has been minimized and the game is a standstill. That is improv in MLBB at its finest. Suddenly Han has 3 kills. Man's got a triple in that sequence. But so far, this is one of the few windows wherein Falcons have to say, not again. You can't do that twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So now they know that these small avenues on the map might be dangerous. And I think Yangon have found a way to do that. They've roped up Flap. Flap might get overloaded. That's the problem here. Once they figure out how the Filipino cannon can kind of blow up on his own in his face, then that's how that works. So they have to overload his Purify, overload his Consecration, and somehow find a miracle. 3-man circle eagle already used up by Blink. Big knock up. Might not be able to get away from this one. Flap though with Consecration still goes down. A kill into the book of Han. Onto the top side though. Oh boy, misses. Purifies our pop. Flickers used. YG still wants to fight for this. This Falcon remaneuvers. Watch for Kyle on the backside. Han with the engage. Able to get the iframes. Forces Super Marco away. Han looking for a target once again. Ogwin brought low. YG collapses on top of him, and down he goes. Kyle knows it's a lost cause. He can't engage. That's what I'm saying. You take down Flap. SOD thrown out. Not a good idea. You overload Ogwin, and then you deny Falcons the entry to anything else. Lure number 1 goes over to Yangon Galacticos. Falcons have to switch it up. It can't be the same thing. You have to find a way to engage off of more than just Flap. Long haul, checking that range with a jab. There has to be some straight to the face that Falcons can pull, but looking at it right now, their whole draft, I don't see it anywhere soon. There's no way that they just pick a fight from out of nowhere. Element of surprise is always going to be on Yangon's side. So now Falcon, I will say this, with the ults they have, with the skills they have, they can hold a decent defense here. And if YG oversteps their boundaries, one big Wrath of the Dryad could counterplay. But maybe that's the answer for Falcon. Let YG come to you a bit. Let them engage and see if they overcheck themselves. Which has been, I think, what Falcon has been trying, especially in that Lord Dance. It's just they dogpile on the Flap too soon. Fortunately, Flap has his Purify once again. 30 seconds off of Ogwin's Wrath of Dryad Flicker combo. But
Bro, just using the Wrath of Drive like he's crazy,
on Han. Sanji left unmolested. 0 deaths on this squad. Sure, it's been a difficult early game. They spent, what, 2 or 3 death squads to try and gank him out of that lane, but he never gave in. He never caved. So I'm guessing a good chunk of that goal, despite Marco having a good, first 5 or 6 minutes, has been closed in. Like, this is more than just an equal gold lane matchup. If anything, I think Sanji has more gold than Marco now. Oh, I'm offended. Plus the stun. Flap is forced away. This time YG doesn't cause the full collapse, and they know when they can. They know when they can't. They decide to back off. Let's see if anyone walks into Kyle here.
Kyle holding left mid brush. Oh no. Flap walked into 3.
Purifying concentration gone from Flap. 60 seconds to Lord still though.
This Burmese Ube is lethal. Not more than 30 seconds are they ever apart from each other. That's amazing. And again, that's what Red 5 Matilda gets you. The fact that Blink can be within what? 2 or 3 seconds a step away from where he's needed with a flicker too. So they're basically, you know how Louis folds the map in half?
Yeah.
Blink kind of folds the map in 2 quarters. Which is almost
The gang will meet that comeback, that's crazy.
mathematically almost half. Looking at the items, true enough, Sanji is 500 gold up on Marco. Even with Marco building the Wind of Nature, that doesn't protect him from Kaiser. Doesn't protect him from a Blink's Rogue Wisps. So Marco is never truly safe.
Alright, so what's the big answer, right? Owen didn't go with the revitalizer or anything. He has the flicker, so there could be your opportunity of surprise, but who's going to be the bait? And it seems like Falcons maybe 2 split up. Maybe they need to group up as well.
In an effort to split up Yango and Ube. But wait, look, they're blitzing the Lord. Oh, there's no response.
My God,
Falcons score.
and then the conceal, the hit and run. YG,
Hey,
you're
yo,
going to
nice
try to
trade
close
though.
this. Oh, Trex, true
Smart
enough, you
trade
said.
actually.
Maybe Falcons should group up, and they do. They blitz the Lord, and that's the price you pay for playing the Ube so tight. Yes, you can be within 2 or 3 seconds grasp of your teammates, but not the whole team to be in to respond to a Lord take that quick. What was that? 5, 6 seconds?
That was fast. Oh, wait a second. Marco. Son of Marco. Circling Eagle gets the knock up. Han close the distance and gets the kill. That's going to help a lot for this Lord push.
Oh,
YG just need to get back to base now to defend.
Not a little. I think that was careless of Falcons to not check that lower quarter and have Marco walk into a brush that had 3 members of Yangon in it. So with Marco getting picked off, I think that neutralizes the Lord take. This is a wash.
All they get is they get the tier 2 on the bot. They get the tier 2 on the bot, tier 3 on the mid. So they get a little bit of ground, but now what you would want out of the second Lord. But then again, they weren't even supposed to get that Lord, honestly. The fact that they reversed down, it still feels like a good win for Falcon right now. Flap taking a lot of damage. Circling Eagle. How long does that thing last? YG gets the up offended. Responds to the rather try.
Bro, not crazy, bro. YG acting crazy.
Look at the placing to wet from Sanji. They lock on to Super Marco next. And Falcons have 2 men left standing as YG knock on the front door.
A Selena and a Belleric are not made to clear waves. This mid lane wave is crashing in. Falcons are losing this inhibitor.
They could lose more if YG wants to keep on pushing. The cannon minion still standing. Another wave left. Oakwood tries to lock in, but he can't quite save it. Haji bursts it down, and YG take down the crystal in game number 2.
Yangon Galacticos at match point 2-0.
Bro, that's there, bro. It's
Against
3-0
the
there.
M5 World Champions, against a legacy team that beat Myanmar in the M2 World Championships. Yangon are 1 game away from locking the grand finals.
YG are showing right now that they have not forgotten the rivalry, that they've been remembering, they've been keeping tabs, waiting for this moment.
Before
Crazy, bro.
Malaysia versus the Philippines, even in the midst of Indonesia versus the Philippines, Myanmar versus the Philippines was the rivalry to watch. And Yangon Galacticos are reminding us who was in the grand finals first in the M2 World Championship. Singapore was their turf, and they're 1 game away from making Paris Yangon Galacticos home.
The ship is landing right now. YG 2-0. And the thing about this game, which is so different from game number 1, is YG didn't just stampede. They had a rough start.
It was
a 3,000 gold deficit.
0 to 60 in about a country minute, and then suddenly 120 in nothing. Even after Falcons blitzed that Lord from underneath their noses, they were unfettered. It's as if it was all according to plan. Still, it's no number Rain Day and our panel to break down game number 2.
Thank you guys. Man, what a moment. Woo! Yangon Galacticos. No one in the galaxy, the entire galaxy. You know how big that is? Do we need to get Neil deGrasse Tyson over here to tell you how big that is? Because no one has beaten Yangon Galacticos in the last 2 weeks. That is how good this team is playing, undefeated and on the verge of a 3-0. Myanmar is currently on top.
Out of this galaxy. Out of this galaxy gameplay.
Thanos, he can't even do anything.
If this continues, our trend for the past 2 days in the knockouts of having 3-0s in the first series will stay the same.
And who's been that guy with every 3-0 other than Raindam? But Raindam's been here all the time.
I've been for all of them.
I've been here for every 3-0 result. Is it me?
Hey.
No, it's not. It's not. It's the team. It's just the players.
Bro,
It's
he's always there.
Because that went exactly as we expected. First 2 turtles go to Falcons. Clearly, they get the start. But then once you hit Turtle 3 and Lord 1, that's when Falcons needed to readjust their approach a little bit. And Yangon is online to be aggro because, again, their gold lane is so good. Their Claude, as much as I was wary of it in the sense of why pick it up early, you see why you pick it. Because it's similar to how it's played in the Philippines, where sometimes, even if you don't feel the impact of the Claude, as long as it can farm up, you're fine.
I also think that Blink is having a bigger participation in the reason this result is going this way than we're giving him, because his hero pool on Rome, he's showing it's deeper and more effective than a lot of others. You see a high-low sometimes picked up last and you go, oh, that didn't quite work, and that's where you might lose the game. But with Blink, he's running Matilda, he's running Badong, he's running whatever he needs. They're banning out everybody and he's still effective. That is so
actually,
hard
Blink is crazy, bro.
to give to your team, but he's doing it time and time again.
Yeah, because I think Falcons had all the reason to just play aggro and keep
Own
going
them,
after
bro. 4
YG
kills,
in the early,
gave them the
especially
early
their
kills,
mid-duo,
and
it's
then
not like Kaizen
game
nor
over.
Blink even opted to go for a Purify anyway. But the timings on the guiding wind have just always been on point. It's not just the timings, the distance in which he decides to use them as well, and the directions have always kept their team safe.
And there was a glaring number difference there between the Eudora and Selena. As we see Yangon, they are light, they are feeling the vibes. Eudora dealt around 42,000 damage.
The coach is in pressure as well, 2-0. The coach don't know.
That mid-matchup you've been trying to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought that they deprioritize the Selena and go for maybe something like Lo Yi. You're up against a great team fighting team. And I will die on this hill. Right now, Yangon Galacticos are the best team fighting team in MSC 2026.
By far.
And if you have a mid laner who can mess up that kind of tempo during the fight, such as Aloy, wherein you have an option to play the macro game, as we saw Falcons play the Moskov, then that could be good. Pickoff will not work against Yangon Galacticos because once it gets to their power spikes, they play against it really well. They were getting picked off in the earlier portion of the game, yes. But Turtle 3, Lord 1, they knew they were online and they were almost unstoppable.
One game away. One game away, we're going to see the best result at MSC for Myanmar. It's already been tied with 4th place, but now it could be a grand finals. And going undefeated as well, that one game would mean that they are probably, and I don't know back in the history, this is just my second week here at MLBB, probably the only team that has done it undefeated completely throughout the tournament in recent memory, right, Brig?
Yeah, there will be a chance, and that is going to be a statement because it's not coming from the most dominant region ever in MLBB either. It's coming from a region who just recently resurfaced in terms of dominance, which is Myanmar.
All right, Brig, you got some stuff to break down. I was talking about Blink. What did you see, though, in that game, too, that's keeping Yangon ahead?
Okay, I would really want to go back to the idea of how much we saw Falcons really wanting to double down on the shutdown towards specifically the gold laner, specifically Sanji on this Claude. I think we've seen countless rotations in the first 5 minutes towards the gold lane, which I think was the point in time where clearly Falcons were also dominating. But every single time Sanji was just able to survive. There was just such great help that you really got to see from both Blink, from both Kaise. And these are not the clips that we should be looking at. Yes, we should be looking at this first. Okay, so this is, I think, the first few moments, since again we're looking at YG and how they were able to get back in this game. One of the first few moments wherein they really started to get back in this game. You saw how they were able to first, of course, take down Owen, but the positionings and their mindfulness in terms of this fight were really key. Ying was just really blocking this entire area. You couldn't really get past him, and you wanted to rely on Kyle to just go in for the steal because clearly, without the presence of Owen, you would be at a slight disadvantage, but you still had the level advantage on Kyle. But Yangon really poured in all of their efforts to just prevent Kyle from getting close, and that was just what helped them solidify this gradual comeback even more. We take a look at this next clip as well, and this is, I think, one of the most punishing errors we really got to see from Falcons. You take a closer look, it looked like the perfect setup. Haji and Ogun just working together, but the counter engage from Blink, that three-man knockup, since again, we've been pointing out countless times, Falcons really you really
But it's
see
actually crazy.
how they've
YG cooking
grown
the hell out of them,
throughout this
bro.
MSC.
Literally nothing to
Sanji's
say,
first two
bro.
kills
Literally,
in that last
oh my
moment right
days,
there,
bro.
but that was the nail in the
Crazy
coffin.
game.
Also, the first time we saw
Crazy
in
series, bro.
maybe the last 25 kills, death attempts, Ying died, but they ended up getting 4 kills in response on the side of Falcon. So YG still win that trade by 3 or 4 times. So Ying still proving valuable. All right, when we come back, it's a chance for YG to move into the finals. And before we do that, if you think this action is amazing, you want to be a part of it, not just talking in chat, but actually streaming it, join our creator program. You have a chance to earn some cool prizes, be featured maybe in some clips, and also you have a chance to build your community off of what may be the most interesting MSC yet. So take advantage of it, whether it's this game or any of our games. Join the creator program, earn some cool prizes, and be a part of the narrative. After this 2-0, it could be 3. But before we move on to that, we want to let you know I love playing with my friends. You love playing MLBB with your friends. Well, there's another way to play with your friends in Acecraft. Check out We Fly Together, a brand new co-op mode.
But what is this game, bro? It's like Cuphead, but not Cuphead.
A lot of people are haunted by their past. I'm inspired by it.
they're not just playing for themselves, they're really playing for their entire family.
They have defeated their demons. They have crushed the curse. He thinks he can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing but go!
Tyler 1, you're done.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
Whoa, bruh. But crazy game going though, bro. YG literally cooking them. Holy. 2-0, bruh. One more and clean sweep.
Holds
Crazy.
the trophy for MSC, which at this moment, we will see who will be fighting for it. Game 3 will either send us to another one or put Yangon Galacticos into our grand finals, as they would become the first grand finalist of this tournament of upsets. It's going to be a fun one, guys. The fans standing by.
Actually crazy, yeah,
They
bro.
have been silenced on the side.
I thought Falcons might win the second game, bro. They were good early, but then yeah, Yangon
As
took them.
long as there's one more game, you can keep pushing it. But it has to happen now, Brigida and Renmar, as Super Marco, even himself. I wouldn't say he looks happy. And I think that's just maybe a bit of focus, but also maybe understanding the task at hand. If they are going to survive, they don't need to just win one. They need to win 3 games in a row against a team who is undefeated.
It's hard to read Marco's emotions because he has been historically very stoic. Even his happiest moments, it looks like he was unhappy with it. No, but that's really just how Marco is, man.
Yeah.
But definitely, I'm pretty sure that's what's running through Falcons' minds right now. They drafted well in game number 2. They just, again, weren't able to execute it all the way until the end. There was one play that Brigida showed earlier with the engagement onto, I believe it was Blink yet again, or Ying, when Ogun dropped down the Wrath of Dryad that was around near the orange buff. They missed out on a key target to make sure that you get
Bro, I
hunted,
wanted to
and that's the
stream
Ghidorah.
SR
That's the
Team
layers
Spirit
and
versus
levels that
Onyx,
Yangon is playing
but it's
right
low-key
now.
too late.
If they're
Or maybe
in
I just
conditions
go to
in
bed
team fights, whether
and
it's a
sleep a
great
bit
source
right
of
now,
crowd
bro.
control or a great source of damage.
It's after this,
If you can't
but
take it down fast enough, and if you can't focus it
if it
down,
wasn't for HOK,
Yangon
I'd just
has a
stream that
chance
one
to
before
turn
this.
the fight around.
And I can't believe they're doing this with barely switching up the middle. Like it's
Right.
still just so 3 picks for Kaize, for Yangon. And mind you, Falcons, I think they're trying to do the same, but it's not like they have the most stable of mid laners as their priority. The Selena has been an on and off pick, which is very, again, difficult to play from behind with. So maybe or might we see a change here for Falcons now that they're in this position? We'll find out.
It's been fantastic drafting from YG. And sometimes in a fight, we talk about this almost as a heavyweight matchup. 2 teams, 1 blow received. You want to respond, but if you get dazed, what does anyone tell a fighter? Keep going. Try to get them out. Try to end the fight there. And that's what YG have a chance to do. There is all this discussion, but at the end of the day, 2-0 down, you have to believe that Falcons are feeling it. But what can they do with it here?
YG, they still hold the perfect record. If they do it here and they go to the grand finals, they will be the first team in MLBB international history to reach the grand finals with a 100% win rate.
We're actually crazy. What the hell?
It's crazy.
I think the boss just went and looked that up for us. Thanks again, Maui. Barat's Eudora Fanny Band. The Eudora Band from Falcons saying we're taking at least one of your cryo picks away in mid. What needs to change here, Greg? I mean, you're not convinced. It's hard to be convinced. It's an uphill battle, but what do you like the Eudora ban? Do you like that? Just getting that out of the way.
I think it will help in a way, but it's just really more on how Falcons maintain that early to late, because I think they're not. It's not like they find or have a hard time securing that the early game, especially if they get to dictate the matchup in mid. So now that maybe they just want to double down on that, I wonder though, because at this point,
Bro, I'm playing HOK, but the
likely
teammates
going
are
to be
so
a
shit in
Hirara
rank,
Cryo
bro.
again.
Yeah, you have Hirara, Freya, Marcel, three strong first picks, all active as a choice for Falcons, but they take out the Marcel themselves. Don't want to risk them rush picking into it and Yangon suddenly just showing up with a Valentina, even though Kaiser has yet to pick up that hero this MSC.
So at this point, you probably don't ban. Well, I know. What do you think, Red Bar? Do you just not ban the Harara and not ban the Freya? That way, if you give it to Falcons, YG still get the Harara?
They might do the same thing and just ban out the Freya again, but then there's still an Atlas they have to think about, and I think maybe that's what Falcons might lean into. If it's not going to be the Marcel, then maybe we rush pick the Atlas and see if Kaiser really won't pick up the Valentina. And then slowly, that's where Falcons might be able to build their draft foundations on heading into the next games.
Atlas been banned.
If it's 3-0, I might end the stream. I might either be back when
interrupt,
the team spirit plays, or maybe not. Maybe only for finals. Wait, finals I might not even be here. Never mind.
Take it away
But
from
we'll see.
Is it the Herrera?
I'm feeling
Is
a
it
bit
the
sleepy today, bro.
Atlas? Which one will it be, Falcons?
Because I guess the only worry that I have if they go for the Atlas is that YG will have a pretty good idea of how the team fights are going to look like again for Team Falcons, and then they could just resort to some of the more unorthodox options that they've previously shown us, which I think would work out great against the Atlas, so they will revert back to a Hirara Cryo first.
Yeah.
But that will hand over the Atlas to YG too.
I think Yangon can double down the crowd control. They might rush Juice in here along with another tower within the meta.
Juice in.
Wow. That was Zeus in could be tough.
Took Hirara from him.
Or they go
That's
for
crazy.
Uranus instead and save for one.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, now they probably don't mind the Atlas coming through.
Yeah, they show it. So I think this is one of the cards that Yangon has been holding close to their chest. Not just this entire series, but this entire MSC did not show Valentina until this moment.
Is that a new mid, by the way?
Yes.
Getting off his 3.
It's only been Eudora Gorjuice in. Here's number 4. But Falcons, they win a trade in the XP. They get the Esmeralda while getting the Claude away from the hands of Sanji.
Okay. So at least it'll be a match in the XP lane. It's just the gold lane that will really matter later on. If you're looking at what Sanji could potentially pick up later, but he has a lot. He has a lot of options, honestly.
He picks Selena, bro.
Though.
Oh wait.
Jungle, what could be the option for Han? He's had a lot. Okay. They're going for Sanji's pick.
I wonder if they'll set up for either a Gwyn or Fred.
I was thinking Gwyn if they also had the Atlas, but or maybe could there be a chance Falcons still go Atlas? If they go Atlas, then they have the Valentina to get the Atlas ult. Then they have a layer with the spatial migration.
Yeah, and that's actually the really tough choice here for Falcons. It's what roamer are they gonna pack? All the best roamers in this metagame have great ultimates you'd want to steal.
Yep.
Yangon still respecting the Selena of Falcons.
Okay, so they're the ones who will force Falcons to play a different mid lane. Up against the Valentina, I think there are a couple options still left.
Falcons might be considering a Farsa later, but then with the Uranus, you waste your burst on him. You give the Feathered Airstrike to Ying, but I think Feathered Airstrike for the lineup of Yangon against what Falcons has shown for their main carries in the Hirara and Claude is okay. You do have the Claude anyway, and at least you get some little bit of both, but then Moscow would be very happy to go up against a lineup that has a artillery mage. That's why Yangon have drafted this way. That's why they pick up the red 3 Moscow and they ban the Selena. And Falcons expecting it to come out, as we called it, they'll ban the Guinevere away from Yangon. They still have a Fredrin option in the jungle.
Fredrin, I don't know if we'll get pushed to a point where they bring out the Suyo all over again too.
Damn, bro, I'm like sleepy as hell.
either way, still gonna be tough to pull off against
It is
Falcons.
these breaks that are making me
Yangon has
sleepy,
done
not
it
gonna lie. Like,
before.
what is this, bro?
They've been able to pull off that Suyo before, and I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly Han shows up with it.
If they do it, Yangon will just gonna have one of the craziest records. Because at this point, even the Nola is taken out. I don't really see a utility still coming through for Yangon.
Yeah, you still have other great mid lane options that could mess up a utility jungler.
Is a Harley an option for Han?
If they show it early, then Falcons can adjust their mid. They'll probably go something like Lilia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, two more picks here, and it is the Harley. They do show it early, so we may see the Lilia response for some first. But now the jungle is shown, and it's simply the roam needed for the side of YG and Sanji. Super Marco going to be on the quad, so they've already shown what their gold's going to look like, as well as their EXP and jungle. They're looking for their roam and their mid, but the Selena ban is going to force Haji to play something different this time around, but could be a good thing, guys. He's lost twice on Selena. Maybe this is just a good change of pace.
If it's not going to be the Farser, the even they'll probably go like Lilia Cho or Lilia Gata Gacha.
Bro, do something, bro. Whatever it takes to win,
for the
bro.
roam pick for Yangon. Trying to think of roam trades.
At least anyone who could just body block.
Yeah.
Just so much you have to body block here from Yangon's lineup. Honestly, okay.
Okay. So they do go for the Farsa. It's the glue roam that I wasn't able to remember. They don't have to worry about a Vixana. There's a Valentina on the other side.
Yep.
Well, Yangon could just go something stable in the roam.
Mm-hmm.
Yankee dive.
They could still grab the Atlas if they want it.
Yeah, Atlas still open.
The Gatot still there too, I think, into the Farsa.
Yeah.
Will also be a great option for them.
If Yangon really just want to end it and go fast, I think they'll be brave enough to go like Kali Valentina in the center. Or maybe even a Hilda. But that's really only if they're super confident with it. They need a little bit more hard AoE crowd control up in front. But no, they go for the Carmilla, their pick.
Bro, come on, bro.
That's their pick.
Okay, so this is why we say they can just really afford to save room for last, because they have all
It's
these
insane.
options.
I haven't seen this happen before. I mean, Rimar, this is deepest
Maybe
roam pool we've
better.
seen for sure on display.
Yangon
They are here, and they're jumping in mid. Oh, nice feathered airstrike once again lands on a Kai's. Kai's taken down low. Flat.
Crazy.
Wants to try to finish things off.
They all, bro, Falcon's coming back, but I don't know, bro.
And he finally
Oh, let's go.
returns, and Kai's goes down. Blink next on the list. The names have been written, and Flap is writing checks.
That wall was just a little too thick. If maybe an inch to the left, an inch to the right, he would have gone through. But the falling star moon came up short, and that's what led to another kill. The Falcons now up 2,000 gold. About half a minute until turtle number 2. Marco is just focused on expediting the early game. Feathered airstrike.
Donji cornered up against the wall. He's been here before,
Oh,
though.
shit,
He's going to
dude.
survive once again. YG. Can they get a moment like they got in game number 2? Falcons, I think they learn from their mistakes, hopefully. You get the big goal lead, and once you start to get to that 8-minute mark somewhere, you slow down a little bit. You keep your 3K. You wait for Lord.
That moment, again, throwing back to game number 2 will come when the Yang on Yam begins. When they turn on more purple than black, and they Uber their way into a punish, because that's what we're looking for. Curse of Blood. If Blink can link up 3-4 key members of Falcons, then that's it. Oh, Super Marco in trouble.
So D there as well. He does commit. Super Marco. Oh! With the quick bob and weave. Super Marco.
Yo, Super Marco, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Marco. Bulletproof Marco. Whatever you want to
Nah, he
call
got pissed
him.
off, bro. Yo, he's gonna carry, bro.
YG pulls out dual pistols from his nether regions and catches 2.
Wait, what?
Sanji
From his
finds
what?
that there was some backup from Falcons.
Nether regions, bro. Come on, bro.
Is that playing on another level? Blink, force user battle.
This is what we want to see, Blink. Not going to be able
Oh,
to make it.
shit.
Survive.
Guy gets a kill.
Collapsing on YG, sending them back to their own galaxy.
Bro, this should be 2-1 then. Nah. If it's 2-1, I'll still turn the stream
They're
off.
trading top lane for
I'm
bottom.
sleepy as hell, bro.
Sanji bites it. Slap is a bloodthirsty. Once again, a replay on that sequence. I could have sworn Marco was dead.
Oh, the BMI back.
And then right at the perfect moment, I don't know how many stacks the AOT had, but the blazing duet was enough to keep him topped up while staying in the brush. I think that was key. Trex, I think it was just the fact that he was staying in the bush, denying the clapback, meaning his lifesteal was pure. Even at such an early point in the game, what was that, 4 minutes in? His lifesteal, whatever was in his kit at that moment, was enough to keep him at, 10% HP? Yeah. Hence why the sequence happened. Marco is on a roll here. This is as good a start as you can get on a clock 5 minutes in.
2-0-2. You've already taken the tower. And now, Falcons are going to start yamming up first. They're going to start pushing together, grouping up.
Contrary to that, I think they should keep pushing elsewhere. They should do a 1-3-1. That's what's happening. That's how you're able to get 3 kills on Flap, 2 kills on Marco, 1-3-1 converge when Yangon thinks they can punish. Which is, again, denying Blink what he's looking for, and they burst down Blink Flap from the back.
And Han is unable to get the damage on a Haji. Oh my lord! Haji just deletes him. The damage is too much. Kaizen is able to respond back and take out Haji, though. It's a 2-for-1 right now. YG finally putting the second kill.
Damn,
on the
but this
board.
time they're cooking it.
Falcons Esports is unfazed, though. They're going to move on to this turtle. They're going to take their third neutral objective. And while this is happening, YG still split up.
3 for 3. Team Falcons are taking more than just a turtle. They go for another kind of Grand Theft Purple. Kyle is so guilty. A rap sheet, that is definitely something he's not beating. Top lane, though, is still definitely something that Yangon can work on. I don't know if Yangon want to fight. They're 6k down.
No. They have to wait for a moment like last time. And the problem is they have Han, right, who's playing more off map, so they don't also have. I think the Ruby was a big deal last time, able to kind of slow down Falcons in their engage.
And Ruby is another way to spell CC. Crowd control is something they're kind of short on right now. The only real way
Bro,
that
they're
they
looking
can
to
fight
end this
someone is
early.
off of the Spear of Misery, off of a circle of blood, and maybe off of Kaiser's stolen oaths. But that aside,
Oh,
Yangon are
hell,
playing with
7:30.
great mechanics, amazing macro, and I hope that Falcons clump up. Mid lane's gonna fall. Bottom lane already lost their tier 2. This is the best way for Falcons to continue. If they want to continue their life in MSC, force the series to go to game number 4, split up the map, deny Yangon their Ube.
They have essentially become so much more objective focused. Instead of game 2 where they were looking for lots of fights, willing to just go for the kills. Yes, they're getting kills this time, but wait a second. Nice stun on multiple members of YG.
But even there, they don't commit. They know what the job is, and that is take towers, get turtles, get lords.
This is when you know that your team is doing well. When a Clue is able to just build a glowing one. He's got enough in the bank to splurge on a full-on mage item. Even Flap and Owen alone are able to threaten the likes of Ying and Blink, forcing battle spells out. Purple denied once again.
I want to say that's 3 purples now that have been stolen from the side of YG. Owen is forced to jump off with a grab. Han gets a deadly magic off, but every time Han lands a deadly magic onto someone, he can't fully commit. He can't get all the damage out there.
Sanji just built his golden staff there. A whopping 2,000 gold between the Claude and the Moskov. Nary a shadow of Yakon Galacticos should be seen near the Lord pit here as Falcons score a major objective for free, uncontested. I'll tell you now, even after Flap and Owen, even Super Marco's basic attacks are going to start hurt even the front line of YG. Doesn't even need to pull out the Blazing Duet, just a pew, pew, should be enough.
Bro, what the hell is that?
Not to mention another 2,000 gold between Han and Kyle, right?
It's a full item.
A full item. Nice fallen star.
Holy shit!
Blink. Falcons looking to trying to finish things off. Han tries to respond with the deadly magic onto Haji, but it's just not enough once again to take anyone out. Holy defense has been busted.
I like that. I like his
But
casting.
Sanji is playing where the mouse is, the cat is absent, and right now Falcons are your big tigers, lions in the jungle. Sanji throws on SOD, Flap blocks it.
Okay, Han's there to help out. Sanji should be able to get back to base safely, and with 2 members of Falcons hoarding down onto this top lane,
oh, they deny Han!
we'll be able to wait a second, Han trying to get the damage onto Kyle. The iframe save him. Wait. You can iframe out of the deadly match damage?
No, what he did was iframe out, Flap with a punish. The Filipino cannon firing off on all cylinders. They lose bottom lane inhibitor, and the fight continues. Blink and COP.
That's huge at the
Bro,
response.
why are they making these games, bro? This is not even scripted,
He
bro. What the
tries
hell?
the saving grace play, but it's just not enough.
Herbert, to answer your question, what he did was iframe, spell vamped into surviving the pop on the deadly magic. So yeah, that was mechanics on mechanics. I could have sworn Han was going to win, but Kyle, I guess, had his combo off cooldown right when he needed it.
Very well done by the side of Falcon now. We're getting close to a 10k gold lead as YG just tries to defend. Fallen Star Moon on Sanji and Kai's. Flap trying to back off. Kai's looking for the re-engage. A little more damage layered onto YG. Haji brings down the falling feathered airstrike.
Oh! Again, Marco has the blazing duet on cooldown. That's what that green little dot signifies. Just a pew, pew was enough.
Falcons are not giving up. They're not playing the patient game at all. They're going to keep on bringing these waves in. Conceal play. Kyle dives past the wall. Blink. Right down to about 10%. Finally taken out. Kyle gets the kill. And they're going to move on to the top side now as YG watches helplessly as their inhibitors fall and Falcon breach.
10,000 is the lead. The gap between these two, economically speaking. Folks, the fact that Falcons are winning and nary a shade of Yaman clapping back. Why this is so impressive is the fact that Yaman are undefeated. In comes Owen.
Right into the backside. But the airstrike flicker. Sanji goes down. Blink is already out. He comes back.
Falcons, bro.
Brings out a feather airstrike of their own with the IMU. YG still trying to defend. One inhibitor standing between them and the Falcons. Flap decides to back off. It's 3 seconds on Lord. Falcons know the next job.
Another purple denied away from Han. And no one falls. 0 casualties from Falcons in that push for that top inhibitor. Almost taken mid as well. The problem with what Kaiser was doing there was, yes, it was the right thing to do to take the feathered airstrike and to clear the waves. But you're not dealing with the heroes. He has to make our decision. Do I blast Falcons and punish them for staying in a little too long, or clear the waves? And that's what Kaiser was dealing with. He had double jeopardy on him. I don't kill them, then I would have wasted it. So he was just focusing that stolen feather strike on the minion waves. Young Galacticos have a grocery list of things to do even before they can contest the Lord. Hell, even get out of their own base.
Falcons now playing it patient. Wait for a Lord. Can they end it here? Does YG have what it takes to defend this, Leo? Sanji 0-3-0, who's their big shredder. They can't really burst down with Han right now. He doesn't have the damage. They need to try to pull this Lord to the mid side. Keep it away from their base tower as much as possible. But the problem is Falcons bringing all 3 lanes in at once.
I don't think they're
Oh,
lined up to
bro,
both
Falcons.
defend and clear waves. Flap jumps in, Han coming in from the flank. Has a space escape in, Lord still standing.
Bro. Oh,
They found the
shit.
little boy.
Han is gone. Ogwin looking for a target with the flank on the top side, flapping to the back.
Bruh,
Kyle
bruh.
gets some nice damage on Kai's, but the Lord's already
Bruh,
connected.
bruh,
Flat
no
misses the
clean
box,
sweep.
that airstrike comes out. It
With
breaks the
100%
lead.
win rate.
King trying to defend, trying to clear the
Oh,
waves,
no.
trying to save the base,
Wait,
trying to get
wait.
their base, but Falcons have to back
Never
off.
mind, bro.
YG's still defending, but it's too low. Haji's in there, and Falcons finally put a match on the board. Not so fast. As Young Galactico suffers their first loss in all of
Bro, what is
MSC
he doing?
2026. Apparently, even aliens can bleed. Falcons force
Bruh.
a game number 4, 2-1.
Crazy.
It's time to regroup for YG. Falcons found the answer, and it all started in the draft. But in gameplay as well, they knew when to hit the gas, when to hit the brakes, when to switch lanes. Very clean from them to put one on the map, and now it feels like anything's possible.
Yang on losing. Carmilla on blink. Failing them. The Yang on Yam. The Burmese Ube. Being denied that anything is possible. Again, this is MSC 2026. A quick look again at the highlights. It started in the early turtle up top again, denying that. Bearing down on Sanji, even baiting Han and denying him certain plays. And again, when you're playing on a team that has been together for almost 2,000 days, count how many years that's been. That's a majority of what Falcons have been working with. 2,000? Almost 2,000 days. We started season 17. Almost 2,000 days they've been a team.
7 years? 6.5 years.
1,000 and something.
Oh, 1,000. 3.5
This
years.
is the kind of reset you're capable of. And Yangon are now in an unprecedented position, Trex. They're coming from momentum taken away from them. They've never felt this way in MSC, not in Paris.
This is very true. Younggun has not faced defeat yet. They haven't been pushed into a corner. Can they recover? We saw Falcon recover. Let's see if YG can do the same thing. Let's see what our panel has to say about it. How we doing over there, guys?
Well, it won't be international history with that stat. 100% win rate gone as Team Falcons PH come alive. And the Filipinos' last hope continues to bring just a chance at something special.
Legit,
Still
bruh.
2 more
Filipinos'
games,
last
must win
hope, bruh.
back to back.
Oh,
But it
hell.
does bring a lot more energy into
Oh,
the
hell
Lenovo
no,
Legion
bruh.
Gauntlet. Brigida Rinmar, what a game. I know you've got some stuff queued up, but Brig, reactions, finally, they get the win off their chest. They can breathe at least a little sigh.
Yeah, I feel like everyone supporting Team Falcons here in the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet can afford to breathe just a little bit, because that was a very dominant way to get back in the series. You know, they started off strong and they clearly shut down the XP lane multiple times. I think that was a huge difference maker, at least for the series. The fact that King wasn't able to do anything as much as he did in the first 2 games, and the switch up in mid, you see and feel the tempo change.
Yeah, Falcons getting the Esmeralda, and of course at the center having that glue rope. We thought about Yangon and respected their
Let me check if I got decent amount of use. If not, I'll end stream. If yes, I'll end stream. If
but it
not,
was huge impact. Glue rope, Farsa mid, Hirara in the jungle, and of course Esmeralda dominating its lane matchup means the jungle is not safe, which is why we saw a lot of glue ropes go up against Harley jungles in EPL, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, all over the world.
I mean, look at the damage difference. It was 53,000
For
on
128
the
views,
Esmeralda
not too bad.
Flap compared to the
So
17,000
let's
of
see.
the Uranus on Ying. That impact, I mean, that's a 35 plus thousand damage difference going to your
52 on the
teammates versus
short.
you doing it to the others.
Mainstream has like
an EXP
128
lane
though.
loss that turned this around?
Not too bad.
Well, it started from there, definitely. To say the least, it started from there. It was the priority for Team Falcons before they could fully
Anyways,
establish
guys, I
their
think I'll
presence
end this
across the map.
stream. Maybe I'll
And
be
they
back
just
for the
kept the pressure going
other
from that
game.
point onwards.
But
I
it's
think
been
that
your
was
boy
very crucial
Fission.
because
Thanks
it
so much for
again was
tuning
something
in.
they eventually
I'm
let go of in
signing
the
out.
previous games where
Peace.
we saw them